energy. For what, man? For what are we saving energy? For what? For the flight tomorrow or what? Play default. Boys, give your all, okay?
Coming back.
I understand it's hard sometimes
Am I good?
to find the energy, but find it. Find it. But enjoy.
Hello,
I don't
hello.
want us to be dead, okay?
Testing. You see me, bro?
Well, but still try, okay? No excuses, boys, okay?
W. Man, Nats is fucking him, huh? That really is him. Did you find the issue? I mean, I hope I did, honestly. I lowered the bitrate a little bit. I lowered the bitrate, and the other thing that it said online was it could be the encoder, which I don't really know exactly what that means, but like I changed the encoder as well. It said to change to a different encoder if specifically your stream is having bitrate spikes. Maybe your processor can't handle it. So those are the two changes. Hopefully that does something for me. Okay, but why is Scuba just pausing the open? Like, dude, just bunny hop to your teammate. You're already so close. Yeah, I feel like he could have walled up, walk out, fully make it across. I think him facing in the open and just kind of praying that like they both somehow join the same fight. That's not really that real of a play, but... So we're good now, guys? We're good? Hopefully my YouTube is good again. Oh, it changed streams because it was actually fully over. So I have to actually change to this pop-out chat. Sorry about that, guys. Internet encoder, whatever it is, we fixed it. We fixed it. Hopefully. Stitch, loving the content, Big Boss. W not buffering anymore, we'll be back. Thank God, bro. Dix, we watching on YouTube now. You can watch on whichever platform you, oh wait, oh, no, you mean like us. Yeah, we can watch on YouTube. Let me make sure I don't leak anything. Classic. Alright, let's go. Alright, max that. Swap playback speed. Go 3x. Catch up. I'm gonna check my... Let me check something real quick. Just trying to make sure that I'm allowed to use the YouTube stream. It doesn't look like there's any restriction on it. I know that other people do it, but I just want to be diligent and make sure. Yeah. Yeah, us, bro. My fault. Short-term memory, bro. Having to deal with all the internet stuff is a bit of a headache. 6, I need you to give me some tips for Sky, Fade, and Viper, my goat. Have you seen my YouTube shorts on Sky and Fade, Mateo?
With Coach Bonker of NRG now.
Both would be good to kind of watch out.
We know that Kiko's an amazing jet, but were there any other reasons you put him on the jet instead of the Neon? I mean, it's not the most jet-friendly meta, especially the jet with the opping duty.
It's a good question.
Yeah, I mean,
they did swap off Neon to
jet still works on its Breeze, in my opinion, and
Breeze and Abyss,
it's just a big comfort pick for him. So we just let him play the jet if he wants to, and he does a good job on it. So.
think you made the right call. So good luck on
And
Abyss.
comfort does matter the most.
Can agree with that as well. The fans on their feet for NRG, but folks,
Skyhand
this
Viper
was
in one Asian
a
pool is pretty
beautiful
crazy. I
matchup.
actually do
Two
agree with
teams
that.
really clashing against one another. That's going to take us immediately into our Verizon high-speed moment, because what you're really seeing here was just the styles sideshow just clashing non-stop, and it just felt like it was a roller coaster, man.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way that Miniboo's entering here, and then immediately afterwards, they make an adjustment. Mata swings into the
So
orb,
well played, man.
shuts him down. This first half was all about how NRG
Playing against
was
the
able
Yoru
to
Sova
stop
ult,
those
playing
entries.
close is
I love
definitely
the
high
adjustment
value.
later on as well.
It's
Round
really
11,
hard for
Miniboo
Sovas to
decides
actually
to
use
contact
their ults
Yeah.
properly
into the
when
B-side,
people are
just
so close to the
constantly
choke like that.
messing with what's going on. Look at this. Fake wall makes it feel like a fake. Actually, he's walked in.
That was
gets
sick.
the 2K.
Another sick one.
So many nice mind
Since I play
games
every
there.
agent in the
It
game,
was a Liquid that started so strong in both halves. They were 8 for 12.
like
in
every
the
agent in the
first
game
6
well,
of
or
each of those halves. Only won 3 rounds outside of that. This was a NRG who had to adapt.
think
in the
that's
first half,
unconventional
to
for a player to play
anchor
both.
more on site
Yeah,
to find ways
for sure.
to disrupt that entry.
For sure.
And on the
Two
second half as
very
well,
different
really
roles.
fixing
I
their
will say,
team
Villa,
fighting,
to
and
your
the way
point
they were
though,
approaching that in their attack side
there was a
push
lot of
plans
players
to come out and win
that
this
would play
close game.
Sova and
Could have
Viper
asked for a cleaner
back in the day.
closeout from NRG, 5 in a row to lock it up there. But all eyes, though, were on
Back in the
Kiko,
meta where it
because
was
we weren't sure how, the guy who
Harbor
made
Viper.
his name on Jet, right? We talked about it. We were talking about how good
A fair
he
bit
was
of
on this
people
agent.
were
We're
kind of like
oh
Sova
boy,
slash
Jet
Viper
even asked
flexes.
Coach Bonkar, this is not really a Jet-friendly type of situation, but I think it's safe to say, though, Breeze is still a map.
But I
that's
mean,
fluid.
once again, that's not really an
Right.
aggressive initiator,
Absolutely,
but
and Kiko was frying, man. You saw him come out with a really weird round here in round 13 where he lurks.
This was a
or he's
sick
part of
pistol.
fake on the
I like
A side,
it.
And then it becomes the backstab lurk.
Like this a lot.
Picked it up and just had so many
Calm is a good
opportunities
example,
to
yeah. Calm was one of
have
them.
His aim, his
What up, Bagel
entry
Bernie?
being
How's the
thing
games
that
going?
made the difference.
Pretty good,
Yeah, I think
honestly.
especially so on
Banger
that
first
attacking
map.
Side. He also had a
Definitely
bit of a slower start, but some of that NRG, once they figured it
wanted
out, once they were
this one to
actually
go TL's way if
coordinating
TL
how
wants a
they
chance in the
approached these
series.
backside fights on it, he looked
Gonna
so
be
good.
tough.
What
Gonna
a
be tough for
poetic way
TL
to
now.
end it, too.
Going into
4K
NRG's map pick.
against his former mentor.
Oof, you saw that? You saw that
It was
unity
clean.
there? That was
It was clean.
that tells me all
Yeah,
I need to
yeah, that
know.
does make
You
sense.
Shoot Nats
Villa.
in the head, perfect out
That
to
does
your
track.
new teammates.
I'm gonna get more
I
coffee,
know,
actually.
right? It's like,
I will
suck
be
it,
right
bro,
back.
tap. No, but seriously, I mean, really great adjustments. And here's the thing. We were talking about, well, not we, rather, but the boys in NRG. You heard Mata in that piece earlier. What was the word he used to describe this squad? Resilient. Because let me tell you, coming out of that first half, Mimi, I was a little bit concerned about how NRG were going to be shaping out in this second. But like we said, they make those adjustments. They fight together. They find success.
I think this game had a lot of parallels to the T1 game in that early on the defensive side for Liquid's opponent, they struggled to actually find a solve to play the retake together and look good in those positions, and were failing to the Liquid team fighting. But where T1 fell over and didn't adapt at all in that game, both halves, NRG take a timeout, they figure it out, and get that one adaptation that puts them ahead to win the map.
It's tough now, though, for Liquid. You actually, we heard it from Nats himself when he was getting into Breeze. He's saying, let's bring the energy up, guys. And I think they should be happy with how they fought in this map, but they will be very disappointed with the result, because this was their best opportunity at landing an early blow against NRG. The next two maps are way, way harder for Liquid.
Yeah, the Abyss really worries me. This has been a stronghold map for NRG. It's one where I don't think we've seen that depth out of Liquid just yet, so definitely looking at a tough position. If they had won, Breeze could have pushed it further. Maybe there's more of a chance, but now pretty tough road.
Yeah, very difficult. I think NRG's theory on this map is fantastic. It's a map where they've been excellent against EMEA teams in the past as well. They're constantly getting active. Mata's hyper intelligent on defense in terms of finding those timings to push out.
Well, you know, it's fascinating. Last team to defeat NRG on this particular map of Abyss was
I've
Fnatic.
returned.
That was at Champions.
What up,
Since then,
Pikachu?
they
What
had
up,
looked
Bagel Bernie? Thanks
exquisite
for the follows,
on this
guys.
map. Lots of pressure here for
Yeah,
Team
could have gone to
Let's see
Liquid.
what's
Some
going on
crucial
over
kills
on
were
their
missed.
side of
For
the
sure,
field.
I mean,
Jen Lee standing by.
Jen here with Coach Lowen.
that 2v1 from
Team
Camo
Liquid
is definitely
now
going to
0
be
loss. That was a very, very close one. What do you think
a
happened
little bit
on
of a sad
Breeze?
moment as
And
well.
next up
I think
is
a lot of
Abyss,
those micro
a map
moments, like,
where
players
NRG
will have,
really
like, pretty big
capitalizes on their
regrets.
Viper very well. Do you think that's going to change your approach to
Big
the
Z,
game or
opinions
not?
on rotate map versus
Yeah,
fix?
I think Breeze was
I don't
very
like
close, right?
fix.
It was down to the details. I mean, for
I don't like
Abyss,
fix.
Let's see.
A lot
Let's
of,
see what
like-
they're doing. Let's see.
Thank
Well,
you,
one,
and
you
good
can
luck.
spam off rotate, which I think is really important.
Let's see what we're
Fixed
gonna
is
do.
like, I don't know,
Well,
it's good for like
let's see.
spectators.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they changed the composition. In EMEA,
But like, imagine trying to solo ult, but you have a
comp
fixed map.
still there, but we haven't seen them pull this map out at all at
I
the
think also being
internationals.
able to like
I like the
contextualize
double
like where
controller
your
look,
position
similar
is on the
to
map.
what NRG
pretty
or the
valuable.
Asher Omen teams play a lot
Like
more
how
in
you're
that it
looking at
gives
the
you
map.
an active approach to
Having to
middle
do the
versus
extra
just that
mental
more
step of
passive
like.
Cypher utility, which I think a team like NRG
Actually, for
is
some
gonna
people,
do
it's probably
well
not
at
even an extra
picking
mental
apart.
step
And
if they've
also,
only
just
played
gonna
on
look
fixed.
excellent on those executes and managed to circumvent the Cypher, who I do think is a weaker hard anchor than what that second controller would normally bring.
Yeah, definitely.
Sana
I
said
also think it's just an
shotgun.
opportunity to throw something new out there.
Bait them close with a pistol and then
Harbor?
shortgun them.
You could honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
genuinely
fair,
could,
it is a
especially
shorty,
considering
right?
that Liquid were messing around with the Harbor on Pearl. This is a much better map for
Shorty
Harbor.
is a
And you also
shotgun.
got a little bit of a playbook with it with
Choke
Valorant
hats?
yesterday
Yep.
using it.
Sure.
I would look at that VOD
Oh, I
and
don't
see
even
what
know where
they
they
were
are.
doing with that particular
Yeah,
game.
and
Actually
I
aren't
think for
even next to
Liquid,
me.
you could
They're
look at
usually
this and
always
think
on
they
my
just
case,
played,
but
they won't have time to turn anything around.
right now
in
they're
depth.
not.
That's bad. But literally the
If
way
they
they
pop
got to
around,
this event
yeah.
was pulling out
I'll pick
comps
one
last
of them
minute
up.
against
One of them
Fnatic,
likes to be
a
picked
team
up.
they weren't
Well,
favorited
not
by.
really likes
Putting that
it, but
together
like
at the
allows
last
me to pick them
second.
up.
Still,
I love
think
fixed.
even if they have
Rotate makes
some
me
new
dizzy.
gimmick, NRG are just so comfortable on this
I've
map.
only played on
so
fixed,
good
so
at
I know
finding that
automatically.
adaptation. It'll still be
Spamming
tough.
is way easier on
I
rotate.
agree
It's
with you,
not
but
close.
I do think though you've got to put that test towards NRG. You can't just be running simple standard stuff. You're in an uncomfortable spot right now.
Yep.
You got to gamble when you're the team that's down. When you're the underdog, you got to look to take risks in a spot like
Okay.
that.
That was their best condition, right? I mean, Breeze
Double
was
drone.
the moment for them, right?
Double
They
drone
do
Viper.
that, they put
It's the
pressure
classic
on
comp they've
NRG,
always played.
and it really begins to maybe build up from there.
All right, what are we
But
looking
now
at
we
here
find
for
ourselves in a
CL?
situation where we
CL
don't
on
quite
Abyss.
know
Oh, it
what
is
we're
there.
gonna
There
get.
it
Hey,
is.
look at that, guys.
It was
hey,
Cypher last
does
time.
GB know ball?
Waylay
That's
and
crazy. Hey,
Neon.
Sliggy, I know ball. Yay me.
Harbor.
I think this is a really nice
I
idea
love
with this
Harbor, bro.
composition. I think that, especially, well, I mean, assuming that Nats is going to run a different
I
smoke
love seeing
as
Harbor,
well,
man. I fucking
think that
love seeing
they could
Harbor.
really make this work.
Harbor
For a
on
team that
Abyss it
should
has
be
to be
looking
good.
to aggro flood defend.
This is the one map
Against
though.
Harbor,
This is the one
I
map.
wasn't a fan of how he was playing out on the defense side. I think Valen.
We've talked about this a lot, but I'll kind of rehash it.
Might partly be
Harbor
Harbor
cannot default anymore. Harbor can't default. Like the default power of Harbor is not there.
I don't know
If you're trying to get like max value out of Harbor, it's on
For
execs
NRG,
and on
though, they're
retakes.
starting on defense here. I don't think they need a huge amount of rounds, and I think one
So
of the
if
keys
you
they
need a
have
map
is
that
playing this double
doesn't
drone comp.
really
They will
need to
constantly
default,
pressure
it's
an
gotta be
extremity
Abyss.
And get very early
Right? It
rotations.
has to be
They
Abyss.
don't have the luxury of
Like
that. Your
Abyss
team
is the
other
only one
teams
that
do.
you can
So
actually
they're
default with
very
Harbor,
good at
right? Because you're just
finding the right
throwing
moments to
one
re-clear space and
basic
getting players over in time
cove
to actually hard
smoke
anchor
on one
these
angle.
sites.
That's all you have to
Liquid's
do
win
on Abyss
condition is gonna be if they can
defaults.
get into a site, have that Harbor util up to stall out. It's so tough to
And then outside of that, you want to focus on the
Nats
exec.
put
So
together some special
pretty
moments on
interesting
Abyss. The
comp.
last
I think
time
like
that we
the
saw him
Sky
play in
is
EMEA
definitely
kickoff,
a bit
pulling
weird,
out
but the way that
the
Purpo plays with
Valorant
Sky
OT to be able to deal
has
with it
felt
so
pretty
that
nice
off,
mechanically. Like
takes
he
down
almost
two
feels like a
calls
third
before it
duelist
even
in the
begins. They've
in the
got
game.
players on Liquid who are willing to step up to big moments, but nothing here at Santiago is any
Harbor
bigger
ult
than
as
this.
well, yeah.
Saw
Harbor ult
Nats
is also
talking to the
pretty
boys
sick on
there.
Abyss.
Had to be words of encouragement. You need Liquid to
Fine,
wake
maybe
up,
using
or
Harbor
else
as a fast
NRG
rotate.
are gonna
I
run
think a
away
lot
with
of the
this
current
one,
use
2-0.
cases for
Listen it back
okay,
over
here's
your
the issue why I don't like
Fancy
Bind.
and High Pop
Bind
for
as
the
a
call.
map, like
Yeah,
it's
fight
yes,
is
Harbor
on
is good
now.
against a
Elimination
fast.
very much
Harbor
in
is
the
good
forefront of
on
my
Bind
mind
in
with
the case
Liquid
of
here,
like a
but
team
the
that one
change-up
phases.
might-
Like if they
yeah,
try
how
to
much
rush
stock
and
are you
he
putting into
throws
this?
high tide, they try to run through it, then yes, I agree. But to be honest, like a lot of teams play slow on Bind. Imagine like you instantly take the A space. Harbor throws like the high tide, people will just wait it out, bro. People just wait it out on Bind. Any dog? Wait, are you the same as the other dog? What? Two people got dogged in their name. He's spamming speeches off cooldown? Yeah, actually. I like that. Okay, early mid default. Cove Cove used to pressure the A split, but it's a fake. You're going back toward B. Ooh, they're reading it, bro. They're actually reading it. It's because he's on elevation here. He's on elevation, he sees over. He is. This is big time info, bro. Big time info from Kiko to see that nobody's actually scaling through A. If he was only behind the wall, they would get fished. They actually slowed it down, by the way.
Going to have a terrible surprise, but Mata could be the
They slowed it down. Mata has a great spot. He should be somewhat aware, though.
Oh, he's playing with his food.
Nasty.
And
That's
Bomb!
a spike. Marta breaking the back lines.
No!
And limiting the chances. Kiko's there to fight with him too. It's not a solo endeavor anymore. And the map gets drawn in new lines now.
Oh, we've got a problem here.
Liquid don't have a lot of time to recover here.
We've got a bit of a fucking problem.
Got a lot to try and get through. The spawn wraps on the way, but Wayne, again, he's got the shorty. This is incredibly tough. Minipoo nabs the spike. He's out of there. Wayne putting up some work, and there's still
oh my god.
really
How did they get the bomb? How did they get the bomb and get some kills back?
Looking towards Purpo to try and secure this. It's not going to be a challenge.
Thanks for the follow, Danny Dog.
NRG, but again, 2 ghosts and a sheriff.
Okay, I want to see some timing peaks.
And they're going to split here in the post.
Okay.
Yeah, this
is good. Miniboo. Peek on timing here.
Blind tag, I think that is, as Purpo now will be the one
Purpo,
to receive.
see, Purpo loves off angling, bro.
Hello, that's a free
What?
Gets to fall away to a new angle.
Ethan actually just accidentally walked into the open. Oh my god. He's like angling out the mid guy because he expects the second guy to be mid.
Noted on the site. Smoke gonna go in. Purpo still keeping their eyes.
He got spammed. We got spammed on pistol.
No, in the middle of the open.
Oh my god, what a weird round, bro.
Kiko Diffuse gonna come in. That round felt like it started and finished.
Such a weird round.
Again, just getting into
what
the
a
back
weird
lines,
round.
being
Okay,
a
like to be honest,
nuisance
NRG
once
should have
more.
won this round based on how they played, so it's all good.
It's Nats to be caught, and it's the spike dropped. When Liquid are so split here.
Man, one thing I really don't like though is that
spike is elsewhere, but
I really am not a fan of Purpo off angling and Miniboo like staying full tucked here. I feel like Miniboo needs to do a peek on timing to heaven so that Purpo has more info. Imagine if NRG is gentlemates and he actually like Ethan jumps across this angle and is just like hard clearing the space just in case there is an off angler. What just happened? When I was looking, no, I was looking away. He looked pretty mad. He looked pretty upsetty spaghetti, you know?
Yeah, that's gone a bit weird. I don't know really what's happened this round. I have to see that one back.
It looked like Mata was actually upset with that round.
3v4. And they've got the plant, and Miniboo's gonna go for a wonder. Lovely flash to facilitate.
His recall got
the one to try and put some numbers back on their side, but Liquid have a very good shot at this.
I mean, based on his reaction, you wouldn't have that reaction if you just made a mistake. You know what I mean? Bro had his hands up in the air.
But he's still got to walk his way in. Okay.
Wow, raw kills through there.
How are you getting both there and there?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If they lost this round,
was a very turbulent start. Actually.
Yeah, if they lost this round.
It's alright, nobody was watching. We definitely weren't actually.
I mean, Brock went crazy.
No.
When it happened.
No, totally.
Wait, show it again. Show it again.
Yeah,
let's see the replay.
Let's watch that one.
Oh.
Oh. The classic throw your hands up. Not my fault. Yeah, it's not
right.
Okay, that was.
It's got to be a bug.
League Ops.
And then the smile was like, nah, that's
okay, his reaction was very much so like, that was not my fault,
it
but that was definitely his fault. That was 139. He's jumping through the fucking side of the map, bro.
Felt like it was completely going to fall in Liquid's favor, but no. So Liquid on a way better buy now into the bonus. We're going to see the bonuses.
That's okay. Okay, bonus is terrible for NRG here.
So how do NRG want to make up for it? Because Purpo's on the hunt.
Whoa.
He's a very direct player. So we're going to have a nice little head-to-head there. Going to be warded away, but early draw of attention and rotation in reaction.
To note the buy
Ew. Not gonna lie, I don't really like this harbor wall. You didn't even do work to like push them out of that. Like, you'd rather save it.
Will come through here.
This harbor wall is really bad, by the way, because if a player was just here on the common jiggle line, they would also spot this.
The heroes of the first 2 rounds here for.
I don't like that wall. That wall's not very good.
Unlucky.
I feel like if you're trying to do like somewhat of a lurk wall, you have to like cut off the sight lines, right? Make it a little bit awkward. Make it so they don't feel comfortable jiggling this. If they stand top sight, there's still like a gap.
Liquid keeping 5 up, and you want to see them keep 5 here. It's an expensive investment, and they are trying to hunt down Purpo, and that's 1 lost. So that's Vandal.
You actually lost that fight, huh?
Rest again.
Slight one-way angle for Purpo there too. He sees the top of the guy's head before he can even see him.
Classic.
I don't know what I'm seeing in this one. Madness. So Brock's gone down, that's fine. Kiko going to get one of the Vandals that was lost out of Purpo's hand. So they've accepted the outcome on this one, 2-1. Liquid get their first on the board.
Now,
okay.
The purchase.
All right, anti-try round, guys.
For NRG.
We have a Guardian
Progress for
from Ethan.
Purpo towards
They
their
must have hero
ultimates.
rifled somebody that round.
The
Paying
other side
attention.
again,
Wait,
no
wait, what?
surprises, Kiko and
Yo,
Brock doing
buy
well in those
him!
first 2 rounds. Op
Buy
and
him!
for Marder.
What?
Curious to see where
Guys!
he's going to set up all the way towards
He
top
saved
mid
it last
right
round?
now.
Oh! I didn't notice he saved the Guardian. Why?
Start. And
Good call.
who's it posted
Did
down
not
there?
see that.
Kiko
What's up,
initially,
Bielsa?
but yeah.
Cancelled. It's pacey from Liquid, and it's very direct. They don't have many layers, excluding obviously Nats can be a bit separated, but NRG are in for the brawl on the side. It's Wayne and Purpo to find that stability they needed, but a shot from Kiko keeps this very competitive.
They're using the same wall as G2
Back up
yesterday.
here, and that's the smoke drop might get it,
I
but
do like
Wayne
it.
bests him.
Oh, the op.
This gets tough for the
Top? Yeah,
operator,
it is
though.
op.
I don't think he's gonna
Op is a
really
bit dicey
catch Wayne
here.
on this back
Getting a
foot.
lot of
Okay, no, he
space.
does. Wayne just shows a pixel out of place and is caught. So Camo left alone on the site. I think they might be really understanding where Nats is in this, but he can still be effective a little bit further
They're
away.
extremely
looking to get
aware of
backwards
Nats
here.
here. Extremely
No pressure
aware.
coming towards Camo just yet.
They're like, holy
It's hard to
shit,
kind
this
of
guy could
slice
be
the
anywhere.
right for Marder. As Brock gonna
a great
spot out
spot.
Camo now, but still that
What
question
a
mark
shot from Camo.
where the final
Did
player
stream
is
drop earlier? Yeah, it
Camo.
did,
All right,
unfortunately.
that was a clean way to end it. Liquid gonna get their second now.
What a shot,
Starting to show
bro.
some real validity to this approach.
And this is
What do you
crucial
think
in
of
terms
Sky on
the
Abyss?
harbor.
I'm
It's
not
getting
really a
sidelines
fan,
a
if I'm being
completely
honest,
different
but
angle in terms of hitting
Purpo is like
B.
kind of
Makes
the
it
guy
very
that you
awkward for somebody
would
to commit
consider
towards
it,
the
right?
engagement ahead of the plant coming through. And Scoob actually does really well. You can see him considering.
Like mechanically, he
completely
has to
giving
be
up
the best
side.
guy.
Oh,
That was an insane shot. Camo's had some insane rounds
really
today.
Yeah.
nice. And again, I'd love to see a swing up from Camo.
2v1, I'm still thinking about it, but
solid. We haven't seen the
like
best of him. I
mechanically,
think
he's
some
been
of the
playing
other players
so
taking a little
well.
bit of that limelight, which is fine, but
They're not even close.
Doesn't mean you
Compared to
always
what
make
we
the
saw
perfect
in
decision,
a
though,
couple of the
unfortunately.
series
Yep.
back in the EMEA.
so Liquid again, still very direct, still just focusing on these side takes. Seeker's going to be highly telling where NRG were trying to get to. Marder's position also going to be seen. Well, that Seeker's off and about, but
Full
still
audio.
Marder, the only one really to be nearby. So Purple,
Clone
how
gives
long to
audio.
watch
It kind of
this?
tells him that they pushed through.
Yeah, quite a while now. So gonna spot out Marder. That's one of the threats gone. It's the 4 players around the
Hey,
back.
Purpo.
And Kiko the only one with a Guardian. So if you're Liquid, you just want to find 5 alive, keep building that economy up, get those ults
Wow.
going. Camo's one away.
Now it's like they're
Starting to
playing on
look pretty
attack.
solid.
I was going to say Camo and Miniboo a chance here to really solidify Liquid's early momentum. Tough, really. I think NRG just looking to deny here. Try and police towards main, prevent anybody.
I like Harbor more than Viper
Finding
on
further
this map,
progress.
if I'm being
How
honest.
are we finding this composition so far? It feels very all in. It feels very direct. We haven't seen too much nuance to it.
I like
yet, but
Harbor a
it's
lot.
No, absolutely. I think it plays towards, like I said, it's a different variation to what Liquid have tried to
I think
do
you would
across
want to
the
play
entire
Sova
map pool,
in
right?
this
Building
comp
around
specifically,
Miniboo in particular and Camo being the second
rather
player
than
to that.
Sky, but because it's
Like I
Purpo,
said, I quite like the Sky.
really don't
I think
mind
there's
it.
A lot of
Really don't mind it.
possibilities in getting a little weird on some of the site hits in terms of
Polar Wall definitely helps on
Harvest
B.
utility.
100% agree, FaZe.
early
100%
timeout
agree.
here for NRG.
Maybe just to try and get a grip on how this comp's playing out, really.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think there's going to be anything really magical
No.
in terms of set pieces.
NRG
You've got to
plays
question the
Viper,
amount of time
Ob
they
Comfort
have prepped
for
around
Scuba.
this. It's obviously something
Also, they need the defaulting
considered
aspect.
elsewhere.
Can't default as Harbor. Correct,
So,
yeah.
the
Yeah, that makes
core-based win
sense.
condition for
I mean,
NRG
this is one map that you
coming
can
back
kind
in
of
here is
default as Harbor.
potentially
You
Marder
throw like
on
a
the
cove
operator.
for mid.
Didn't
You
really
save your
get
high
much
side
of
for
a
the
say
exec.
previously.
But I do
Outside of that,
agree,
Raw,
overall.
great progress
They
towards
definitely do like playing the
the Hunter's
slower
Fury.
rounds, and
Quite a sentence.
playing slow rounds definitely
Approaches
benefits the Viper.
Fury.
Yeah, I
Was
wanna
the
see
first
how they try
map
and activate
worth
two
going
players
back and
because
watching?
it
Yeah,
is
for
hard to get
sure.
information. Now,
For
it
sure,
feels
one
like the
Poco.
composition
I mean,
NRG has
unfortunately,
has
from
the
my
ability to
POV,
do
it
it,
ended
but
up
again,
getting
when
a
it's so
bit
direct and approach from Liquid,
screwy at the end
it's
because my
still,
stream
you're gonna be
settings,
what,
I guess,
hoping that
were a bit
you've
off,
got
but
the stronger side of the map
should
in
be
the right
fixed
place,
now.
right? It's still very
Yeah.
difficult.
You can watch
That's
it all
the
the way
other
up
thing, I'm
to
just
the
seeing
end,
him
I guess.
actually buy away from that now, back
Oh,
on the
okay.
rifle. I was
First
gonna
map
say,
was
it
pretty
kind of
sick.
prevents Marder from doing something we've talked about, which is getting behind.
I like watching this so
some of
far,
these
though.
defaults,
I just
some
think
of
that
these
the
side execs.
like the default Harbor
repeatedly.
util is always going to be great, right?
And
Like,
here,
this stuff is
obviously,
always
it's
going to be
crucial
great.
to hunt
I think that
nats.
this lurk wall that they're trying to
Don't allow
use
him
to like
to
get some
buy
control
time in these
just needs to be a
post farms.
basic wall like
It'll
this.
just be a
Just
nuisance
cut off like the obvious like
Won't
spots where
actually
people
see
like to
Marder
hold
on the
and
operator.
force them to be basically on this close line.
They've toyed with kind of leaving Purpo a little bit alone on this. So
Like here, imagine this wall comes out now. Like that would be actually great use of it. This is just slightly off. I guess the goal is to get this deep spawn angle though.
They catch in between. It's stunning shots from Kiko, and now some chip damage
Okay,
could become
we'll
a
talk
problem.
about this strat.
Camo's on 4 HP.
We'll definitely be talking about this strat.
Just a little ahead of the flash here, the synergy. Not quite right. Nats still causing issues. Will find Ethan.
They know there's 2 on the site though, but they bide their time. The
We'll
bomb
definitely be
comes in.
spending some time on
NRG
this
looking
trap.
to try and get involved. Marta's teeing
Great
it up,
slow,
and allowing
man.
Brock to drop down. Nats, oh!
Nats kills 2.
Divine
In
intervention,
what world?
it feels like needed. Because now we've got Marta against Camo.
Oh my god, he
Marta
doesn't know.
unsure, unawares,
He found.
spots him.
He
Marta,
actually
War
spotted
Machine,
him.
The man at times.
Marta.
Gets his 1v1
Wow.
and gets the defuse.
Just sensational.
You like G2's Harbor better than Wayne's? Yeah.
Marta's
Yeah, I
decision
bet.
making and being one of those duelists that can just
Are your VODs for the coach stream
turn
meant
the
to have chat
tides
off? Is
on a
that
single round.
is that a setting, one Poco?
Comes up
I'll
clutch
have
here
to
for
check that,
NRG.
Poco.
A Red Bull clutch nonetheless.
Okay.
Kiko,
Lots of
again, the
reasons why I
flash
don't
just
like
causing
this.
Issues for Mini Boot. Oh, but
Kiko
again, a
actually TP'd across it,
ridiculous shot
which is
to
pretty
catch him.
sick.
We got some
Pretty
aimers
sick
in the
detail.
server today.
They didn't expect him to be that fast on the timing.
I mean, it didn't
I
even
don't
look
like
like
this
it.
wall
Nope.
that they've
Nope.
chose to do
Okay, so the ult's now starting to cycle in
because
for
there is a
NRG.
bit of a gap. There's a gap
See
here,
Liquid
and then there was
now
a gap
not
on the
gonna have
timing
those to
here
hand.
because they wanted to like prioritize
Resets a
this
little
part of the
bit the
wall.
balance.
And in their
Well,
comp, right?
leaping.
Neon, Yoru, they don't have a way to take this
Ah,
heaven
that was
space
a-
instantly.
I don't say a lazy
Oh.
clear, but it certainly wasn't.
So
deep
having
enough.
that
Good
much focus
trade, at
toward
least,
heaven
keep it 4v4,
doesn't really
but
fit their
then,
comp.
okay, we've
You'd
traded
rather
sides
just do
here.
like the
So in terms
basic
of that
like
checklist
gets the
now,
whole
Nats
site
isn't a
kind of
threat
ult,
after
and
the
then just
spike goes down.
deprioritize maybe some
Kiko
section over
considering
here
the
if there needs to
TP.
be a gap,
No thinking about it.
and then just smoke heaven.
Miniboo with a shot in the dark, it feels like to take away
Which you don't get
Scuba.
the extra space, but like you can't really
There it
take
is,
it. You
Kiko
don't have
in the
jet,
meantime
you don't have
does take
waylay.
the TP out
You don't have a
of
way
there,
to like
so
really entry
they'll try and
into
crunch
heaven
this,
unless
but
you
numbers
like
do
just
favour
straight up
Team
run there.
Liquid here. Plants now in, player spotted, Miniboo beheaded. But does they read into where they saw him crossing towards? Now
Like the
they
proactivity
will.
here.
Fight towards CT and a clean
Purpo's
shot
stuck
from
in the
Ethan.
open though, man.
Unable to pressure him off this. And they know about Camo.
Great
Camo's
angle.
been clean, not clean enough this time. Shot not there as
Not
Wayne
enough.
left in the
Gentlemate's
1v3.
angle.
Super clutch on map 1. But this is hard. Oh, that's nice.
What a
Another
shot, by the way.
Gets to reposition off this. He's trying to buy the time here. Try and divide them into manageable pieces. He's heard it. Wayne, you're going to need a belter of a shot.
Nice try, bro.
Kiko
Really
again.
nice try.
The start
See the
and end of
movement from
things.
Ethan there, though?
Gonna
Man, like,
trade it
I'm
out so
telling
he
you,
can
Ethan
get
has, like,
that
the
ult
most
one
clean
step
movement in the
closer.
game.
Beautiful stuff.
It's really not close.
Again, you take this trade against Liquid every day of the week. If you can
I see
find
one
Nats
Poco.
in
Okay,
this
I'll check.
situation
I'll check for that
early
setting
on
later.
in the round. And this is before Liquid have even hit the site. Certainly a win condition for NRG in some of these faster.
Man, Ethan's movement is so clean,
early
by the way.
rounds.
You gotta say it.
Kiko, 11-2 already.
Who else?
here
Who else
on
is jump
4-3
spotting that angle, by the way?
scoreline.
Ethan is the best juggler in the game too. Yeah, 100%.
Have been great from both
By
coaches.
far
A
the
lot
best
of coaches
movement in the
have been doing
game.
really well recently
Not
with the kind of
close. Outside of like
win
neon abusers.
percentage after timeout. So Liquid
But that doesn't count,
do
right?
need to
It's like
find
he's not
something
playing
back,
neon.
Maybe trying to, I don't want to say adjust Nats, but if that's been the pressure point that NRG are trying to exploit a bit more, I don't know how you want to kind of remove him from what he's doing in such an iconic role, but there's got to be depth to it now.
Whether or not Liquid try and get a little more active in terms of defaulting and look for opening engagements that way. Now
Double
identifying
Senti,
NRG
Deadlock
are
Sage. I
basically
feel like
on the hunt
Deadlock
for
Sage
these
could be
rounds.
really good against a team that plays like permanently on the retake.
Some of the
But if you're
pieces
playing a team that like fights to choke well,
puzzle
it's like pretty
side of
impossible to
Liquid.
play. Better movement than
Others
Ospas?
on his ultimate,
Yeah.
Scuba just one away, who, again,
Ethan has the best
time and time
movement in the
again, he's
game,
trying
for
to
sure.
find the fat, right? He's
Like
trying
just
to
raw
tuck into
character
sight,
movement.
Find these ratty little spots to find
Ethan
kill
movement
from, but
topside
Liquid do
just
it really
pissed
well
me
to
off.
navigate that.
Yeah.
No, like again, I've been
Like
very
Ospas
impressed with what
is
Liquid are doing,
very,
even
very
though we're
great
at
as a
4-3
player.
now,
But I wouldn't
NRG,
say he's like
yes,
known
they
for
are
his
up and they found the latest
crazy good
solution to
movement.
the problems.
Sure.
Liquid is still very much in this. We've seen a couple of clutches coming down
Well, I
one
mean,
way or another.
look at NRG is 4 successful diffusers here. So
Honestly,
Liquid
this is
certainly
usually NRG's worst half too.
getting themselves into winnable positions, but
So already having 4 here,
I'm not sure really what the adjustment on their side
feeling pretty
would
good.
be. Again, you got to
Well, set exec.
the possibilities in terms of this
That exec,
composition.
we're gonna pop out the orb.
And this time around, Nats is with the main bulk of the
Okay,
site
the
hit.
Timings are just terribly off here, I won't lie.
And takes away Purpo, slips back behind the walls.
The timings are really off here.
With soaking this hit proactively this time. Not even going to be playing for retakes, they are standing.
Nobody's scaling on the time that the Harbor is throwing utility. The Sky's flash comes way before anyone actually gets through the choke.
Gotta be composed.
The Astra stun happens way before anyone's even up into the smoke.
Thought about now, and look at Marder. The second that you pull,
we can talk a bit about the timing there after the round. Actually, I can kind of go into it now because it's kind of a pause here. The idea is supposed to be, right, you throw util with the intention to follow up on it, right? When you throw this early, kind of the way the timing should work is everybody should be at the edge of this smoke here. Like let's say this smoke here, let's do like a magnifying glass, this smoke. You want everybody to be right here in the smoke. Sky flash comes through, everyone pops out, right? So you don't want to get counter utiled and you want to follow up on the util. So the fact that half of the team, the Cove is here, half of the team is still back here where the X is. This stun is coming through, this blind already hit a long time ago, and the pop flash is happening as well here. While the position is here, not good enough, bro. Basically, by the time you get through the choke, you're not getting any value on any of your util. Nobody's stunned, nobody's flashed, nobody's blind. Was Cove to stop the spam or what? Yeah, it's a bit to set up their pop. The problem is they didn't really use it.
Again, Ethan kind of playing Scuba's game here, getting in
and look,
all this utility.
Look, all of the utility ends up going past him as well, because they decided to take the space off of that.
Again, even so, when the util's invested here, Miniboo's not on site quick enough. Again, whether or not they
all of the timings are just so off there.
Hesitate once the smokes go up.
Back to the server for that one. Back to dry runs.
Tighter for Liquid.
Dog and walk. I do like the dog and walk strat. Walk around strat is really powerful.
We saw this on Breeze. Again, just punished Ethan to find one Scuba, to find a second. Both duelists gone.
The walk around strat did not work for them here. Did they go through this wall? They went through the wall into mid site. Not a fan of that.
Just starting to really get their finger on the pulse of this tempo. Spike planted.
And the pick to almost deny further progress.
Whoa, this angle is kind of nice for Wayne.
It's a weird one for
I won't lie, I think it's easy to spam. Very easy to spam. Whoa, a little pocket here. This is very easy to spam because it's like you're literally in a corner. I think if he held this deep angle, wow, he would have been spotted by the dash, so this ends up being the perfect call. Does get spammed.
I don't know if a pixel showed or if it was just great intuition. And NRG
with this cove, it's very obvious. A bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think we are. They've got that down to everything.
It becomes more obvious with the cove.
NRG, once
yeah,
they find the solution,
the cove did end up kind of being value because when the dash came out and Mata's just like literally spin botting, he would have seen him on minimap. So the off angle wouldn't have paid off anyway, but if Mata has no dash in the round, for sure.
Again, even here, man, it just feels a bit... I'm a bit worried when I'm seeing Miniboo sat on 1-7, right?
Got to get slightly out of that corner.
Starting to compound. I'm seeing a couple of problems. I'd love to see Liquid
Kuva spams it regardless, even without Mata dash.
Right? At least one of them. I don't think you want to burn a second, but at this point, I need you to kind of find an answer.
Maybe. Might feel like it's open though, based on like vision cones and stuff. Possible without the Mata dash that he could have gotten value, but kind of tough, bro. I think 4-1 teams are kind of easy to play against, won't lie. Man, like imagine just they did like a double walk B main as a result of hearing a main default. Some teams really are that easy to read on the game plan. Nats will always be mid. 4-man default toward A.
This is when you look at those new comps.
Not sure if the prep really shows that, but 4-1 is so easy to play against. Really value Skyorb over the Harbor Orb.
So 3-2 split towards the A site, shouldered for now by Brock. He's already
if they plan on splitting
let the Seekers go through.
Vent,
Miniboo the one to try and take the space away. Falls in towards
maybe.
He's already taken down. Nah, it's good from Marder. And Miniboo just
Kind of crazy to invest into this round regardless, right?
That's the answer to that.
How is Kiko here still as well? Kiko's been unchecked. Kiko might be the downfall of Liquid.
Insane, bro.
Patiently, plays it perfectly.
Pops his ult as well in the celebration.
Kiko versus CL.
A little unintended there, but how's Nats caught here?
I don't know.
And this is to obviously separate Liquid, but yeah, I mean, just trying to backtrack here.
Oh my God! Come on, bro!
Kiko just looking absolutely sensational.
Man, Kiko has some crazy mechanical moments, man.
I'm just feeling like the wind is just out of their sails right now. Nothing feels like it's working. And NRG coming alive in this.
The buy previously, Nats on a Guardian now, rifles elsewhere for Liquid, but need a response in round 11. Not much, if anything, of a buy behind this.
Same strat, same ult.
This is direct again. Straight in we go.
Man, it just feels so awkward, right?
I mean,
they hard scale this way,
so you're banking on the
and they don't smoke heaven.
Really banking on here. Plant still not in yet. Wayne not feeling comfortable enough. Great stall as well from the Teo utility coming in.
Same kind of thing could have happened with the Omen TP. Or a player in vent.
Behind it! It's beautiful! I gotta say it, Liquid look flat here, Mike, and I'm worried that they are running low on answers. Camo gives them maybe.
Feels like whenever you do this ult, you need to have somebody take the heaven space.
Of course he is. Where else would he be? This time overextends. He's getting a little greedy on it. Maybe smelling blood in the water. This plant becomes such a problem.
Wow, man. Still had high tide as well.
Try and stabilize here, finally.
Oh, he knows the high tide tech, bro.
HP advantage here for NRG. Camo's
The double jump out heaven, by the way, is fully psychotic. Wait, he knows both, no? Oh, he doesn't know both.
Scuba.
That's the angle, right?
Feeling confident.
Plenty of time to work with, but Wayne actually.
Huh. No, he does know that both dropped out, right?
Maybe just not favorable.
Wasn't he here? That's where his X is.
Scuba's patience may just pay dividends. Clearing the backside, Wayne. Waiting.
Hard clearing.
On the corner, he's got him. Liquid. A breath of fresh air. It feels like the first time we're seeing a bit of a breath coming through for them. They've been choked out in so many of these
Kiko round past Harbor ult the first time with the Omen TP. I agree, yeah. It's good. It just feels like...
Well, in terms of the finances, a couple of these situations, though,
it's not the worst thing ever, obviously, ulting both, because like it's very rare that people are playing on the right side of side A. That would be a bit of a counter to the Harbor, playing close right.
Finally, stick the landing here. A response found after.
He doesn't clear left first, then shorty right.
Posted by NRG.
Well, if he cleared left like good, then the guy would just see his barrel anyway, right?
Made something possible here.
Like over here, he would just see his barrel and just peek him.
In a second, but I think that was
he wouldn't play full tucked. Playing full tucked is not.
Yeah,
oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny.
Basically, them hunting Nats here is to send 4 into mid.
I like this, though. That means they're starting to get an understanding of what NRG were doing. This is a really positive sign.
That
for
is
any Liquid
pretty
fans
funny.
Out there and the team themselves.
Okay, they're pretty aware. Pretty aware here. This will be a fast rotating to be. We can play for the flood. Actually defend the site. Perfect by TL here. Literally perfect by Miniboo. Bro, the fact that he plays to throw this stun and then just hard hold, then punish off the stun is like actually perfection. Scuba found a crazy fucking flood angle. What the fuck?
He's just going to hold his line for now. But there's problems elsewhere.
They know of Camo?
They can tap the spike. They can start this one. Camo,
wait.
Brilliant. Just doing what he needs to, but it's down to a 1v1. Nats, show me what you can do here. An icon for the ages, sure, but Scuba's got you dead to rights. He's up. He's standing. And NRG closing out a key round.
Nats has to check this as well.
Phantom must be really OP. I'll just say that. Phantom must be really OP. I bet Brock like literally just doesn't even hear the bullets, bro.
Seem to have the recipe to deal with it.
Like you shouldn't need comms realistically, right? Like a guy is literally shooting at your teammate from
facing a 4-8 scoreline. Map 1 did
Know
not
what I mean?
go that way.
He wouldn't be mini-mapped,
So
I
now
don't think,
map 2,
because
they
nobody was
have
looking at
to
him,
turn
but
up on, or it's going home time.
he should hear the gunfire. And then, like, I mean, this is, like, low-key planner issue, right? If Nats has to, as his best play, jump across danger, like... That was pretty nice, yeah. Pretty well played by Scuba. Taking that rewalk timing. What do you think the best solo duelist for this map would be ideally? Dude, if you're solo duelist and you have like double ini, it would have to be Jet or Waylay. My opinion. It would have to be. I think solo Yoru is not good enough. I think Neon, like maybe. If you're like a really, really, really insane Neon player, then maybe. But it'd have to be Jet or Waylay. Seen like 4 times NRG lost a 2 to 3 man advantage. Or NRG more susceptible to lose these rounds, or TL just that good? Feels like a lot of the rounds that was even the case. It was just because TL hit some insane shots. NRG is usually a pretty fundamental team. Pretty good at playing off of one another. But they've been having some errors for sure when it comes to playing more tight, close-out rounds. People playing in the open, like literally hard facing into multiple people. Pretty impossible to win those kinds of rounds, or win those kinds of duels rather. Actually, yesterday one of these songs from between maps or between sides got my video copyright struck. Well, not a strike, but copyright warning. I was like, what the hell?
Gotta say it, Eco top of the board, 15 to
I had to
5.
like edit it out of the video this morning.
On the side of NRG.
I was like, okay, sure.
I mean, it has to start. There's no easy way to cut
NRG keep finding these smoke pockets planned. Yeah, 100%. I think that's really, really important, especially on Abyss. But in this meta, what you would see from a lot of the teams that don't really get any multi-kills is usually they'll just play only in the pivot spots. And they'll only play to like kind of slowly give space. The really, really good teams always try to play these like high value power positions, like close corners, near a choke, or inside of a smoke and like kind of pivot around it. You can't really just only play the pivot spots. You have to get a little weird. You have to get a little weird when you're playing on defense. I think there's too many teams that play a bit too fundamentally and just don't have any amount of individuality. Liggy always mutes the music. Well, that's good to know actually, Wrist Rockets. That's probably W Tech, honestly.
In a very powerful position.
Playing the close angle is so hard versus double indie now. It gets harder, yes, but at the same time, there's less people that can teleport behind you.
NRG looking to pick up the pace towards 8.
So like fucking, you're not playing against Waylay plus Yoru, like both dashing past the angle and keeping behind you. So if, for example, in this round, obviously they're not going to have drones, 2 drones. So this would be a great example of a round that you could play close.
And then back over towards B.
And you also can do some like mental tracking within your team. I know a lot of teams used to have like, for example, when it was Sky solo initiator, people would kind of keep track of like when they use dog. Use that as an indicator of when they can start playing close angles. Because once dog is down, it's like all they can really do is pop flash. It's not like people are going to util to get inside of the smoke. So you could usually play in smokes pretty easily against Sky.
Here it is.
Full audio, Scuba is definitely crazy favorite there.
Now it's a 5v2. Wayne's a formality.
Well done, NRG.
Lands shots like that. It's the first.
Will I do that? What do you do? Keep track of the dog?
Big hitter.
Always track any util. W teammate.
And they took their time, man. Yep. Marta's halfway to his ult.
Both orbs pay off massively for NRG.
Audio kind of lost Nats' duel there. Unfortunately. He knows that Scuba is in that area though. He killed his teammate. Should take that a bit more slow. Trying to like lazy clear it while like full running. You're just never winning that duel realistically. Most of the time you insta-die against a pro doing that.
Just get out of there.
Crack any timers?
It is you against the
Definitely
entire
high value
NRG.
stuff, bro.
And they are going to give it up.
Okay, do they deny the plant?
Crowd very unhappy with that one.
I mean, you don't
Plant is not denied. That's
$1,500
$1,500 and an alt orb for NRG.
You come in here, you've effectively got 1 round to prevent.
About to have it from Overwatch.
Series point.
Definitely good. It's a good habit. Also, one thing I've noticed, a lot of teams do this. They see if the enemy team is going to go to their bomb site and then they jump off. But like the whole point of jumping off was to do it instantly, so you deny the orbs and the plant. It kind of doesn't make sense. You'd rather just play exits. Play exits, do some damage. Look at NRG, bro. They have a full buy. Every gun save, they have a full buy.
Plant the seed towards the B site.
Yeah, people try to greet it, bro. People try to greet it, and they try to predict the site, and then like they change their mind. They're like, oh, if it's wrong, then we'll just jump off. I think that's actually like incorrect.
That might be the green light for Liquid to apply pressure towards B, but it's just Marta hanging around here. This is selling the fake.
Marta should be dead though. Marta should have already been dead, but it's Purpo who's gone down.
Getting 0 and giving a stinger away. They're not going to be that worried because obviously it was only a stinger that player that they lost. If he had a gun and someone else had a stinger, it'd be slightly worse.
Paranoia, plenty of tools here for NRG to capitalize on this space. Kiko's going even further.
He's heard all this too. That's
this could be one of those rounds that NRG does approach by just playing full post, and it looks like that's the angle. They have Viper Orb on bomb, Molly as well, double shock, 1 missile left.
The flank now no longer as potent. They can start working on that defuse. So the rest of NRG better be ready on this one. Halfway already achieved.
Cove.
But Ethan finding both players. A third.
Cove makes it a little weird for them, but doesn't matter.
The fearless leader.
Doesn't matter. Ethan just runs through the harbor wall and just kills multiple. Full bailed out.
That might just.
That was a very early half with the Cove too.
Hell, they might be 6 feet under at this point, Mike. I'm seeing Liquid starting to really just run on fumes, and they're being walked across this map.
Yeah, Ethan did rocket the bomb.
Yep. By NRG. A timeout to be called here.
What up, Ms. Har fan? How's it going?
Lots and lots to consider.
Big B with deep insert, plan A, play post. Yeah, no, I mean, pretty sick round. Pretty sick round. If you play against a fast rotate team, just trying to play the flood, fakes get crazy value early on in the half.
Deficit. Coinbase win condition, we're clutching at straws, Lauren. There's not much.
Quick little two-phase round. Thanks for the follow, Ms. Har.
Progress isn't there in these opening rounds. The bonus conversion just.
They're really late timeout, bro. 11-4.
I think collectively there was 3.
I guess if you already timed out here as TL or here,
you see here,
kind of hard to decide if you want to time out again during this half. Then you lose pistol, lose 2 rounds.
Again, Nats at the start of this saying
feels bad, but probably fell into some bad pause timings, unluckily.
But for now, he is standing untouchable.
Okay, that's a crazy take, Catabasis.
I am
that
so
is a crazy take.
Form. And at 11-4, it's hard to find fault in what NRG are doing. Liquid,
FaZe says I disagree. I think most people disagree with that take. The XLG were better than Liquid. I mean, on this map, chill. Yeah, I mean, TL definitely had a bit of a map pool issue, for sure.
With a full rifle.
Little bit of map pool issue, little bit of like style, like they've been kind of, they were one-dimensional. They've kind of like tapered it off a bit and been a bit more pace changey, but
time and time again.
Problem yesterday was pretty apparent. Yeah, exactly. They're still finding themselves. Kind of changed their identity a bit. Definitely showed a better face overall. And they're going to have to do some crazy work here. Some crazy work to be able to pull this back. And they're having the wrong read in this round. That's going to be tough, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, what else are you going to do?
If they plant B here, save, bro.
And it hurts
Man, they
me
have
to say
zero
that.
util.
It hurts me
Trust
to
me.
say that.
I'm with you, right?
Not even
no
wrong.
one loves Jame time, but right now, you are being
They could play for the heavy flank, bro. It might actually just catch someone.
And it is
I don't
not
think Mata
by a
hears any
small
of this.
amount.
He doesn't know.
Mata can fall back. Does he get away? Oh, he does get away in time.
Did he
as well.
spot
Not
him?
even a real threat on that front.
Did he spot him?
But
I
it
think he
looks like they're
did.
still up for the fight on this, but the site
Kind of hard
is
to
gonna
tell
be
with
really hard to
X-rays.
take.
Well, now Liquid are here early enough.
Zix, are you actively
Mata,
looking to
though,
get
ready,
hired?
stands and takes away Purpo.
Yeah.
Removing the
Don't.
punch, Kiko on the follow.
I mean, okay, this is really bad
Feels
for.
almost unfair.
Really
Nat's
bad for Liquid.
desperately trying, but one is not enough.
I think it's a bit over.
Your last hope here to
I think it is a
deny
bit
12.
over.
And he needs to find 3. Needs to defuse. The list gets longer, the closer he gets. And that smoke just faded. And I think so might have his chances now. One to the right, one to the left, and one up above. Wayne, can you clutch it up one more time? Not at all. 12 rounds for NRG. This feels too simple. This feels too easy. And they are taking it in their
Skill
stride.
comp with Taylor Breach would do better than Sky.
Just
Honestly, I'm not a big Breach believer
Some
for
of
sure.
the positives we've seen out of this
Tayo
Liquid
maybe.
roster, a new lease of life.
But I do like.
Across kickoff.
I do like the
Unfortunately,
focus on
that
comfort for
international
TL.
form
That
just
kind of
not
seems like the direction they
translating.
decided to take. They just don't have the depth.
4 Guardians, Camo again, no shield.
Why Sky info flash good for
pro
Harbor?
rifle.
They're on the ropes, Mike.
I don't think playing double flash is like.
Barely breathing, desperately
Double
trying
flash
to get
isn't
something
bad.
Started. Gonna try and pick a fight with Marta, and
Good
they're gonna
catch.
find their man. Okay, that is a huge start here.
I think it's just Sky is like one of the only characters that can really
That's already tagged up. as
solo
well.
initiate, if not already just playing Sova on this map.
Really back away. This is gonna be so
The reason for
difficult.
that
Again,
is
it's on Wayne and
drone
Purple
plus
now,
the ability to
but
pop.
Oh my
I mean, I guess you could argue that
everything's
Teo
going right
has
for NRG,
similar
even at a loss of
capabilities, but
Marta here.
Look at the beat. Oh, okay, Camo did take that TP.
double flash is still
So it's gonna
pretty good value.
break the line,
Like
so
imagine
it's
you
a
throw
slight
double flash out the
player
smoke
here.
on different
Nat's none
timings,
the
right?
wiser, and patience being Brock's virtue.
You can
He
Yoru
will
flash
wait
into a Sky
before
flash or
he
vice
strikes.
versa. They
Oh
dodge
my
the
God.
first, they
And
get hit by the
there's
second
more
no matter
coming.
what.
Rotation.
There's more coming.
And here's the second, guys.
Breaking them into pieces.
It is
Magical
over, man.
from Brock.
He pulled that one out of the hat. It's Camo
That's getting
now,
timing twice. Yeah, it
who's
did happen
just
multiple times this
watched
game,
the
man.
massacre happen
I
and
mean, that's
can
just
do
how it feels,
nothing
though, man. When you
about
play a
it.
gambly
No
game.
shield, no teammates.
All right, Camo.
On the right side of the map.
He's giving you
Camo
audio at
now
least.
would be the
All of them
time
have
to
given
be
you
the
audio.
hero of the
You
hour.
know 3 went heaven. 1 unknown.
Oh my
God,
What do we
you
do?
can't get away from it. NRG,
Nice try. Nice
a
try.
cut above the rest. 13-4. This team is the real damn deal.
Nice try. Nice try. Do you think they intentionally made Mata, the duelist, take the orb to take the hit on A?
Clinical performance.
Probably.
here
I think
from
NRG is the
NRG.
type of team that's pretty intentional about those
Will
things.
shatter the hopes of Liquid.
No Senti screwed
again,
them.
just
A lot of teams don't
folding
play
in
Senti on this
second
map.
Close affair on the first is NRG to really go against the odds in terms
did.
of
I think it's just
tempo
when
of
you
that.
play.
Insane comeback here, but this comp just not landing.
Here's the thing.
NRG.
When you play the gambling style, right, where you're like fast rotating either direction, there like the way that the reason why this works is because you're doing this usually against teams that are easier to read. Okay, if you read the wrong bomb site, then there are going to be gaps. That's just how it works, right? You're kind of hedging that like you have the correct read every time, that you're always going to be on the right bomb site, and what the weakness is obviously is gaps. So like if you look at the way that TL played, they did a lot of 4-1s, which naturally leaves one lane open, right? Constantly leaves one lane open. And then if you played a gamble when you're on defense, you also leave a lot of gaps. And if your team isn't naturally aware of like timings, like they're not very, very strong at understanding like the timing concept of like, let's say we leave this B-link gap open for 10 seconds, like where can they be from this 10 seconds? If your team doesn't have a really, really good understanding of this, kind of represent that point. This tool is pretty nice on VALORANT. Kind of use it to like see how long it takes to do stuff. So let's say, for example, we cleared mid. Let's say, for example, we were this player and we cleared all of mid. We saw that nobody could be here. how long does it take to walk from here to here on the lurk? About 3.6 seconds. So you only realistically, as an example of timing, when you're this player, you only have to jiggle it every, let's say, your vision line is something like this, right? So it takes, let's say, from this spot all the way to here, about 2 seconds or so. You'd only have to jiggle this every 2 seconds because you're aware of that gap. You could leave this angle and pick up another angle for 2 seconds. In the same way that, like, for example, if you're the B Heaven player, you would only need to look at this angle every like 4 seconds or so before this person is able to even get impact. It's just one of those things of gaps in timings and how deep they can be that you need to have an overall awareness of if you're a gambling team. It feels like TL doesn't understand a lot of these kinds of concepts because they changed their playstyle and identity. If you change your playstyle and identity, you don't have the reps of these kinds of pattern recognition. Let's say you're a retake team. All you do is play retake. You will never leave a gap on the map, right? If you're playing retake only, you'll never leave a gap on the map because you're already sacrificing map control. So in that case, if you're just playing retake, you'll never have this issue of gaps. So you would never even know that this could be an issue.
We'll let him take that.
So now,
wait, what? I was behind?
Also,
how did I ever get behind?
As a really resilient team. So
I'll just wait. I'll wait until after the interview. Speed it up.
Today
they need that gut feeling. Chamber clears.
I mean, resilient is the best word for it. Like, no matter what score, we're always.
I'd rather TL play Haven than Abyss. They banned Haven.
And the energy is like so good in the team. So it's like, it's a pleasure to play.
Definitely, and yeah, we saw you in those rounds when you were in disadvantage. It was amazing. Y le estuve preguntando que Ma había comentado que había
it is kind of crazy that TL just changes comps so willy-nilly. I feel like, me personally, I would be really worried about like the depth aspect. Like, you're lacking so many reps, and I feel like in pro play it's so important to have really solid pattern recognition and like instincts.
You haven't been to playoffs, so how are you feeling right now? How is the pressure?
I mean, the curse has finally been lifted. No more group stage, just leaving early. So, you know, super excited to play. Some intense games coming up.
Congrats to NRG, man.
To play specifically? Or a player?
The BBL guys and Gentlemates, the EMEA teams. I think it'll be a fun match.
Definitely, it would be a really fun match. Y bueno, es su primera vez ahora en playoffs en un stage internacional. Comenta que realmente se quería enfrentar a algún equipo en específico, algún player, y dijo que definitivamente los equipos de EMEA le gustaría jugar en contra, tanto como BBL. Equipos de EMEA le gustaría jugar en contra, tanto como BBL como Gentlemates. Esto es todo lo que tengo por la entrevista.
Let's see.
Thank you very much for this interview. And now we are going to have the next match deciding who's advancing into playoffs. We have G2
I mean,
ahead.
Yeah, I mean, their Abyss isn't great. Obviously, their only wins are really close matches, and they changed comps. So it's like, maybe they had success with this in scrims. There's a lot of potential combos here, right? I mean, obviously, Astra Yoru is part of the combos here. This Harbor with double flash obviously has like somewhat of like a viability. I don't want to get DMCA'd or whatever. Copyright struck. Really, you guys are saying though that you'd rather them play Haven? They've literally never showed Haven this entire year. Is this not their like permaban? It's actually not permaban. Literally not. They have some level of prep on Haven. They've just never had to play it. Kind of interesting. I mean, not like NRG or slouches on Haven, bro. These guys are pretty nice on Haven, and it's a good calling map for attack. I feel like NRG would usually be pretty damn good at Haven. Maybe they just felt like they had really good prep. Man, this attack win rate, by the way, on Abyss is crazy. You got to give it to Ethan, too. Ethan's been calling insane on this map. Like, Jesus, man. 30-8 is crazy. NRG's Haven is pretty solid. Yeah, I guess the argument would be, though, like, Abyss is one of the strongest maps for NRG. Definitely, if I was doing this video, I think I'm kind of aligned here with the logic though of TL, at least toward the Breeze pick. Breeze pick seems great. Split would be another obvious, pretty good pick here. They just lost to Paper X yesterday on it, with a comp change as well, so they're definitely low on it. But if you don't have like a great split, which I don't believe TL split was like insane, then Breeze obviously a good pick. And banning Haven, they just have to, man. Unless they have something that's like really sick. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that is like up for debate, right? Abyss NRG is GOAT levels. Yeah, their defense is pretty weak though. Their defense has been pretty weak considering their map strength. I remember watching this MIBR series. They were low-key throwing this game. But their defense has gotten a lot better based on how they've been playing. I don't know if you guys kind of picked up on that, but before they were playing like not very flood heavy. Am I crazy? Did it get behind again? Oh no, I was already still behind, right, because of the interview. Their defense did look much better today, for sure. I like the difference in how they're playing. It's really nice. They're actually showing a lot more individuality. They're playing to the choke more. It feels a lot harder to play against an NRG that's like actually playing power positions. They're not playing like these weird pivot spots that like just can die instantly. They're actually like playing really aggressive positions, especially around the choke. I feel like from kickoff, this was missing for so many teams. If you guys were watching my stream at all back then, you would see me complain about this almost every game. There's a smoke on the choke, and nobody's playing any power position around it. Everybody would play like, for example, on Breeze, they'd be back pillar, just getting insta-killed. And then they would get no value in the round. Nobody can really flood off of them. The problem for NRG at the beginning was their site guy would almost instantly die every single exec, and then the flood is basically able to get zero value. And even when they were predicting the site, they were still kind of playing in and out. But now, a lot more power positions and people that are staying alive with Turtle Smokes. You want to watch together, Tony? I'm all alone. Probably not. Probably not, to be honest. No offense, of course. Respectfully. I think it'll be a while before I do anything, any like type of collab. Just because I feel like I already take up so much space, I won't lie. Sorry if that's rude, but I'm also just genuinely just an honest guy. I don't want to force like I don't want to force myself to do something that I don't actually want to do, and I don't want to force it to be some weird awkward situation. And I know you're the type, Liz, to just want the straight up answer. I do appreciate the offer though. You are very kind, Liz.
That new agent into their compositions. Now we're here a year on.
Hey, loving the shorts content so far. I hope to see more long form content as well. Yeah, I'm just kind of honestly gathering clips. I think the thing that's really hard for me, honestly, is 8 minutes is like the suggested, I guess, long form content time on average. And me personally, like, as much as I love to yap, I think that like good content really is kind of like concise. So me having to sit there and yap, and I speak pretty fast, I feel like slowing down how I speak, I feel kind of like stupid almost if I have to slow down how much I speak, because I naturally speak so quickly.
Anything you want to say to each other?
8 minutes takes so long. So many examples I have to go through and speak slowly. You clipping from the streams? No, honestly, I should though, E-Gunner. The problem for me is like I also don't want to.
That was amazing. That was so good. Yes.
It's hard for me to go back and like rewatch myself for like 5 hours and try to figure out what would be a good short like to add. But I should be doing it, to be honest. Like I think it's the easiest way to kind of translate into TikTok, YouTube short stuff that people would also kind of loop back to my stream.
for Jaw on the Yoru, but Meteor as well, stepping up big time.
What I do need, honestly, what would be insanely helpful, and you know, probably people aren't that down for it, but trying to find a way for me to have a system where like either people make clips so that I know what is like interesting or helpful, or that I have like somebody that I know kind of bookmark moments that could be good for YouTube Shorts. Okay, but honestly, what was the motivation behind starting YouTube? Okay, my full motivation. One, I've never taken the content game seriously, but I do value content. I do think it is like a very good way, personally, for me to show my level of understanding of the game. I think that is really important. Showing my level so that like I have a good reputation within the scene. I think that one of the like sad truths is that coaching VCT is honestly a really thankless job. You get almost no credit ever, but you get all of the flame. You're like very consistently pointed at, unless you are literally winning consistently, very consistently by the way. Then you're kind of like seen in a bad light. People will always kind of point the blame at you. Like think about even just like the reactions, right? TL loses. TL, I don't really agree with their map veto. Who gets the blame for that? Coach, immediately, right? If TL like does well, then usually it's like, holy shit, this player hit insane shots. Purpo's playing great on Sky. It's very rarely like kind of like the
They do have a huge amount of comfort playing double
duelist. It's just very rare for coaches to get any like positivity. But I think content is a great way to approach that. And then third is obviously, you know, like at the end of the day, doing something that generates money is also going to realistically just be something I need to do. As much as I love doing stuff for like the passion of it, because I do, to be honest. And like I'm not making any money, to be honest, from YouTube, TikTok, and barely from stream right now, but I think that investing my time into it, like it can be profitable later on. Alongside, you know, it could be a good approach. If I want to do casual coaching, there's some level of like marketability there.
Playing around cover that's a second layer behind, so that when the I mean, here's a great
Here's how you doing? I'm doing great, bro. Thanks for asking, Ryan RT. Ryan RTD. Why does he use everything base form? What do you mean, return of Automar?
To make those key adjustments that stop that, but that didn't happen. And for a team that's
not much content available from the actual pros. It's hard, bro. For example, when I was coaching Tier 1 last year, to be honest, I was burning out crazy hard because you're working, you know, somewhere between 16 to 18 hours a day. You don't usually have that much time to do any level of content. I think Bonkar has done like 2 coaching sessions and like they kind of like pulled a lot of long form and short form content out of it. But that's pretty limited. Think about the time commitment there too. Realistically, only had to commit probably 2 hours for 2 different videos and then had somebody else kind of editing everything. I don't really have like the resources to...
I mean, the Chinese squads did not put up any level of a battle so far in Switch.
He's talking about skins. I see one Poco. Okay, interesting. But yeah, I don't have the resources to kind of have a bunch of people taking care of all of those things for me. So I'm doing it all myself right now. But honestly, what you should do is just add a replay buffer onto your OBS. Therefore, if you see a round or a play you want to make a short about, you can just click the button. It'll download the previous X amount of minutes from your stream. That's interesting, Dilla. I'll keep note of that.
That's true. But Valen is the
I see phase bookmarking, yeah.
The challenger, the hero. Yeah, he is.
ECL is also like that a little bit, isn't it?
He is undefeated in terms of skirmish matches. There probably are some other players that are on a similar level of pace, but I've watched a lot of Valen and he's kind of cracked.
Yeah, it's always going to be a bit of that, right? Win the match. Win the match, players usually get credit. Lose the match, coaches get fault a lot of the time. Players obviously get some fault too if they have underperformances, but
it just seems like it's even a step above his norm.
feel like only Potter and Josh RT are always supported.
So
There's always going to be kind of like moments, right? If Josh RT has a full year of losing, like people will also give up hope on him, same way that they did with Kaplan, you know. And it's like unfortunately public. As much as I hate the idea that the public narrative matters. Public narrative matters a bit too much in terms of management in this industry, if I'm being honest.
I think it's actually
if you lose the public favor, it is pretty bad for your role. There's a bit more urgency from management to make a change. I think it's just part of the job, you bear the responsibility. 100%. No, 100%. I think it is important as a coach to take responsibility. I think the problem is just more so on the side of things of not feeling like you get any level of credit when the team is doing well. Pretty rare to see that. It almost has to be a forced narrative from casters to be able to see that credit given to coaches in any regard. The public narratives seem to matter a lot for Sen. I completely agree.
G2, you won the skirmish, so are you Team A or Team B?
Some orgs, the public narrative is like even more of an issue. This is going to be a sick match though, guys. G2 versus T1.
What's your first ban?
Pretty fucking sick.
Alright, ban
The veto.
G2, what's your
I'll
ban?
pull up the stats after.
Ban bind. T1, what's your first pick?
We pick Breeze.
Breeze pick.
What is your side on Breeze?
Breeze pick.
Attack. Okay, G2, what's your map 2 pick?
Pick Haven.
Pick Haven. T1, what's your side on Haven? Attack. Okay, T1, what's your last ban?
We ban
Breeze
Abyss.
Haven.
Ban Abyss. G2, what's your last ban?
Haven. Haven.
Ban Pearl.
Ban Pearl, last map split. T1, what's your side on split?
Defense. These teams like to pick attack though. Defense though. Come on, defense. Split, guys. Come on, defense. Caleb Legends. Or Caleb Legends, sorry, not an S at the end. Follow, bro. I gotta go. Nice talking with you, Zix. Catch you later, Bagel.
So, as a recap, we have map 1 is Breeze.
Thanks
with
for coming
G2
out,
attack.
bro.
Map 2 is Haven with T1 on attack. Map 3 is
Split.
Split with T1 on
I think I like
defense. Good
G2
luck,
Pro
everybody.
more than
Good luck.
T1s. Not gonna lie, this might be the first time I've seen your post about being live.
Anyone want to touch on this real fast?
Yeah, I do think Breeze is
Just noticed your response to me on Twitter.
We've only seen G2 play it once in their finals against MIBR, and they're facing a T1 who I think regionally looked really good.
Would like to
They
reply. I
absolutely
see.
destroyed our
Thanks for
RRQ
the
in that final,
thanks
which
for the
is
offer,
the
by the way,
best
yesterday.
example for me of how
Fortunately,
good
I was able to get it out.
can be. But then that
Was able to get it out
completely
yesterday.
not.
Oh Jesus, do not just fucking.
Yeah, I'm afraid
That
I've
was a
lost
little
the
loud.
source
My
of
fault,
the
guys.
pass, though.
Video's
I'm
doing
just
well
thinking about
somehow.
split, and if we
Bro, I
get
was not
there,
expecting
the
posting at
iconic
11:45 would
moments
be
from
good.
the tournament points that were on
Posted
the
at
line,
11:45 and it
still
actually
good
kind of
thrown
banged
away.
somehow.
I think we're set up for a banger again.
But you know what though? What's going
All
to
right.
help both of these teams
Close
is the fact
these.
you have veterans on each side of the stage.
Close
And
these. Let's
granted,
open
all
up.
these players have really just been a part of the system
Stats
for
here.
such a long time, but namely Stacks and Baby Bay. If anything coming into this one side, so the older players, if you will, Baby Bay especially, but you know, really actually holding things down, holding the fort down, but we're seeing some great output from these players.
Okay.
Stacks has been
To the
phenomenal,
maps.
actually, all
Breeze,
tournament.
Haven,
Baby Bay
Split.
was cold.
For
ended up
Breeze.
going hot, and I think he's probably looking to keep that up. I think
Would you say
Baby
there's more pressure on him today?
He's got a good
but I
last
think that,
Breeze. When
to
was
your
this?
point,
MIBR
the games he previously just came off
middle
the back of
final.
will give him a lot of
Their
confidence
qualifying
to keep
match.
up that momentum.
Yeah,
He
I
won.
think the first game that he played here at
Breeze.
Masters, it didn't look like he was
Pretty
at the
middling,
level
to
compete.
be
It was a
honest.
really rough game from him and from G2 as a whole.
They
but
lost
he
to
had a great
TL.
showing against XLG,
But they
and now
picked Breeze.
Today, I think he does
They
have
lost
a
to
lot
TL and they
prove.
picked
It's
Breeze.
still kind of a controversial move to have
Yeah,
brought
yeah.
him in and replaced Jonah P, taking a risk on
Damn.
someone who hadn't played at this level in quite some time to now have to show up today and get a team that always makes playoffs there.
Up to help anytime.
I wanna see the
Appreciate that, bro.
form check
Keep you in
of
mind.
these two teams.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm
Because
doing
if
pretty much
T1
all the
are
editing
shooting,
myself.
They are shooting.
And
These guys have got incredible
been going
talent across
well
the
so
board.
far.
I think the
Obviously, it's
pressure's
not
on the
insane,
G2
but
side to be able to match up to that and make sure that they're giving their all.
low-key
Yeah,
sad about the
G2 has
TL game.
never missed a playoffs. This would be
Yeah, I think the problem,
unprecedented if
just
they lose out
TL's
here in the group stage.
TL was kind of late to find their identity.
Bro.
And I think that it can work for them. They just need to like figure out a few details. Changing style like that is not easy. G2's kind of had the same issue. Coming into their style late, kind of understanding where they can build an advantage. It was enough to get them to the event, but not enough to go further, unfortunately.
Let's bring out your 2 squads.
But that was in the series where MIBR was looking weird. You're not wrong. Okay. Should we do predictions? We can run predictions. Who wins? Breeze. Breeze is first, right? Just to confirm? Yeah. Wait, double checking, triple checking. Breeze first. Bro, this is going to be a 6 series. Alright, we'll do a 5-minute prediction. Get your predictions in, guys. What up, Recovery? Welcome back, bro. You miss coaching League of Legends. No. Hell no, in fact. Hell no. Wake me up when G2 wins. Bro, Sean, put your vote. Put your money on G2.
And now, let's get ready for the game.
I want to see both of these teams bring their absolute all to this one because
put the points on G2, bro. I'll handle the prediction.
There's a chance whoever wins could leverage that
T1's gonna win.
And go on a run throughout playoffs. The ceiling for both
Are there maps? Yeah. Sorry, I don't have a maps command. It was Breeze, Haven, Split.
I think
it's very reasonable. They've always
Breeze,
succeeded
Haven, Split.
at past international events, but I think it would mean even more for a G2 to have squandered their chance to beat this team, for their one opportunity for a global trophy. You look at a T1 though.
Can't Gamba in Denmark, so I'll put all my points on T1.
Winning in Bangkok, a great
Let's go.
opportunity
Let's go.
To beat them
all
again,
0 points.
To show that this is a team who
bro, you can
really
actually
compete for trophies.
What?
Teams want it
You
so
can't do predictions.
badly. G2 have been
You can't do Twitch predictions in Denmark.
Has eluded them at a global event for God knows how long.
Before the match, what do you think about minus Abyss, minus Corrode, plus Fracture, plus Lotus?
With such legacy, but not only that, you have an opportunity to have
honestly, Abyss and Corrode are kind of like boring maps in my opinion. I think I've grown to like Abyss a little bit more than I thought that Abyss was like really terrible. But it kind of grew on me a bit. Corrode, I think, also is I don't like watching Corrode. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the changes. I want to see what they do on Fracture and Lotus. I'm like ecstatic. I'm waiting for Fracture and Lotus to come out so that I can do some content around it. I think that's like kind of the easy stuff for me. You're recrafting when the new maps come out, like the changes to the maps. I feel like I'm gonna get like a surge of content as soon as Lotus and Fracture comes back out. Also, coaching League is just terrible, to be honest. Coaching Valorant is so nice. Let's say you play 4 maps a day. You play all 24 rounds out, right? You get basically almost 100 rounds that you get to practice whatever you want to practice. In League, you get 5 games, and if one player is playing bad that day, you ruin all of your practice off of that one person playing bad that day. Like the level of like coach impact that you can have is so much higher in Valorant than League of Legends. And there's no timeouts obviously in League of Legends. You play one continuous game. So you just have one draft. That's your impact. One draft and whatever you practice that week. Isn't it crazy that 3-site maps work well? Yeah, it's a little crazy, I won't lie. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that they were able to make that work as something that's unique to Valorant. Double lift griefing scrims. I mean, it could be anybody, bro. That's the problem. Anybody could just have a bad day and it would be, you know, kind of punished as a result. Caps will beat T1 one day. Caps is the GOAT, bro. Genuinely the GOAT.
These are the moments that he thrives for. A loud crowd.
Just that retakes are 10 times more doable in Valor than CS.
He was the man who almost got G2 their trophy back in Bangkok, but it was only almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we look towards the compositions, is that G2 have not particularly demonstrated
very
many times of success with this new style because it was so recent.
It is very recent for them, man.
With the double duelist.
Last time it was Neon Yoru.
Is he actually going to be locking in the chamber? They were playing double duelist previously with Jorg on Neon. I'd be so surprised if he went.
You have your coffee ready? Or we already had enough coffee? Bro, it's so hard. Like, look at how small my cup is. I usually have a bigger cup than this. So it's like, I don't... I can't gauge how much coffee I've already had. So I've just kind of been sipping a bit until I, until I feel something.
In their respective matches against a Chinese team to come to this final game of the group stage.
So I don't know if I'm overdoing the coffee or if I'm under right now. Bought some Vice on Breeze. I think it's a really good niche pick to shut down double duelist side hits. It's really bad against Yoru, I think. Yoru can kind of bait that shit out pretty easy.
Folks, the pressure is on. The last
I'm not too big of a fan, to be honest.
Who is going to lock in their ticket?
If enemy team is playing like solo Waylay, solo Jet, it could be valid though. It's a lot harder to bait out the util. Also, Silva's played on the map, and usually if it's a Silva map, it's a bit harder to get value on Vice too. So we'll just shock the trip for the Thorn each time.
We are right back to that grand final at Masters Bangkok with T1 squaring up against G2.
Yeah, and
the mains on this map, you can break that clone most of the time. I think like swinging A main, for example, like as a defender, swinging B main could be hard. Like, if you don't have a smoke, you'd have to be spamming it. You'd have to do some really deep walls
to get to this moment, to get to this point. And it's just, I think, going to come down to a lot of mental decisions. You know, how well is Meteor going to be able to handle this pressure that he crumbles.
Thanks for the follow, ZXN. That is a hard name to pronounce, I won't lie.
We get into Breeze, but T1 picking it, they must feel confident.
Danique, I guess? That would be my guess.
Absolutely must. That split
All right, let's see it.
4-1
for G2.
Let us see.
Is he pre-placing this wall? He's doing a deep wall. Very deep wall here. That's an interesting wall. I like that. I don't mind that. It is a lot of space that they need to get on site during their hits, but... Oh! Great flood timing for T1 here. Going solo into the smoke is a bit bold. They are aware of Leaf's timing here.
Spike is planted, so Onus on T1, but now it is Leaf left to his own devices.
Wow.
Looking for the finishing shot on the Buzz, but he cannot
T1
make it happen.
looks great here. A little quiet, no?
Well, I think already you're seeing
audio.
G2 wants to test
I want like between.
Here,
this good? Tell me if the audio is good, guys.
Able to avoid that
Let me know.
initial pressure from Jogamo. And he gets stuck behind the box. And meanwhile, the rest of the team flooding in through those mid doors just ahead of Leaf.
Were those all 1v1s? A lot of them were, yeah.
Meteor, and then it's just a clean.
I think you'll find a lot of 1v1s in this match.
Good start here.
T1 kind of does lean into it.
Well, this is the side of the map that G2
good,
picked
thank
to
you.
attack.
Got you, bro.
Would have liked to have gotten off
on
the stronger side of things, but
4 through mid this time.
Smoke up.
A lot of early round strats for G2.
Try this A site hit again.
Buzz contemplating
A split, Jogamo hard entry. Trent coming out on top there is massive. Wow, the swarm is good. Pretty winnable round. 3v4, got 2 guns out of it. And the Marshall is a little too OP though. It ended up falling apart instantly. Holy shit.
They get the 2-0 start with 3 players surviving.
Yeah,
Sheriff and defense pistols are very strong. Yeah, 100%. On FBS, thanks for the follow, bro.
I don't know that they don't get the win, but the way that they're so creative with their smokes is really impressive. Like, they wait for that toxic screen, put it up late to give them, you know, free reign on the front of the site. They're able to isolate those fights between Meteor and Buzz and do a great job with getting those first 2
Man,
kills.
this is the oldest wall I think that Breeze has ever seen.
On their defender side.
The one that goes across the barrier toward mid.
Those Astra smokes, he does a beautiful job of it.
Now into the bonus for T1.
Fast open into the top mid space.
A little bit of firepower here. Obviously, G2 going to be coming out and Stacks does catch a glimpse on the jog.
He actually didn't
get the drone dart through.
He actually had timing there. Low key.
We'll just silently
actually didn't know.
Back over towards the double doors.
Yeah, and some deep smokes here are going to
He knew to be kind of like worried though. He didn't see the neon, but he didn't know exactly where the neon went. 3 Sheriff pistols have a 61% win rate across all regions past year. Cool stat.
Flying the swing in and Buzz fadeaway shot. Kellens into the corner.
Nice try.
Good amount of damage on the
Good damage.
putting him down to 20.
And I love watching T1 because they are so high pressure.
Munchkin's getting corralled.
playing super close. This is another good example of like, basically Trent doesn't have any util to clear out the close angles. Like, what can they really do to Munchkin here? They have to hard clear him, and he can play anywhere around the smoke.
Weapon gonna be drawn in, but Izu has the one tap.
Crazy.
He gets out scot-free.
Getting worked a bit here.
Finds the finisher. Playing off that previous damage from Buzz, and now it's just Valen and Baby Bang. Last dude maybe try to make a go of this, but they also might just have to save. 25 seconds remaining. They're just gonna have to tuck away, you would expect.
He's saving here.
At this point, it's round over. Phenomenal map awareness. Just little micro adjustments here from T1 to maintain map control. Buzz there, even though he dies, he stalls out that G2 hit, and Munchkin able to buy a little bit of space with his util with the help of a smoke from Meteor at the choke of A, even though he gets pinged out by the drone. Does a really nice job.
Yeah, this is T1's map pick, but this is the ideal start on your map pick, I won't lie.
Something that T1 really
getting the bonus round as well.
They couldn't against Team Liquid.
Rich the whole game, 4 people live.
Lurks going, and they'll throw a lot of different looks at you. Sometimes it'll be Izu, sometimes it'll be Munchkin, sometimes it'll be Meteor, sometimes it'll be Buzz. It's all over the place with.
What a scary spot to stand in the open from Izu, huh?
For T1, at least when they're playing it well.
Trent must have made audio. He's just standing in the middle of a 50-50, just praying they don't take the other path. I guess it'd be pretty rare for people to take the other path.
Continue to cycle these in, just the 2 weapons.
No awareness of the B push? Yeah, I mean, he's kind of aware, it's just the angle that Izu was on is a little too good, I think. I think he saw Neon, I see. I think in the smoke from the early round default.
No contact to be found.
Alright, G2 with the drone off this hit.
It doesn't see a thing.
Do like the drone on hits on this map.
Turn around and Jogamo able to find 1 Meteor, now going to be struck down. His leaf gets the weapon upgrade, but
spammed on that common line.
However, Baby Bang with that vandal in hand still able to find some value.
Values with shock, both shocks connected.
Shock dart at 2v3 now. So there's the spot out. Izu does manage to find
Izu's
the one,
but
now finds himself in a 1v2. Try to clutch it out and continue the win streak, otherwise G2 will be finding themselves a much needed round win. On the decoy,
clone pre-placed.
Does have 2 flashes to
definitely an underutilized aspect of this kit.
Walking forward, but the
this wrap is perfect.
Could be Izu's undoing. Slow advance up through Hall. Izu working his way towards this opening arch, but now they have
great jiggle, man. Great jiggle. Well done, man. Hey Tony, what's the brand of hoodie of yours? Oh, it's literally the one we got from Shanghai. See the
cute little setup to brute
PCT
force
logo.
Their way through the B choke. Buzz falls
whoa, rip that Rich the whole half thing, yeah.
Getting tested, this time failing. Just those stingers so
well done by G2, man. One thing that I always see teams do on this map that I think is a really common mistake. I hate the mid drone. People love to run up to the mid pillar here and just start droning out mid. It's such a comfy feeling, but it is so bad, I swear. I think that there are just way too many angles on the map that, like, for example here, the Jet was playing top pillar. If he tries to do any sort of dart, somebody's going to die to the top pillar guy. But droning out this angle eliminates so many off angles that people like to play. Forces them basically back into like some passive position.
Who's going to take this slow?
There's the peak. They'll find a dink, but at that range.
You get merch package from VCT at every international. You get some stuff for free, and you have to buy the other stuff. You get like hoodie, hat, and some stuff for free.
Well, it's just around the corner. Wanted to take this peak perhaps here into mid.
W Riot.
Eats the decay on that poison orb. Has the tailwind at the ready, but looks like
I think if they literally gave you everything for free, it would actually be like $700 a person or something. Be like a little too much. So I'm glad to get at least like some memorabilia each time. Pretty cool.
Looks like a B hit all the way now. 35 seconds left.
Jogamo still, though, getting closer and closer, hearing some of these rotations coming through.
And this is Jet's advantage against Sova on this map.
In front on the side, Jogamo down to 1 HP, pursuing deeper, looking for that kill.
And these power positions always get value, man. The amount of multi-kills you'll see from close to the smoke on defense, it's unreal, man. I'll constantly say it because the thing is, it's happening here at Santiago, but as soon as it goes back to regional play, you won't see it that much. Wow. Another 1v2.
Sees the spot there onto the enemy Sova.
Buzz getting 2 there is insane. It's more common than you think, man. More common than you think. When you come out this choke and you're in this box, you are so hyper worried about every angle. There's backside peeks, there's close ladder peeks, there's close corner. There's just infinite. And just because you hear a smoke, you don't know exactly where the Jet is, right? Jet could have literally been playing even here through a long-range smoke.
There are going to be adjustments for T1.
What would you say is the advantage of Jet or Neon on this map? Jet, I think, is one of the best agents in the game against Sova. Like a bit of a counter in a way.
Trent there.
And for Neon, I think just Neon has like a bit of like slice controller util built into the kit. You give your team a lot of space on these like super open maps. And then also like just the tempo of a Neon, pretty insane. Go faster than any other character in the game. You can kind of like capitalize on situations most characters cannot. And then chokes on this map were reduced, right? Like they made the chokes even tighter. Even mid doors is like a pretty big choke. Kind of stun all of that lane. Very early aggression from Izu. This is their bone or their eco, but how does Jet counter Sova? Think about it. When you're playing Sova on defense, right, and the Jet dashes into a smoke on site, usually you're darting on the timing that the smoke dash is happening. Smoke lasts longer than the dart scans, so it's harder to get counterplayed.
Yeah, and they just threw a smoke in there to make sure that T1 doesn't go exploring
same as the reverse.
Other parts of the map, so that's a
right
really
here,
nice
this play as an example, they darted site and then they heard a smoke. They don't know if the smoke's on the dart. They don't know if he's smoking himself, playing in the smoke. There's just counterplay, direct counterplay.
Buzz slotting forward, hasn't been spotted quite just yet. And now needs to do everything, and oh, the knives are whipping.
NT.
Jogamo will find the final. That's a
do you only stream on YouTube or do you read another chat? Kuno-John, I'm streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. Multi-streaming. So if I'm ever, I'll try to do my best to always fully read the question out loud. But sometimes I do forget, I won't lie. But I am multi-streaming to both. So if I'm ever answering questions that, you know, don't make sense from the chat, that's usually the reason why.
It's a tough pill to swallow. I'm going to try to take some time to think about this with KDG.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been able to find a damn thing since that bonus conversion.
Isn't it the same for Fade then? A bit. The only difference would be the Prowlers are a bit better against Jet.
Take a look here. Coinbase win condition. T1
but against the eye, yeah, 100%.
From this time out. Because not only are you now caught up to, but G2 are about to have the lead as far as the ults are concerned. Izu not yet there for that dimensional drift. Baby Bay has his online. They have the
great tips on your channel, man. You're the GOAT. Appreciate that,
and then
Arm.
Leaf is one charge, one plant away
Appreciate
from
that a lot.
that Viper's Pit.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to consider here for T1. So are you going to
because the eye is instant scan as you dash out, you get full scan.
That
that's only if you like pre-eye the dash though. If you throw the eye at the same time that the dash happens, the Jet will generally make it into the smoke in time. The timing would have to be pretty bad for the Jet in that case.
I mean, we saw it with Jogamo when he pushed all the way up at the top of elbow. We saw it there in that last
You'd almost have to be like pre-eyeing for the timing to work out that way. Which isn't impossible. Not impossible.
Thwart what you're talking about, those ult combos, that ability to just get a freebie, get a kill, get a spike plant, and make it a 5v4 retake potentially.
Okay.
Like that.
Up versus up. We do have a two-side up here. Two-side up from Leaf here, by the way. Which is, honestly, it makes a lot of sense. T1 has taken a lot of early space and pushed pretty proactively. So the game plan here on this round looks to be bait out some early control. See if the Yoru gets over-aggressive and walks into the angle. Leaf will be there to punish. But the rewalk seems to be A main, and Buzz hits an insane fucking shot, man. You do love to see that from your Jet player. They saved the drone from the reclear, and he just hard clears it with his character. And, I mean, works out for him. They get all this extra info in mid. Pretty sick from T1.
Where does G2 go from here?
A lot of pressure on this lurk.
Pull back over towards the
They're really trying to cement that these are going to be gaps for the enemy team. Will they use it?
Find one here.
Like he is. He is going to use it. Put the A pressure. He holds the rotates.
Back over towards orange.
T1 is a bit of a gambly team. They will kind of lean to the side that they predict.
Meteor
Alongside
seemingly
this deep
reading
A
this
push.
and watching for it. Can he win the fight? Answer's gonna be yes.
You know, the sad thing is, like,
Takes
Jet
down
would
the
have gotten more
opposing
value
IGL,
staying in
now
A
it's a
main.
two-player advantage over to T1.
Because they're going to be
Spike
aware
is
of the
gonna be
timing where
planted.
people
Trent
walk
having
down
it in hand,
mid.
but still needing to clear out the remainder of this side.
Wow, Chaw, man.
Deals back a kill into their favor.
Getting crazy value.
The overdrive.
Oh my god.
Not checking to the
Oh
right.
my god.
He was just right there with him. He finds him with a no-scope.
Yeah.
Just never spotted him out. Trent just tagged up once, but not taken down. Now the pit's going to be invested from Leaf.
Viper's pit.
This G2, we're in such a rough position.
Full audio.
But they are fighting
What
their
makes
way back
Munchkin feel
into
so
this
comfortable
round.
there?
Now with the advantage. Stax has to lead the charge.
In his head, there was almost no world
Still an
that
operator in hand for Izu.
someone was close.
The players are low, but the time is widely gone, and Jogamo is still looking for a backstab angle as well. Ping's coming down. Stax able to find one. Sends out the recon, but Leaf is tucked into the corner. So cheeky. And now the op is gone. Stax is eliminated, and G2 are in the lead.
Yeah.
This is incredible work from Jogamo on this round.
Gug's
The way
insta-rap
that
is
he's
sick.
able to find a little bit of extra space, clearing out Meteor as he's trying to come down ramp.
Neon
Huge
is
kill
so
there
strong for that, man.
to break open that site a little bit and make Buzz a little bit confused, because Buzz then tunnels on where did Jogamo go. He popped his ult. I've got to deal with him, and he completely disregards that right-hand corner. Just beautiful stuff from Jog. That is a phenomenal round, and it's something that gave T1 fits on this map, was dealing with that Neon. It was a very different look from Miniboo and Team Liquid, but here you're seeing some similar issues that are cropping up.
Izu able to find one. Baby Bay forward with the dimensional drift, just escorting the rest of this squad forward into the A site. Jogamo looking for a kill. We'll set up that fast lane and back away as the ping reveal comes through. Plays elusively enough.
Same wall that we saw in Pistol.
Counter divide as well, going to be layered in. G2 not wanting these rounds to go over to T1 under any circumstances. Pop flash in, full blind, but I don't think they spotted Jogamo. Pursues down, he's looking for
So
that
much
kill,
info,
but
bro.
can't
He
find
just
it.
knows they're all going this way.
Another flash going to be coming in. This time Baby Bay, however, has the covering fire. Izu's
What?
going Meteor dead, and it is just Stacks.
Did John not die there?
Happen, but Munchkin just
When they
has
flashed
Bucky
through.
and Valen should have him absolutely screwed,
Oh,
but
shit.
no, Munchkin does get him with a classic. Gets
Oh
another
my
hit.
god.
And now suddenly, Munchkin
Oh my god, it's
versus
the
Baby
Overwatch
Bay.
1v1.
An old school matchup.
Not that it matters.
Days
but-
long since passed, but the time is just not going to be there. So Munchkin, he will not be able to find this round win. The kill as well will elude him. Everyone will die. But
What made
G2
Leaf walk through the Viper wall mid
continue
so early in the round?
on this 5
I wonder if you heard audio.
Yeah, 5 in a row, and
Leaf is a heavy
T1
audio
this
based
time
player.
trying to play a little bit slow behind this
He takes a
wall, trying to
lot
pull
of
out,
timings
push out
off
together,
audio.
But the initial hit thwarted by the two duelists of G2. Baby Bay and Jogamo combining. I don't know what in the world
I didn't see
got
the
into
context of
Munchkin
him
with his
taking the
classic this
timing.
round. Those were filthy shots.
But I would imagine it's probably
Just
either
ran
off
out of
audio
time
or something.
And Munchkin, bro, why?
Maybe I do need more coffee,
Invested
bro.
into that one for G2. Now back into a buy for T1.
Might be a bit under.
They look to try to turn
Faking
this
the
pace
A
around.
split
Baby
now.
storming up into mid,
I like.
pushes out of the nebula, does get taken
They
down.
double
Buzz gonna be
peek
tagged
through
up,
top
biggest
mid.
exit, tailwinds over the
I
side,
actually like that
Stacks
a
gonna be caught
lot
at the same time
because
by
they've been
Jogamo.
running a lot of
So,
one-phase rounds.
in the end, a 1
Holy
for 1.
shit, what happened there?
Push
Epic
up
Pen like
deep
5x
into
in
Nest
size.
for draw.
Yeah, he knows with Stacks dead that this might
They've been
be
doing a lot of
clear.
one-phase
They might
strats,
be
so
trying to
them
re-clear
faking
so he
it
can
is
get ahead
like
of it.
perfect, man.
Izu considering it.
They really did catch him off guard, but
Slipped in on the bridge, working his way closer
ended
and
up
closer towards
not even
that
going in
sand
their favor.
side. Hunter Sphere at the same time going to be called in from Trent off screen, looking to try to flush out and open up this B side of the map. It's going to be Leaf who finds Buzz to do just that.
And Jaw and Neon has so much
Map,
aura,
however,
man.
down from Meteor.
So hard to
Through
play
the
against a
elbow,
good
looking to
Neon.
try to intercept.
Like,
He will
bro,
pick up
like,
the one.
what is Munchkin
however,
to do there?
eliminated on
Be
the site.
honest.
Spike on the floor for the moment. Lob it on that poison orb. The shots will get baited out. Now Leaf can recover it. Looking for that transfer, but doesn't quite manage to make it happen.
Man,
Easy
he's
now
doing
once
another
again.
B-side 1v2.
Feels like
Third
the
time this game.
having to be the one to try to clutch this. Spotted up a Neon, sees it, sends the shot, but he's going to be going for it. The dimensional drift in play, can swap out the weaponry.
Swapped guns.
Grabs himself a Phantom, has the spot here on the Jogamo. Looks back into main, sees Trent, cuts around the corner, and Trent cuts him down.
Loki kind of baiting him.
T1 grasping its straws.
The whole point of the people elbow not to walk up,
G2
so the Jet can't get out after the
tall.
walk down.
6 in a row now.
Yeah, now it's just looking
Just a hold for an elbow
like
push.
winning some of those individual battles right there. Stacks goes on a walk through the smoke, and they're just ready for him. And that, again, opens up
I
so
see what
much
you're
space.
saying.
It makes it so much
I
harder
believe.
for Izu to get over here with the op to help try to shut
You're just
down
saying,
this
like, basically
execute.
if they commit down into mid,
All
that
these
they're
little
not able to
things
walk
that
out for
G2 is
free.
doing on the map
I didn't
to
see the angle that they were
disrupt
playing.
T1's formations, their
You're just saying
defaults.
basically so they can't exit.
So
Probably
well.
has some level of layer to it like that, where it's like playing like a seesaw. If they know that people are like this, and they'll walk up faster, take the space.
Okay, Izu, a very nice shot from him, and now a second.
Well, another time where they try to fight this top mid space, and it does not go their way. And it's honestly probably the most important round that it needs to go their way.
This is the round that T1 will break the win streak with. It'll be a Thrifty, a MasterCard Thrifty at that. Because they can upgrade their weapons.
What were the EG players like to
finally,
coach
they
in
find
23?
themselves some footing on this defense.
All of them
Sure.
are great people, man.
Why not, Izu? Just go
Really
crazy
easy to coach
and-
people. I've never really had a difficult player to coach in this game, to be honest.
Slick heads, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, he's been that guy sometimes.
Crouch Frey.
You know,
Kind of made it
season,
easy for
he's
Izu,
been
huh?
Really impactful.
Unaware on the second
When they
guy.
needed someone to kind of step up.
They kind of
find those
looked
big
all
multi-kill
sorts
rounds
confused
for
there, huh?
T1. He's been their guy more often than not. So, still a couple ults here. Jog's going to have his. We've got Munchkin and Meteor sitting on theirs, and it's just going to be an early pit at B. Flown through just to see if they get a reaction out of Munchkin.
Yoru's so good at taking the space, because he can always kind of like get the deep space toward mid and then be able to TP out anytime if they do end up utiling it.
Baby Bay on the other side, Buzz.
Wow,
Smelt that
man.
once again.
This is like the, what, how many times? I
early
think the
pick.
second time at least that Buzz
However,
has
still
just
alive, still
hard
deadly,
cleared
has a
Baby
stinger
Bay
as
on an
well as
off
the
angle.
overdrive in the back pocket.
Completely owned him.
Stack's going to try to drone for Meteor or for Izu.
Should have spotted more as well as that wall did fall. Gets the reveal onto one. Now G2. In this forward pressure, they've given up so much space. They
Bad timing to say that. Yeah, I
have to
mean,
play in towards this B side of the map, it would seem.
for the defender, Yoru, it's good.
T1, recognizing that Trent could have hung around behind pillar. They pinged that out, but now they're
I mean, even
try
if
to put a pin on Buzz to try to hold
even
the
if he
line.
had a TP though, I think
Now
he's
potentially
not
worse,
lasting
though.
very long
They
in
get
that
past
round.
Buzz, but he is going to be good for the opening kill, and now Izu strikes
And
in from
Buzz did
behind, gets
not
a flank
move his
shot.
op.
Looks for the follow-up, and Valen will be able to take him down.
The read here from G2 is that
2v4,
Buzz
however,
probably rotated his op.
Scale their way up
That's why they
through the
contact
hole,
back
and
into the
Buzz
same
gives the
angle.
shot to lead.
And if they're
Continues to be
just
good
not
for
thinking about the
those
op,
as
that
they
could be the other
overwork
issue,
it as
right?
well, and suddenly
Somehow
it's
this
a
has gone to a
2v2.
2v2.
The player's still a
Pretty
wall away.
illegal.
Grab well, a misread.
Oh.
Leaf hearing
Audio.
footsteps. Meteor dropped the Leaf. A 3K for him.
They're still lacking a lot of info on where
Stacks
this guy
has
could
to do
be.
it all.
Could be spawn, could be flank.
Seems that they have his position very
Now
well
Valen
read.
peeks all this space. He's very confident that it's going to
Immediately
come from the
rescaling,
flank.
ready to get onto the flank.
He knows it. He's aware.
Gives it that consideration, spots it, kills it.
Not gonna
Now
lie,
into the
Leaf does
1v1.
not need to be searching.
The IGL
Really does
hold
not
is
need
the
to be
IGL
searching.
Of the current day for G2.
Now it's not
Trying to
planted
bait
for
out
him.
the U-tail, but swings into the open. Just no
Stax
clue
doesn't
where
know,
Valen
bro.
was at.
Stax doesn't know. Six my goat, would you make a video about opping anytime soon on your channel? Potentially. Jen Hoy, thanks for the sub, bro.
Finding huge impact here after it
Appreciate you,
looked
man.
like the round was going to be done, but Buzz had to back
Thanks
off
a lot, bro.
from helping.
And the
I don't
follow.
know why. In that
Much
mid
appreciated.
area, kind of left Izu on an island. I felt like they were going to just try to maintain that hold on mid.
You really plan for main when you know that T1 could have flipped the map? I think that, yeah, they, simple as they just didn't know.
And that gives G2
It's a
the
possibility,
space to
but
capitalize,
no
and
matter
some
where you
huge
plant,
kills and some whiffs there from T1 as well.
no matter where you plant, there's going to be a gap, right?
To that opportunity. Some Nova pulses there to just slow each other down, but this looks like a pacey.
They realistically could have taken either path.
They're trying to make it go. But Meteor, some wild spray forward, finds himself another. His Valen's going to be dropped as well. I think he just headshot him through the clone of Baby Bay and Meteor.
Another
So it's
T1
coming
win.
alive. Leaf's still standing, but
Great
he's down to
flash,
12.
great
Buzz
jiggle.
invested the knives
Like how
in
they
the round,
closed
will
out
be able
this
to put them to
this
use.
half.
7-5 at the half. T1
Bonus
after a hot
thrifty
start,
pistol
managed
and
to
ended up
make
losing the
this
half. Yeah,
competitive
5-7.
in the end.
Yeah,
Not a
you
good
gotta
sign.
feel real
Not a
good
good
right
sign.
now about the form that G2 is in. They're out shooting, they're out
Yeah.
macroing T1
In
a
terms of the
lot
video about
aspects of
upping,
the game
so
right
I made a YouTube short
Clean
where it
stuff
was
for him.
do not play chamber like this.
See.
think that one is a pretty good video for opping, but I could go more in depth, to be honest, on the concept. I think there's a lot of stuff that you can kind of go over with opping. Short idea why Outlaw is op and just, or why Outlaw is OP, and just explain the fake recoil thing and why it's so good on Antico.
Red Bull gives you
pretty valid. Pretty valid as an idea. I have some ideas still in the works. I have a lot of ideas in the works, actually, from watching these games. I need to get better at bookmarking, though. I said it before, but need to get better at bookmarking. I literally have one bookmark for the whole day. Which is obviously pretty troll. I could definitely have way more bookmarks. Round 2 Marshall Tech. Be a short as well. Maybe. That's like, I think like currently where my territory is, and maybe people do like really basic stuff like that, but my territory is definitely more intermediate to advanced kind of tips and guides and this kind of stuff. Have you ever made a short about when to flood and when to play full retake? I feel like that's an issue I see a lot in ranked. No, I haven't, but that's a very good idea. Strong legs. Thanks for the follow, bro. Cool that you're doing more content. Thank you, Janhoy. Is it Janoy or Janhoy? Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Hopefully the pronunciation makes sense. I feel like you could be the face of Valorant coaching with your experience. You could make a long-form video about every aspect of the game. I'm pretty sure people watch. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it, I could kind of blend a bit more into the more basic stuff, like aiming, angle holding, contacting properly, entering properly. I could go into all of that kind of stuff.
T1, their map pick. Can they bring this back?
I could.
Be tough. I mean,
but how many videos are there on angles?
Was anemic. They were only
oh, if you stand close to the wall, guys, it's a bad angle.
One of them was the pistol. They immediately lost the eco when we got that
somehow those videos still always do well, which I can't believe. But
it's going to need to be a lot cleaner here for T1. They're going to need to be a lot more in sync.
5-man hit for T1. Well, 2 people very far on the scaling here. Gonna rely on 3 people.
So Buzz dashes onto the side.
I mean, when you're against 0 people, 3 people, it's just fine.
This is disconnected.
It's like John and then Hoy. John Hoy. I see. John Hoy. Okay.
Fishing and leave. Oh, one shot
I got it.
And he managed to send it right between Buzz's eyes.
Man, Neon is so strong. No flashes, no supporting util, just jumps out the angle, mini-maps multiple. Crossfire just isn't played to perfection there, unfortunately. Dax wasn't able to get any value in this round. So late. So late into it. The goal is always to try to get all the fights happening at the same timing, you know, the same window. So G2 goes a little bit early on this, to be honest. The flankers could have been completely out of the fight if T1 was able to fight the initial retakers.
Just nails him, and Baby Bay so fast, letting him know.
There was a world where that could have gone really badly for G2. We'd be saying, how come G2's retake came so early from site? You almost want the flankers to get a little bit more space there.
It is just the one bandit, everybody else with classics. Granted, Munchkin showed that he could be deadly with them. The rest of the team very much looking to prove the same. As Meteor lingering, will have heard that rotation coming through, but some early damage suffered. Looks like T1 just going to look to back away.
Is it over yet? I mean, I won't lie, it doesn't look very good for T1 right now. I need to get more coffee, bro. I'll get it between maps, though.
Now we'll begin to rotate.
Drink some water like a actual human being.
Island. Spot out there, and Prius will be able to see Jogamo at range, taking down Buzz as Leap will be traded out.
I don't see a lot of people using or talking about round 2 Marshall. I see.
Under the corner, Munchkin eventually able to find the kill.
Even in pro play, a lot of the time people don't buy Marshall second, just because they don't really like it for 3rd round. But I think the gun is definitely underrated.
2v3, already some decent damage dealt here by
like
T1.
I feel like the chance that you win the 2nd round goes probably from like 80% to like
Stacks pulling back.
90.
Around the corner over towards
85 to 95.
Trent, does he read it? Well, no, but they're not going to be able to find.
Historically, if I remember correctly, G2 was usually a permaban Breeze team in every Breeze meta
HP in a dream, takes Baby
in the
low,
past.
takes him down, looks for the follow-up, finds it. There's Valen.
That got a little dicey.
Up to half, can pull off the spike defuse with
G2
ease,
seems
gets
strong
himself a
considering this
break
is
and another round win
G1's
for
map pick.
G2,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
that
I mean,
ended up being
I don't know if
very
you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, normally you'd probably feel good about
I don't know
that
if it's
as
Share
T1,
or
but the way this map has been going,
but
you're probably just kicking yourselves a little
yeah,
bit.
no. T1 have kind of
Stacks in
only
particular.
gotten fluke round wins,
Like, oh, I should have
low
at least got
key,
one there.
outside of their last
Got the dink, but I couldn't
round.
get anything
I shouldn't
else.
say that pistols were fluke, but
What it's worth,
they won
the classics
pistol,
are
they won
short for
bonus,
T1, but
they won
teams
one
been
eco
on top of
round,
their
and
game
they
when it comes to the
won
rifle rounds in
one
particular,
clean
and
round.
it'll be a
The last
rifle
round was
round.
pretty clean.
Baby Bay still gonna
Good eco though,
carry
yeah.
over that
I shouldn't
outlaw
say fluke, but you know what I mean? Like rounds that you're not expected to win
Otherwise,
is more so kind of what
it's a
I'm
pretty
getting
sparse
at.
buy. A couple sheriffs
So it's just
lucky in
been
there.
weird for
Stinger
T1.
Valen. So a little bit of a mid-exploration early for T1. Smokes in response. Toxic Screen going to be cutting off a lot of that mid-presence that T1 really wants to establish. So they're going to take their time here. Don't have any A main control. Don't
Very
have much
slow
B main
round on the
control,
anti-eco, or anti-bonus, I
it's
should
gonna be a
say.
little bit tricky here for T1 once they start making their move. You're giving G2 the opportunity to put some of these close-range weapons into impactful positions potentially. So see how ready they are for it.
Right here.
Gonna pop that smoke in mid through the doors. No response from G2 on that. They're gonna
Full
go
walk
off
into the
about.
top mid space.
Back around the pillar, but they are gambling into the correct direction.
Droning out
leading
close.
into the A sites. Could be Valen. Tucked it back sight with the stinger in hand. Maybe Bay.
Sova having bomb, that is like my #1 pet peeve.
Himself to the opposite side of the wall as that smoke falls. Has the spot out and Stacks.
Man, like, you know how annoying this round becomes because Sova has bomb?
Valen out.
If he
Force out
dies
in the open,
here,
looking for a little bit more follow-up, but Izu will
man.
strike him down.
Such an important detail too.
One charge away is
Sova having to drone from here and then be the last one to scale. It's always a bit of a headache for the Sova.
This gives a bit more wiggle room potentially.
You also don't leave a guy here at mid doors when they were doing the scaling. It'd be great to have the somebody else, Astra maybe, Viper maybe.
One tap range.
Then Sova can kind of hold this mid space while the rest of them scale, because he's already going to be behind naturally.
Grabs up that Vandal, tucks back away. Izu wanting to try to get the dimensional drift online for the next round one way or another, will go in pursuit of him. Swinging around the back, and Jogamo seemingly not having the read. Got us back to the box, but Izu seems like he's got it sussed out. He sees the gun barrel, and there is the kill.
Decently clean round. See if the T1 attack is a bit stronger. They have Yoru ult going into next. Could be very big.
That dimensional drift available. Allen does have his ult as well for retake, but Stacks wins a big fight there even after getting hit by one of those outlaw shots. Had he not won that, I think that's a very different looking round because the spike would have dropped there and there could have been a quicker reaction from G2 potentially, but
what are your thoughts on the second round anti-eco Stinger regen shield site rush?
For G2.
I mean, it's a healthy lead, but I think one of the big things they're going to be talking about is what you just highlighted.
Not that big of a fan, to be honest.
And Stacks is one charge away from having the Hunter's Fury. So this might be
not big of not a very big fan of it. You save like a little bit of money, but like you actually do incur like a good amount of risk ever rushing in second round.
Cannot continue trending upward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
I feel like my go-to method for, I mean, it kind of works with Breeze anyway. I think on eco rounds, you should always drone out the site to see if there's a stack. If you have Skydog, instead of Skydogging, let's say split, instead of Skydogging up ramp to get some control, you'd rather use your Skydog into site to see if it's a stack. You see one guy or, you know, 4 guys, obviously this helps you make your decision in the round, right? If you take space, like ramp space, and there still ends up being 4 on site and you don't know, you can get kind of clapped. That's like the main thing I'm looking for on anti-eco rounds. Making sure that people are using their drone utility on the actual site. Try to get some free space by contacting open angles. Walk up, drone out the site.
Dog just checking for a reaction, and look at how quick they are. They've got such a good sense here, and T1 actually backing off. There wasn't that fast hit.
I remember, we do have Sobald.
So both teams kind of having
not playing for this Yorult is Sobald. Sorry, we have Yorult. We can get Sobald off the orb. Feels weird that they haven't made an early plan around this. Either team, it feels like. Probably some level of some level of being worried about a counterplay, maybe. Refight with the Astra plus Neon util.
That Hunter's Fury online, but so far not spotting out anything but hearing Jogamo. Then a couple shots. They do force him to reroute, but already 4 players from G2.
Okay, what is that flash really doing?
Deep
dart. Deep dart for X-ray.
Searching, but ends up going
okay, I don't mind that. Ends up not panning out for them, like, even close to it all. Wow. That did not pan out for them at all. It's not even that bad of a strat, to be honest. So, take the space with the wall. Dart flash goes through with the deep smokes to try to punish anybody that's in front of these smokes. The problem is, everybody was behind the smoke, so it didn't get any value, and the flood comes after. They just win all of the fights. Strat ends up getting completely thwarted. Idea from T1 isn't necessarily bad, though. Fight through the wall, wall drops, deeper smokes, dart flash. Doesn't really get much better than that. Idea is good.
Judge in hand, but it's going to be Baby Pay profiting from the kills. Buzz able to find one before getting taken down. The clone sent through.
Sometimes the strat just doesn't pan out, though. Just don't get the value that you want.
Players at T1 needing to get clustered together if they want to have any hope of converting this round. Judge can be collected if they get into a post plant. Could potentially be a thorn on their side.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to just throw the Cosmic Divide here.
Trent has dart here. The info is that it's mostly toward B. Deep dart goes in toward A. That's kind of a bad dart, huh? This dart really only clears this space. Kind of hard to trust that dart. It's not like the dart landed like up here, you know, and it could pretty much clear the majority of A main. So they still don't rotate, even with some A main info because of that dart's inaccuracy.
Again, the spike needing to be collected, and now their numbers dwindling as well as their HP bars. The spam on a meteor puts them to 17.
One enemy remaining.
Wow. Leaf has so much info here, by the way.
Yeah.
He's just bossing up on the angles. They have all the info in the world.
This would be miraculous. Not the time to get there to get the plant in play.
He's got to check angles.
He's slowing it down, and this is allowed for Valen to get the read, work his way over towards those double doors. Trent not too far behind as well. The second to spare.
Down.
Spike will be planted. Look at that, just try to concuss him in position, drag him into the open, and it works a treat. Valen.
You know, he shouldn't have given up there. Actually, but I need to make a video about that.
Now 5 rounds the lead. Just 2 more to go.
Wait, that's actually a good video. I forgot about this interaction. You know, if you get stun sucked, you can live. You don't get sucked to the middle. You just have to jump. You spam jump. He shouldn't have died there for free. I'm back with Boba. Nice, bro.
T1 issues. Holding those close.
He actually should have lived there, by the way. He could have given himself a chance in the round.
Really ready for it. We've seen it punish them multiple times on this map, and it's going to be the final timeout for T1. They need to figure something out fast because they're 5 rounds down. They're into another bye, but it just feels
Favorite
so
Boba?
comfortable for G2.
I haven't had Boba in a long time, bro. Honestly.
Basically just hasn't stuck. Nothing's been working out for T1. Ults invested, doesn't matter.
Do not give up.
G2 have been able to brush them aside.
Literally, do not give up. I think I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. In my like spreadsheet where I put the content ideas, I literally wrote "do not give up."
Exactly. And I mean,
you spam jump, yeah. You just spam jump.
G2 happy to play flood retake here on this defender's side, and it's worked a treat. And now you've got some of the best tools available for that. And those.
You think he didn't know or he didn't react? Probably didn't know.
To consider here for T1.
A lot of people don't know like a lot of the interactions in this game. It always surprises me, bro. Pro players don't know so many interactions.
to prevent G2
I don't mean to like flex or anything, but like the stuff that I put in my YouTube shorts and TikToks, all of these things are things that I know for sure. Well, the majority of the things are things that I've coached my players because I knew they didn't, or I found out they didn't know. Or yeah, they're just like they're only concepts that people don't know or that I've had to coach them.
If they're gonna go A, if they're gonna go B, then they're gonna fight you up close and personal. And
so it's like if you're finding it out for the first time, it's also like a lot of pro players are finding this out for the first time.
What does the set call look like for T1?
I only really share tech that's unknown.
Slide forward and Jogamo able to collect one. Baby gets another. They immediately demolish T1. Just seemingly
A-main can be kind of scary, I won't lie. Don't give up, equal force every round.
The reaction just isn't there.
Yeah, the do not is a really powerful formula, I won't lie. Man, that's such an easy video idea too, huh?
No other real recourse for this one.
Just go on Astro, just stun and suck myself, and then just fucking jump out of that shit.
The other side of the map, they just have to continue to push this one, but now the dimensional drift is in play. Baby Bang spotting all three. Call coming through, and G2 get their forces clustered together. A safe and quiet exit on the opposite side of the wall.
Yeah, that is pretty big advantage. Having a Neon in your comp for the A main space. That's what I was saying in the NRG match.
For a shot to maybe kill Baby Bang, but Trent fishing through.
Yeah, no, man, so good for A man.
Spot after Meteor. The head found. Valen dead. Now
are they aware? Oh, he mollied. He mollied, but then Trent takes next. That's good details. I like that.
Playing a ring around the rosy here.
A lot of audio.
Spots the gun barrel of one. The tap of the defuse.
Munchkin's high key kind of disciplined for not even considering the barrel. Do you do personal coaching? Not currently, but after Santiago, I will. If you want to do any personal coaching kind of stuff, join the Discord and I'll eventually have an update there.
They don't look as sharp. They don't look as fast. And in this meta,
watching your shorts is a very humbling experience.
You gotta be fast. You gotta be
yeah, there's a lot of unknown stuff in this game.
Right now, G2 is all of those things.
I've definitely done a lot of research. I'm a very like curious person when it comes to a lot of those details. Man, G2 looks nice today.
Clinical from G2 right now.
Joe Lover, you are funny, bro.
The knives now popped. Stinger behind this for Buzz. Everybody else solid enough weaponry. Their own
another deep push.
Quick peek.
Flash peek. I don't know if I like the flash that they're using, but me being like overly critical, to be honest. Great timing here, man. Great fucking timing. Bro, G2 is making some good fucking moves. Stun, Sova ult, and peek.
Valen gets the spot out, gets the kill. Baby Bay swings around front of Pyramids. Meteor now
G2's playing pretty fucking well, man.
In desperation, throws everything that he can at this round.
They're gonna have to go big. Not easy to do. Munchkin has right, Stacks has left.
Brain trust for the team.
Surprised they're not doing more spamming, G2.
But now Stacks has been found. Munchkin all alone hits the transfer for two.
There was a world there. There was actually a world there. Damn, bro.
T1's pick a breeze, and they dispatch them with ease.
That is so impressive.
G2 impressing, bro.
They looked calm and comfortable.
Bro, I really like the fight that they did at doors that round. That was very clean, man.
3 more that T1 got after that.
Not a strong
very
showing
clean.
at all. Now they have to rebound and
Sean.
play against G2 on their selection.
Sean, it's okay, bro. It's okay. I can be wrong, bro. I can be wrong. I'm just defending my my first seat, like the person I thought was going to win. Doing that on your permaban of multiple years? Yeah, no, I mean, you two played well, bro. They had some good shit. They had some good shit. I mean, you gotta give it to him, bro. When you're doing strats on the fly on like areas of the map that you know don't really ever have to fight this aggressively. Like, think about what they did, bro. They let them into this area. Valen has his smoke here. I'll just use the actual smoke. Has his smoke here. Jaw stuns this. Valen sits at the edge of the smoke here. They stun plus Sova ult from cross map. Like, when a team is just in this much of a flow state that they're doing this kind of shit on the fly, Like, what are you really gonna do? Just well played, bro. Just really, really well played. Like 2024 100T out there? Actually, no, 100%. I love seeing that though. Like teams that actually re-clear fight space that they don't own. Because like technically, think about it, like they don't know what's exactly going on here. T1 could be walking through, but then they just kind of make a timing-based fight. Pretty sick. Pretty damn sick. What up, Kepri? Thanks for the follow, bro. All right, what do we have for next? Haven next. G2 Haven. They've been playing PRX comp to an extremely high level of result here. Obviously against an MIBR that was kind of out of it. Actually, no, at this point, MIBR wasn't even out of it, bro. More the lower final. And then Sheila, they were a little bit out of it. I won't lie. I won't lie. And then T1, their Haven, I remember, was pretty mid. Was not insane, was not terrible. Pretty middle of the pack kind of Haven. Alright. Get the predictions going, bro. Starter prediction. Who wins Haven? G1, G2. We'll set a 5-minute on this one. Alright, get your predictions in, guys.
Hybrid workers.
And I think we can turn this back on now. Low-key, the volume slider for Twitch is a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. It actually tells you a percentage, so I can be consistent. What was Rudy like as a coach? He comes from the UK Tier 3 scene, same as me. Rudy was... Will you enable membership in YouTube? I'll get back to that question. Rudy was really good to work with. I liked working with Rudy. Obviously it wasn't for very long. It was only, you know, the year, but pretty good time. He'd make some extra strats. Basically, like that process, I wanted to not just pick someone up because they had like a good rep. I wanted to make sure that I kind of went through like all of the potential talent. And yeah, Rudy was pretty smart about the game. He like beat out, I mean, consider this, right? There was over 200 applicants, including the guy that made the 50-page Icebox documentary. If you guys remember that. And he was, you know, in the top 2 of these. I ended up picking up 2 of these 200 applicants, so Rudy was definitely solid. Will you enable membership in YouTube? I will eventually, yeah. Right now, my YouTube is in the process of getting like the kind of like stream monetization, but even that process takes a bit because it has to be, you have to be approved. So I'm in like the step of that process where like YouTube's reviewing my channel to see if it like follows through with like monetization policies, whatever. So I'm kind of waiting on that to happen. So currently my plan with YouTube is just to stay steady with what I'm doing. 200 page actually, mate? Was it actually 200 pages? Thought it was like 50. Can I apply to be your assistant coach right now? I don't have a team, bro. I don't know if you noticed. 2.5 minutes left on the prediction, guys. Make sure you get it in. Bro, now I'm paranoid about all of these random between maps audio kind of songs. My last VOD got a bit clipped because of the copyright strike. More like a package deal. Probably not FaZe, if I'm being honest. I think... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly how I would approach it if I was picked up instantly. If I was picked up literally today, I'd probably reach out to Frenya immediately. It seems like Rudy wants to do player stuff. I believe he went back to being like a bit of a player. And Frenya is doing coaching still. I'm not sure exactly how his current situation would work, but Frenya would be my instant go-to. Frenya is insanely smart. Crazy to not see him on another team in the major league. Sure. Very, very smart guy. Thanks for the follow, Onu. I don't know if I said before. I don't think so, though. Oh, interview.
Congratulations, Josh.
Get excited.
On the first map.
Love Josh
start.
RT.
So first thing I want to ask you is,
You gonna get some
do you
coffee
feel
with
like
it?
the team is back in its
That's why I fuck with
tournament
you,
winning
Void.
form?
I'll
And
wait for the interview,
second
though.
question I want to ask you is, do you feel like T1's playstyle kind of made it easier for you to dictate the pace of the game?
It's hard to know if we're going to be a tournament winning form. I think we're just taking it game by game, map by map, and we know like T1 is a formidable opponent that can like turn up in a second. So I'm sorry, what was the second question? Sorry.
Do you feel like their playstyle made it easier for you to dictate the pace of the game compared to the Paper X series?
Yeah, I think
they do play
there's
more
easier
individualistic
beats that they're going by, but still just their firepower is just crazy. So we have to respect all their plays. It's just as scary as Paper X, I think. It's just a different beast.
Thank you, and good luck at the next map.
Thank you.
Down to be an intern.
G2
Damn, you're just
Sports
down to be
managed
around,
pick
bro.
up the win on T1's map choice of Breeze, 13 to 6.
Socials.
And here you see the breakdown. The
Let me
AWS
post that. I don't have a bot in
breakdown
my
here is
YouTube
10
yet.
Players are
Here
really,
are my
you talk about the
socials.
firepower. He's not wrong. I mean, look at the
I need to set up a
results
bot
there.
in my
Everyone's really just
YouTube
putting up
chat.
some numbers in
Alright, I'll be
that
right back.
game,
I'm gonna go grab
but
some
those
coffee
rounds
and
were
use the
just
bathroom
slipping away from
before this
T1.
next one starts.
And against G2,
You guys
we
have
simply just cannot
1 second to get
afford
predictions in.
that kind of
Unlucky,
those
guys.
kinds of mistakes.
Alright, I'll be right
I
back.
think especially in the first half, we saw rounds where I think G2 had a solid idea. They beefed the execution a little bit, and then are in a losing position, only to turn it around and win a lot of those clutches in the end. That's what got that momentum rolling in the first half, and then the later we got into this series, or into this map rather, the more I felt like it was just T1 falling back into some of the same issues as the Liquid game with failing in their team fighting.
We saw some nice moments though from G2. I think there were still some highlights towards the end of the map, which bode well for maybe their form as they keep rolling forwards. But I like that Josh was still being humble and like, listen, we're not quite there yet.
Well, you speak of some of the moments. It takes us to our HyperX Reflex moment of the day. We're going to give this one to Trent here, but this one's more about how they responded after immediately getting information on presence here at A. Once that happened, the go button was hit. Jog and Baby Bay ran in. They managed to get themselves 2. And then from there, they were just able to build that into a round win.
Yeah, I like this kind of setup from G2 because it shows clear purpose. They get themselves into a winning position, and they're able to scrap it out from there with Trent hitting some really nice shots towards the end. These are the kind of rounds that I really enjoyed watching. Unfortunately, in the first half, there were a lot of rounds I did not enjoy watching because I told you that these two teams had insanely high ceilings, and I think they're pretty far away from those ceilings actually at the moment. Look at this round, bro. G2 are wandering around in mid. I don't know exactly what the game plan was on these slow mid defaults. They didn't look that great. This is a 2v5, and the two players on G2 bunch together, and T1 just take a series of individual engagements that lead to a 5v2 completely falling away from them. Jeez. What is going on in rounds like this? I could have picked out 4 different examples from the first half alone, I think. But this one was the most egregious because the numbers, you just shouldn't be losing rounds like this. I think neither team really looks like they're in that peak form that you know both squads can hit.
Sure.
But it's T1 who are letting things slip more right now.
Yeah,
amazing
I
bot.
very
Thank you,
individual
bro.
in so many of the late rounds.
The bot's a
for
little manual
T1,
these days.
Where I think we saw some moments where the G2 individuals were able to bail them out. Wasn't quite the same in the late rounds
Welcome back.
for
Thank
T1.
you.
And I think that's really disappointing too, that that's coming on.
And I have
Breeze,
like
the
a
map where
collection of
I thought
water
that
bottles
this was
I
going
need
to be a
to
focus
throw
for them
out.
to really get those protocols, be better in the fighting, because that's where they were rough earlier in this tournament. But I just didn't really feel like I saw that.
I think a lot of
improvement
Tier
here,
2
whereas I
coaches
did
are
for
completely
G2.
snubbed
I'm
from
wondering
T1
whether
jobs.
it's a little bit of the pressure of the elimination game, or whether they got rattled a little bit in the game
There's
against
just
Team
a lot of
Liquid,
talent,
because I do think
be
that
honest.
T1 now being in this situation,
In League of
their
Legends, there was
ceiling is
10,
so much higher.
there was
than
10
this.
teams,
Their
right?
firepower even
10
is
and 8
higher than
teams.
this. I know
You
that
just
Josh
have
is
to
talking about them
basically
being
not be the
shooters, but
11th best
I'm not
coach.
seeing that same laser accuracy
But in
today.
this
Like,
game,
they've
it's
got
like
more to give.
Like
7,
in the numbers, but you're
7
not
and
seeing
8
it in the
teams?
moment.
Yeah.
Right?
What's the drink of
In
choice?
Pacific,
Coffee.
like against
Black
RRQ,
coffee.
I think T1 did such a good job of controlling the game, setting
Black
the
coffee
pace,
is always
making
my
their
drink
own
of
plays.
choice. Black
Here,
coffee and
so
water.
many of these rounds, especially in their post plants, felt like they were just sitting back and letting
Fact that
G2
Nismo never got a
execute
job this
into
year or
them and,
last year
and
is still
set
so
their own
insane as a
tempo.
It would be a bad way to go out.
Yeah.
No, without a doubt.
Yeah,
without a
he
doubt.
is one of the best
pressure is
KOs,
on
man.
for the coaching staff to figure out how do they manage to force that map 3. Let's see
Feels
what's
like he
going
would have
on
gotten
with
an
KDG
opportunity.
as we have Jen Lee standing by.
gen here with T1's KDG.
It's definitely a
now
very
Coach
feared
Giacomo can, and it
12
seems
NA
like he
teams.
will
No,
continue
there's
to
12
pose as a
Americas
serious
teams.
threat on Haven as well. So what are your
But
plans
the
around
breakdown
shutting him down?
actually ends up being like
일단 브리지 같은 경우는
7 NA
사실 조구모의 네온이
and then
네온보다도
5 that
사실
are
저희가 판단이라든가 콜적인
LATAM
거에서 미스를 많이
slash
했다고 생각을 하고요.
Brazil.
그다음에 헤이븐 같은 경우는 상대가 요르피닉스 조합을 준비해 올 거를 알고 있기 때문에
I think
그에
it
대해서
works
저희가
like
조합을
this
바꾸는 걸로
currently.
한번 시도해 보기로 했습니다.
Some of the Brazilian teams are also kind of
For Greece,
representing a
I
lot of
think
North
it was more
American
down
players.
to our individual mistakes, making the missed calls, rather than us having struggles with dealing with Jogamus Neon. But when it comes to the next map, we know that they like to run the Yoru and Phoenix, so we tried to deal with them by changing up our comp. So
They're
let's look
changing the
forward to it.
comp.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Changing the comp.
Okay, well, KDG, thank you so much for that information. And, you know, a lot of pressure on these T1 boys here. There you can see Baby Bay feeling pretty good,
You know,
getting ready for
you
this
know what's
one.
funny?
But
Okay,
on
I
the
will
other
say,
side of the field,
T1
looking
T1
down the
is
bottom
a
of the
very
barrel here.
individualistic
This could
team.
potentially
Both
be
times that
bad
T1 has
for
lost,
them if they go out the way that they just
like
lost in that
between
first
map
map here,
interview
Sideshow.
from the
Pressure's on for
coach
T1.
has
It certainly
been
is. I'm interested to see what kind
well,
of
from an
compositional
individual
adjustment they
level,
made.
we were making
They're
a
not
lot of
gonna be
mistakes.
probably as
It's
comfortable
like, well,
running that
yeah, I
comp.
mean, when you
And so
play
if
like
you're
a
in your
very
own head about it and you
individualistic
haven't had
kind
as
of
much
game like
time to
T1
get ready
does,
for it, but they're going
obviously,
back to the Euro ISO
you know,
comp.
Okay, return.
you
This
put
is
so
what
much
won
focus
them the
on
first tournament of last
the
year
individuals
against
playing
this
well.
G2 team, and they're rolling
Bro,
back
by the
into
way,
it. Cypher's an
I've
interesting
seen some
one
pretty
for me.
insane
Against
isotech
a double
on
dive where
Haven.
the Phoenix is often that one getting proactive and entering. It'll be interesting
This
to see how much
this guy on
value
Twitter.
he can get. I think you can also win
His
on both attack
name
and
is like
defense. A lot of these like early lobby
YPMDL.
fights that normally the flashes
I think it's
dominate
this.
because the suppression on
That's
that
some really
undercut.
cool
The
isotech.
chamber is also
I'm gonna make a
gonna
video
be
about it
trying to
soon.
pick up the op as much as
It's a
possible.
little
Baby
YouTube
Bay's got
short.
the ult and the op, and you've got an ISO now with a shield to try to shut that down. I do think it's actually
like
really
Jog
cool
Phoenix.
in terms of how it might match up against
Talking about the
G2.
walk in and out of the wall,
Probably
yeah,
even scrimmaged
exactly
against
that,
this
Joe
comp,
Gray.
and
But
it's T1
also, I don't know if
T1
you've
was
seen the
best
tech
with their
where
execution,
when
their team
you
fighting,
build
how
the ISO
aggressive
wall,
they work
right,
together
it
when they won
starts
in
like
Bangkok.
this,
They're
and then it
returning to
slowly
that
does
comp.
like,
they gotta
you know,
return
goes
to those
up, right?
fundamentals if they want to stay alive.
T1 pulls a rabbit out of their hat.
So
but
if
is
you
the
throw the
magic
wall
there? Can
and then
they
you
force
jump
a
spot,
map 3? Let's send it back over
in
to
certain
Achilles
angles,
and
you
Paper
can like
Thin.
actually get the info behind the wall
That is a very big
as you
question,
throw it.
GB.
So like
They are
on mid
running back
Haven
the
window,
clock,
right?
but
Like let's say
how
this
does
is
this
mid
hold
window.
up in modern
You can throw the
day
wall
here
on
in
barrier,
2026
like you
here
start
at
here,
Masters
barriers
Santiago,
here.
'cause
Throw the wall
G2,
on
I mean, they
barrier and
just
jump out
showed
window and
this
see if they walk
composition
down
on
mid.
Haven and Jogamo
Pretty
was
fucking cool.
deadly.
I'm gonna make a
Yeah,
video
this
about it
comp
soon.
in general looks
Next
really,
vid drop
really
the
good,
isotech.
whether
I
it
might.
be G2 or Paper Rex that's running it. And
It's just like
it's gonna
advanced
be, I think, an
movement
uphill
kind of stuff
battle.
that
I
you can
think
do with
T1 had to try
the
something
wall that
different
people haven't really
for this map.
explored.
It just is
But it's
not
very
going their way.
cool.
They have to
I
come in
definitely
with
like the
something
idea.
unique, something
I'm gonna
special
credit
to
him
try to
too.
force split, and this is probably about the best that they are going to be.
I
able
doubt
to
you'll
come
see it
up
in
with
this
in
match.
a short amount of time.
But it
You
is
know, Izu,
fucking sick.
he could be a difference
Very
maker
cool.
on Cypher sometimes, but you're all eyes on the
I think a lot of the
on that
reason why
ISO.
Phoenix gets value in these games, by the way, is because
Cam
people
getting a
don't play
spot
against
out
that
on the
much
Baby
Phoenix.
Bay there at Sewers.
You're just
Sleep
not
at the
used to
same
dodging
time.
splash.
Lurks
And you're not
in
used to
behind
the
Bricks.
audio.
Will be spotted and taken down. Meteor able to find the
The
kill.
audio
Pops the
tell
shield
that
immediately.
Phoenix
So
is
double tap now
flash
in
gives.
play.
He just suppressed his
Now it
teammate,
takes
by
a
the way.
munch. Gets that blind through. Now we'll look to try to push forward, still to utilize the shield, but it's going to be broken on the entry. Trent able to find one. Baby Bay
Great
finding a
peeks by
piece as
Trent,
well as
man.
Meteor still fighting back, but now will fall as it's Izu. Left at 1v1 and he needs some damage.
Oh my god, Jaws.
remaining.
Oh yeah, I thought he was going to read
Go
it,
ahead.
bro.
Pump
I thought he
brakes,
was
cut the
actually reading it
noise.
and he was
Now
instantly following.
Sprint his way across, knew that Jogamo was going
He
to
is
be
reading it,
nearby,
though.
given the Molly investment.
And he's going to hear the audio here.
Should just be out of that audio range, but now they're getting
He
closer
hears
and
it now.
closer.
And he
Set up
hears
a
the trip.
flyer there in the window.
Okay, but that does kind of help Izu.
Feels like Izu absolutely needs the headshot.
Now he's only going to look
40
spawn.
HP,
He's
a
probably
frenzy
going to
on the
jiggle
other
spawn.
side. Jaw swings in, and that
Did
is
not
gonna
expect
be
him that close.
Jogamo taking him down. Another
Wow. Wow.
pistol into the hands of G2.
Just again, an angle that T1 doesn't account for. It just feels like their team fighting is not in sync here today. Nobody's clearing the left side of the boxes on site. So that opens up Trent and Baby Bay to go absolutely crazy here.
The ISO hitbox.
Meteor gonna get a couple big kills, and Izu again just trying to cut a little bit of time by going through.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old Omen blind.
Alerts Jogamo to his presence.
Where you used to just accidentally Omen blind your teammates all the time.
And before Izu was even ready for it.
Because it's like I don't know if you played League, but it's like in a 0. Like your character model's here,
Jogamo.
but then like the blind comes like this
Heroics,
out
his
of you.
Big stage presence.
I think they like kind of like fixed
He's
it
on
so that it would be
display
something
once
like
again
this
here in Santiago.
and make it not
Looks like they're
clip
gonna be
your
investing
teammates
into
as
this. What a
often.
stinger in the half arm
But I
right
don't
in
think
the
they
hands
ever
of
did that
Meteor.
to ISO. It
Just
is a
that
bit
and a bandit
thinner,
for
the
Izu.
ISO.
It's
More
not
like
going
this.
for a full half
You might
buy.
accidentally clip your teammates like all the time.
I think you're still gonna have.
How does Jog play the frenzy so well? He has
amount
good
of
movement, I
struggles
think. Maybe short
trying to make
about
that
the
stinger
technique
work
about how to use
against
each
this
gun.
G2 squad.
Yeah, I was thinking about that for
Got
Shorty,
firepower
or not for
across the
Shorty, for
board.
Frenzy and Stinger.
So he's looking for a catch there.
Both of
at
these
A
guns
main.
kind of operate the
Does
same
allow
way.
for Leaf
A
to
lot of
scale
people
all the way
don't really
forward
know how to use
with
them that
Marshall
well.
in hand. Double tap
Kinda
shield now
simple,
getting
though.
popped. Meteor immediately working his way through up into
Gun is
window.
insanely accurate even if you're moving.
Swinging here on the check, and Baby Bay
would be good.
may be seeing gun barrel a pixel out
I
of
think they'll
place.
buff Initiator soon in
He's very
Senti.
suspicious about this.
For sure. You
think
know
Senti,
you give up
probably
the
not
space with this
Initiator.
comp sometimes.
They're
Baby
just going to
Bay.
be sat here, hoping and praying that someone comes swinging into this to hand them a weapon, but Baby Bay
Kind of a
not
funny
looking
round.
likely to happen.
Should be a flash out of here, you would think, from Buzz.
Has it, they spot him.
Pretty
Take
cool.
him down low, and he can't get the weapon out
Pretty
fast
cool
enough.
play
Melon,
from
however,
T1.
Still close by. Not going to be caught by that one, but Buzz with that Bulldog's able to find a kill. Izu finding Trent at the same time.
Oh my God.
Molly going to be
Oh
layered in, but
my
he gets
God.
completely overwhelmed and surrounded.
He
and
did a
suddenly,
great
he's just
fucking
leaving the
job
Marshall
this round.
remaining.
What a sick
One
little
shot
play.
killed them all.
So simple, but
Gets the spot on
very
the
high
one.
value.
Turns over, but somehow whips the shot onto Izu.
I mean,
and T1.
that's probably the
showing
first
some
time
early
ever that a
signs of
Marshall
life. We'll tie it up 1-1.
stream is really delayed.
Yeah,
by
and
that?
for sure, I think it makes a little bit of sense here
Really?
as T1.
Oh my
Insane that he's able
God.
to win that out.
How did this even happen?
Now into the closest thing we've had to a
Good
rifle
call,
round
Word.
so far, but Izu does just have a sheriff.
That's okay. At least we went to this round. I didn't even know. How did that
Will be
happen?
avoided. Camera set up outside of mid just to try to watch
It
for
didn't
any
skip at
aggressive
all.
plays, but Leaf
Whatever.
will get the clear.
All good.
You can see that they're
Damn,
gonna
right?
Check this sewer spot again to see.
Did I
excuse
pause
me,
it at
the
some point? I don't
garage
think
spot
so.
Again to see if there's anything available there, but you know, G2
At least we
putting
went to
extra
fourth
bodies
round.
To the problem this time.
YouTube just buffers that way?
Could bait T1 into
This is
making
crazy,
the mistake
bro.
of going through there, but instead it's a slow push up. Trip is going to be here.
Anyway, we're back.
Decoy out into the
Good
jump
info.
peak. Just getting the spot there onto Izu. Meanwhile, the attack onto the B site. It's underway.
Wow, we were a
Stacks to have
full
the
round
plan.
behind, huh?
Meteor pushing out aggressively towards that A-Link side. Prowler, however, will confirm his presence as curveballs go flying, but Jogamo still needing to wait for the rest of the team to try to get into position, but Buzz is going to be taken down first and foremost there at backside. Leaf gets the angle, gets that kill. The double face, a lot of damage going to be suffered from Munchkin
Repeat there
eventually
is
able to find the
kind
kill.
of crazy,
Jogamo going
I
to be taken
think.
down, Baby Bay dead as well.
Repeat is really
Trenton
crazy
Mallon
there.
finding one apiece. Flushed him out off the site. The ping reveal onto one. The taps just trying to bait these shots forward. And Izu running out of bullets. We'll be able to find
You know what would
those
be really
kills,
nice
and
to
we
see
are
from
gonna
Izu there?
Continue just going back and
He
forth.
had one
now,
cage
2-2.
left. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Okay.
One cage,
T1
one
able to
cage,
stabilize
and
a little
one
bit, moving
trip
a good
he had
read
left.
here. They could find some space on the B to get the plant, and Munchkin was quick.
If you
to
put
react
cage on
after
bomb,
that curveball
you could use
plus
it to
the blaze
spam through
wall
the
from
smoke.
Jogamo. He swung back
Yeah, see.
over to make sure that him
And
and
also
Izu
with
were
this
gonna be able
trip,
to
he
plug
could-
up that gap, so
he
they
could
still
trip the
have that
garage
post
push.
plant from the
Or
grass
the B
area.
push.
And they needed that. You don't have any mollies left there with
Definitely
just
had some good use
Munchkin
cases
and
for both
Izu,
of his
so
pieces of util there.
you don't have much in the way of
Izu
mollies
is
in this
crisp-
comp other
crisp
than
though.
stacks and the shock darts.
Okay.
So if you're going to go for B, come down to those crossfires, and they're able
Man,
to
I
get
like
it
that
to
they
go.
opted into double duelist,
Trip
playing the
here to
old
watch if
comp
there's
with
a lurk from Baby Bay. He will from
Cypher.
time to time
Pretty cool
get
to see.
aggressive, try to get into
I think
the
that
opponent's
Cypher is
spawn.
really bad, to
round
be
so
honest,
far.
but at least
Patient.
on
It's
Haven
been T1.
specifically, I think it has some
Considering
merit.
B
A lot
against
of
this
lanes,
weaker
a lot of
G2
ways you can
buy.
get flanked. The trips do give you a lot of value.
Is go
At least as
in.
info trips.
Meteor had his ult
Can't
in
really
death.
kill with them anymore, but
Challenges Baby Bay got him.
Yeah, breaks it at the same time. Jogamo going to be snapped back. Run it back, not finding much of anything there, but Leap pushing forward is able to find Meteor as he returns to this realm. It's a player advantage as well as the firepower for T1. So it looks like they do want to
Almost caught
try
that
to
time
attack
on
him with
Izu.
this B side, but Jogamo deadly with that Guardian. Does get worked a little bit lower, and
A little
Stacks
bit too
will be
much
able to
there.
collect the kill.
a little bit too deep there.
At the same time, going on a walkabout.
Vice is crazy underrated on
pushing
this
down,
map.
but will be held at bay for the
I'm
moment.
personally not a fan.
Trying to see if
I'm
anyone
personally not a
peeks
fan
that
of Vice
corner.
on this map. Too many gaps. I think that the Thorns don't get enough value.
T1 clustered together, death ball style, looking to attack into this C site.
Too many lanes to cover. Cypher and KJ, it feels like, just do a much better job at the info game and the overall. I guess mostly it's about the info game, right?
See if Valen wants to make anything of this.
Vito hella good on this map.
Fast.
I also don't like Vito on this map. I'm
little
just
bit of
generally
help.
not a big fan of like the
one
lane trip characters on this map.
Prowler through to garage.
Feels like the macro becomes so much harder.
As that smoke does fall, Snappy with a shot is able to find Valen, and now it is just Trent.
T1's kind of doing it, huh?
Here's the reposition. Should be favored in the fight and will be able to take him down. Stacks now encroaching, working his way onto this flank. Trent gets a read of it. Absolutely gorgeous. Finds him as he jumps up into the windowsill. Now Munchkin to try to see if they can.
Like, why are we taking this timing? I gotta ask.
But Trent just has no idea where he's at.
Why not let him tap and then walk after? Munchkin gets the info, gets him off bomb.
Will be able to get
second guy gets the aggro next. You know what I mean? Like, why walk up and risk that, forcing a 1v1?
Shaky on that post plan ideology from T1 in terms of.
So are T1.
Yes, but it's Izu here. He makes noise right in front of Trent. They know he's there. Like you said,
I think there's use cases for him, yeah.
And he makes noise when he jumps across. So, and then they all fan out. They give him the 1v1s. And Trent reads it so
But it doesn't feel
well.
like it's a super heavy A fight kind of meta anyway.
That you need to go back into the
like usually teams are playing
playbook and
Viper.
Rethink that 3v1 advantage, but you still get the round. So
they want to get this orbit. Look like Buzz have the dimensional drift online. So just set up the wall.
Pretty much guaranteed orb.
Allows him to safely grab the mask. Already going to be invested. Sprinting forward, checking out around the back of sight, but so far nothing going to be spotted. The entry now coming through. Leap works his way over to Lumber. He'll be blinded up there in the corner. The recon going to go flying. Munchkin stacks, able to find one apiece, and Valen cannot escape.
Wow.
Let's continue down the Nightfall. Still going to be invested now at 2v4. And everybody, every flank ends up getting noted by T1.
Hey, 6.
Now
I'm
that's
back
a
into
beautiful
chat.
round from T1.
Welcome, bro.
That is a great
What I missed?
execute.
Yo, there was some other guy that was in here with the name Dogged as well.
For that recon dart as well to hit backside.
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that, bro.
Into awkward positions. This is really well set
timeout?
up here.
Yeah, a bit.
They're just winning. There's that ping. Love that ideology.
Definitely
There you go.
really out of sync
Okay,
with
so
G2
T1
in this
now.
round.
Finding their form.
Really, really out of sync.
You guys remember back to this
They tried to do a
composition
flood,
when
but
they
it
used
was
to play
very
quite a
ones
bit better
heavy.
generally on the attacker side, so they got to do damage here with this composition.
Didn't feel like they had like an anchor to like kind of flood off of either, right? Like Valen like re-flooding with like the people instead of like having extra space.
Into the B site.
Usually when you flood, you want to have somebody in.
Has to exit, and Leaf is going to be left to his own devices. Ends up getting taken down, but Jogamo on the peak, able to find the finisher there on the Buzz. Meteor as well.
Hello?
Under pressure. Jogamo, however, just unable to confirm the kills. Ran out of bullets in that stinger. Ooh. And Izu notes the flank. The Prowler cleared.
Timing is starting to open up for,
trying to reroute.
grass. Izu's going to start looking grass.
The TP,
yeah,
but Izu has him in his sights.
You could remove one agent from the game, which would it be?
A bit of a win streak now, building up for T1 as they get up to 5.
Well, and this is what this composition is designed to do, is to brawl. Because you have that ISO in there, because you have that extra layer of security to allow you to just take fights, because you should be able to get the trades better in your favor generally with that double tap pop. So that's why T1 wants to get in there. They want to brawl. Even though Jogamo hits another nice shot, starting to befuddle G2 a little bit. The pace here might bring the timeout through, and indeed it does.
Maybe Clove.
Might want to.
I think that Clove is like
playing this a little more like Breeze.
Clove fundamentally is like way too strong in ranked. It's like now it's gotten to be a problem. Like from a design perspective, it's gotten to be a problem because every clutch you have to deal with the smoke on the bomb. When you're
zooming in here on the Coinbase win
defense,
condition.
you just have a free smoke for your team.
Like we're just gonna be.
And it kind of changes the dynamic of the whole game.
Here does have the tour de force online. Needs to find some impact with that. Meteor's gonna be that first one swinging at you.
With double duelist and Haven.
Where it gets so damn difficult.
You also need you need a way to pressure the cross today.
Exactly.
Cypher is amazing at being able to pressure the cross today.
To a chamber in some ways, so just gonna have to see if that ends up being an issue.
From an attack perspective, it's definitely
a lot of that
because Cypher is able to create this pressure.
Be open
Open up these two gaps. You don't have the need to pressure A every round. The best thing that you can do with that comp is either C pressure, B pressure, barrage pressure, while Cypher just works A alone, creates a gap.
To watch that mid window, kind of remembering, okay, Izu's been in there a little bit. Maybe we can catch him.
Yeah, ranked post plan is
stepping out a little bit.
In pro play it seems normal, but bro, like playing against a Clove is so locked in ranked.
T1's gonna try to fan
Every
out
single post plan you have to play close.
To clear sewers to try to tee Izu up. That's where G2's gonna double stack.
Double smokes already committed.
Then spot on the one, and Izu.
Wow, Izu just hard holding.
Just not ready for that timing whatsoever. Now forward into the smoke. Meteor going to be able to take down
Bro,
Trent.
this attack is going insanely well.
Tagged up on the exit. Jogamo noted on the flank. Meteor will fall, but that's the one casualty that they've been able to find.
Whoa!
Munchkin
Yo!
sliding his way up into heaven, trying to get the pre-fire, but Baby will be able to come away with the kill.
Nice try on the pre-fires.
Still needs so much more.
Yo, you guys hear that?
Let's try to
that
play
shit
this
was
one
loud
out.
as hell. What's going on out there?
A lot going to be resting on the shoulders up Baby Bang. And it's going to be Izu from behind Buzz to go ahead and clean it up. Gets the 4-piece as well. Another massive round. 15-3 and 2 on this side for Izu.
Yeah, I mean,
looking
really needs one hit.
electric for T1.
Yeah, it's just so tough here for Trent.
Bro
He gets
really
spotted by the
one
drone.
smoke. One smoke on bomb is already enough.
Him. You're going to pop the double tap and you're going to challenge him. Just beautiful stuff there as well. Getting the ping from...
You're looking like MV came there. I'm getting goosebumps.
Huge.
Yeah.
These executes look so good. And Izu following up off of this has been brilliant. He's got 15 kills already, and we're 8 rounds in.
And it's going to be another timeout call.
Wow.
Another timeout?
So clearly, whatever was discussed, well, in one ear, out the other for the players on stage.
You hate to use two. You hate to use two, but sometimes you just can't let it get. You can't let it slip away. If you don't like the call and it's 6-2, you just have to call another, bro.
Come back to bite them.
Yeah, I kind of get it in a way. I mean, if you can.
Also, if you trust, like, if Josh trusts Valen's calling, right? Josh trusts Valen's calling on Haven, then he should definitely call 2 timeouts.
Here, trying to just trust in your players, trust in Valen. You know, they've been really good at making adjustments
they rebooted CSGO
throughout their entire history of being a team. So I don't mind this at all from Josh. If he really wants to talk about, you know, hey, we've got some big
in tier 2. Yeah.
We've got some ability to maybe
he's definitely
for a little bit of retake here.
They're definitely getting a lot of value out of Clove smokes and clutches. I think playing Clove and competitive enables that player to be more of an X factor, but at the same time, like, to be honest, like,
be a timing thing, maybe we'll see.
He will eventually have to learn
also
other
been
agents.
Tough for G2 because they've been having a tough time
and kind of define
himself
a bit more into a role.
Cycled in to find value.
Figure out what role best fits him.
3 to try to work with here. It will just be a ride of the wall, pushing forward, clearing Cubby. Advancing closer towards C site. Leaf here alongside Valen. Baby Bay as well going to be rotating in. Spot on the one.
Can't be a Clove player forever.
That's going to be opened up. Clear the clone. Jogamo being tracked, tagged up, taken down. Munchkin able to find him as he TPs forward. Still rough position, however, to try to get the spike planted, at least for now, but another kill's going to be found as Leaf gets displaced. Valen Baby Bay still at backside. Trent trying to flank his way through mid. Might be able to find a massive backstab onto Izu.
Actually having a guy back flat and going for the oh my god.
That's going to be the big question is Baby Bay finding some damage,
man,
but also
T1
finds
really
death.
slowed
Izu
this
now
round down.
strikes, and now they know exactly
man,
where Trent
they made
is
sure
at.
that Izu got value. It's actually nice to
Caught
see,
with
man.
Prowler in hand. T1
so nice to see.
Not allowing for G2 to find any value from these timeouts.
Ooh, this has got to be concerning. Because this is a pretty good read from G2. They've got 4 players on the C site, and T1 is still able to dissect it.
Having Valen in this backside space
Jog after the Hunter's Fury,
and actually being in so that they can flood in is like a big difference in why this game or this round felt playable.
Absolute monster.
When they flooded before, when he was like in the spawn smoke with them,
17-3.
pretty not ideal. You just don't have space.
One hell of a performance.
Having this crossfire is really
important. How this is going, no signs of it stopping or slowing down. Buzz peeks in, outlaw in hand.
Contacts in.
The
goal here was try to be a bit of a bait setup for Leaf.
Leaf
the fact that he ends up dying
now they have the spot. They have the
kind of kills the bait a bit.
Well, it's just quietly dropping down. Peeks back in.
Damn,
takes
bro.
another bite.
Buzz has gotten so
Great
many
balls down.
contact
Jogamo
kills.
will be able to find Izu on the
just
opposite side of the map, but Team
Just
1
peeking where they're holding and still somehow winning that
pick
fight.
the poison as far as they want to go, where they want to go. Jogamo tagged up
like
already. Pops that, run it back.
Dax is
Immediately
dropping the
gets
bomb on the
zoned
ground.
away.
He's like, yeah, you
Sends
guys
out
go
a
with that.
volley.
I'm
Team 1
droning.
pump the brakes, and they're just not going to allow for him to get
droning.
value off this one.
These pauses are too good, yeah. The pauses in the micro, bro. The teams that are able to do this, it's so clean, bro. Every team that does it, you can just tell that they're fucking insane. Also, Meteor taking a free timing off audio here is beautiful. Calls him back C.
Exactly. Yeah, this is really nice work.
Perfect.
Leave Buzz, trying to make some noise
Perfect.
there around
Meteor.
zero. Actually, he will fall. Valen catching a timing onto him as he's trying to scale his way forward towards A. Jogamo at the same
As
time,
it's
though.
through Garage, he
Hearing these
also
footsteps,
builds the
and suddenly
timing.
this game of Ring Around the Rosie might just be going G2's
But
way.
they're going to be more aware of this
Catch there
timing
and
for
spawn.
sure.
Meteor still able to find the one.
Stax angle is perfect, bro.
Stax will be able to find
Bro, that's
the enemy
the literal
Phoenix.
peak on timing
Trying to
video right
steady it,
there.
but just eats far
Did you
too
see
much
that?
damage. Completely outfavored now in the fight. As
You
Meteor
guys
will
watch
just
my long
back away,
form.
leave him to
That
his
is
own
the
devices.
exact example.
Still with just one shock dart, Stax would be able to take
What do
down
you think
Trent
about
if he
Fade
can
versus
perfectly
Silva and
place it.
Haven? I'm not a fan of Fade, to be honest.
Already they know he's not holding it to half. The bounce in.
Silva's just
Doesn't
so
find the
much
full
better for
damage, but
everything.
again,
Breaking
continues to
sent
whittle
util.
away.
The
At
dart
this Fade,
is much
25
faster
health, and
paced.
still no idea where
You
Meteor's
can use
at
it in
this
more
round.
scenarios. Like if you want to hit
It's
C,
out of their hands,
one
this
Silva
map,
dart
this
here
half, it is
literally gets
completely
the
out
whole
of control
site
for
outside of
G2.
like a guy standing in the open here or here. If you throw it poorly, they can
There's the
crouch
gun barrel
backside.
spot. There is the kill. Will be
But
able to peel
Fade
one
can
back
only
into
like
his
eye
favor.
here, which is like bad.
But T1
Like that's just not even good.
continue to storm their way towards split.
Same thing for like the A early darts.
I mean, this is
like the eye on
crazy good
attack is
value
like
for
pretty
T1
bad.
in this round.
The only benefit is like in
Outlaw
combat
kills for
scenarios, like
Buzz,
you can get more
huge.
value out of like Fade Prowlers,
Open up some of the map.
Fade Tether.
Meteor eventually coming
I
through
think gives
there.
you a little bit more combat
Getting
power,
the
but
backstab, but also you got
I don't think
Jogs
it's better.
ult out of him that
1-to-1.
round. So just about everything that could go T1's way did.
You'd rather
except
give
for a few of
Clove
the
3
lurks were
smokes when
dealt
she's
with,
alive
but
and take away that after
outside of
death
that, you're
smoke?
still
I don't know
winning.
what they can do to
Operator
really
online.
fix Clove.
Here we go,
So
finally
they take
for
away the
Baby Bay.
after death smoke. What does the character do?
Considers the close angle.
The
Will
character
back away.
is way too underpowered then.
Now it's
yeah.
going to be the dimensional drift from Buzz, trying to scout him out. Will have spotted him.
Found
Goes for the flick,
Good
unable
look.
to find it. Buzz
Good
now
look on the
spotting him up
peak.
over the top. Has to drop
Peak free
down.
fire.
Buzz will make his exit. There goes the ult. Kill contract, getting the grab. Meteor
Well done.
gets the clone.
Well done on the
With a big
clone.
switch, but they get the real thing is Buzz is able to find Leaf at the same time. Blazewall going to be set up the spike now, already planted, and Buzz playing forward. Catches
for the
down
util
before
timing
Baby Bay
there.
can get the counter swing. Advantage to T1. It's Meteor flush against the garage entrance. Watching for the scale forward, but the wider swing from Trent.
Wide
manages to
swing is
offset the
great
aim.
from Trent,
Izu,
man.
however, still alive and well, playing forward on the site. Looks for the timing on the Baby Bay, but Trent again will find the catch.
Izu's angle is a bit curious there.
A
He
2v2
knows where
with
the
time
last two
starting to
people
get away
are,
from them.
and he like opts into like forcing into a
The
bad
tap,
angle.
no real committal on the defuse. Trent again,
One.
the one that tried to make this happen. But you can hear it
Unwinnable.
bleeding away.
Gets
He
him off at 3.
continues to get
Perfect
tagged
from
up.
Munchkin, man.
Shot after shot, Munchkin
Wow, man.
takes him down in Team 1. They are looking to make this a 10-2 half.
Oh man, they are just so on it. Some good
Those
little
smokes
ideas
lasting
here and there from G2
less
in this
when
round,
dead.
using the clone
That could be an
to deal
interesting
with
pick.
Meteor's ult. But Buzz, up close and personal, that drift so efficient.
What happened
the way
here
that he's
must be
able
a
to
glitch.
spot out where Baby Bay is, where the
I think
TP goes
G2
to.
got caught off
That
guard by
allows
this comp,
all
bro.
that space to be taken
They've
by
been,
T1.
I mean, T1's been
Set
looking
up for
nice
those
on attack, I
post-back
won't lie.
crossfires.
But
Few battles don't go
G2
their
as
way.
well didn't
Trent
play
had
the
a
fast
couple
flood
nice
like
ones in
properly.
there, but
Feels kind
at the end
of
the
like
day,
a similar
it's just
story,
too
man.
much
Like
to deal with. Buzz now with an op of his own.
they don't have the
Yeah,
full
they have a lot.
style like
Munchkin,
kind of figured
he's
out
got
yet.
one in hand as well. They do like to go
They
for
weren't
this
really
one.
a crazy fast flood kind of
last
team
round's the
before,
half.
but when you play these kinds of comps, like fast flood is so good.
Spot out on the leaf in mid. Just jumps back over towards C, but the silent, steady push has been coming through the whole time towards C.
And they're ahead of this. Is Valen going to be ready? No,
Conventional drift will go in. Valen still able to find one. Meteor going to be taken down. Izu eventually able to find that trade. Decay down to 1. Trent pushing forward. Will be able to have the shutdown. All the same, Buzz gets himself situated forward. Now staring at this A connector with the op in hand.
Baby Bay just has to wait for the spike, wait for the reinforcements.
He swings in. He's going to be taken down, and that brings it now into a 3v3. Stack some eyes on the flank. Looking like it's just going to be a 3-player push straight forward through this connector.
It's rough. Rough for G2 here.
It's the jump across. Jogamo going to be tagged.
And they have to face check the
Must get
smoke.
forward into the smoke to dive
Great
forward,
jump.
and he hits the
jump is kind of inaccurate because he landed it at the edge of the smoke, but the idea is there.
Closer, and it's 10-2 at the half. T1, the comp swap working wonders versus G2.
This is exactly what the doctor ordered for T1. Now you've got the smiles. Now you've got the laughter. Now you've got that confidence rolling again. I mean, the fact that Izu still able to buy so much time, gets ults out of the equation for this post plant. So G2 just has to try to go for the flood.
Man, T1 plays with so much individuality. Like, if you look at how they play so many scenarios, it's like, bro, their instinct there is like Munchkin insta gets in the smoke, plays his one. But he knows it's like, it's a good place to multi-frag. Like, playing in smokes is broken to multi-frag. In or around smokes, so OP. Let's go T1. The all for one? See, yeah, I mean, you know. I do have T1 winning the tournament, and they have kind of not been playing to that level, so hopefully they turn up. Not because I don't like G2, but because, you know, I already have them kind of predicted. I like G2. I love Josh. Love Josh especially, and Jogamo. My boys.
¿Cómo te has sentido estos días? ¿Cómo te ha tratado el país? ¿Cómo te ha recibido la Masters Santiago? Es la mejor Master de la historia, por lejos.
What a weird series, no? A little bit of domination from both teams on the opposing team's map pick. Okay, ISO Yoru isn't insane on defense though. I will say, where's ISO? This undercut into A main on any A fight though is pretty sick. Pretty high value. Probably be seeing that a bit.
But for the moment, the crowd looking a hell of a lot more lively than both of our teams, depending on which map you look at. T1 waking up after that breeze.
I can't believe what's happening here, man.
Being put through the ringer on Haven. Both squads seemingly just doing
on the opposite map
for their opponent's map picks. This comp change, even though Meteor himself is not the one leading the kill
also
feed.
Interesting that Meteor isn't Decipher, right? Izu does obviously play
pause to G2
Decipher as
what
well,
they
but
want to do here on Haven.
Yeah,
Meteor did get some like pretty insane lurk value on ISO.
Not able to get as much value.
And it's fucking hard to lurk on ISO, man. All of your abilities make noise. ISO's kind of like a character that is there just to like out-stat check people in fights. Like pop a shield and then you just peek with like an extra bullet worth of HP.
To try to suss out exactly, you know, where they need to position themselves, where they can find safety.
Izu, 19 and 6 by the way.
T1 was
incredible, man.
Ahead.
Izu did get some pretty sick lurks off as well.
A lot of those executes.
Early deep sea cam for Izu.
G2 have been favored overall so far in the pistols.
We'll
see if that can continue here.
Now, though.
Just with the one headhunter shot. It's not going to be able to make it count. Gets
delayed on peek on long.
Just a little bit snappier with it, finds a headshot and narrowly does manage to make his exit.
I like the idea. They did a triple high-low there.
And player advantage to T1. Another rescale forward lead. Instantaneous with a headshot. Meteor going to be struck down, but Stacks able to find two more here for his troubles before Trent takes him down.
They know too. They don't know Izu.
Over the side, Valorant.
They know that he was C, but they don't know if he's flanking or if he's rotating late. In this case, he's doing the perfect thing, which is containing.
Identify his position.
So, like, the way that this guy should play is if there's no noise cuts, then he should hold. So what Izu's doing here is perfect.
See if they're aware of it.
No noise, he holds.
Consider it.
If there's noise again, he takes more space. So this is, like, unreal. Really hard to clear. Wow.
Are able to force him
Trent, man.
the sprint now into the B site.
Yeah, red light,
Big
exactly.
Plant here, or do they try to cut across to C? Looks like it will be going for B. The face forward, Valen able to find the spray
Wow,
down.
man.
Munchkin
Trent
going to be
clearing that
eliminated.
angle, unreal. Who do you think would win Santiago? I
There's a
had
3
T1.
HP.
After watching the
Lead,
actual
hearing
matches
some
kind of
footsteps
play
from
out, I
Izu
think
on C.
PRX are general mates. From the teams that we've seen. Obviously, there's still the first
Trying to
seeds.
swing
So, like
around the back, catch
Nongshim,
him off guard,
especially, I
sees the
think,
shoulder.
looked
Izu
very, very
seemingly
good in their
no
games.
real idea about
BBL
this
had moments in their games
possibility
too. There's some
whatsoever.
lot
He
of
is
good
going to be
teams.
caught. Trent has the one tap. G2 might just have the pistol they so desperately need.
Kind of hard to call. Maybe
The
I'd say
Astra still in
PRX. The
play.
team fighting has looked fucking incredible.
The time starting to dwindle. Buzz wanting to check around, wanting to try to isolate this
about to
into a
collect these
1v1,
teams like
but he
Infinity Stones.
cannot.
I hope they do
Gets the
well.
reveal. Trent gets the wall
And
bangs.
so
and
insanely
G2
well played by
Get
G2.
themselves another pistol win.
Just the two-man micro
This
here.
round for T1 until Munchkin tried to challenge from A-Link. I don't like that. Wait for your pieces to get into place. Give up that plant. But he tries to get ahead of it, tries to go for the big hero play, and I think that costs them the round.
Man,
You just gotta wait.
that's
Play
bangable.
Contain there a little bit.
The
and
wood
instead you
portion,
open
yeah.
up the map
The wood portion
for
is
Trent to
bangable,
just
yeah.
go on a walkabout.
Munchkin sold it a bit, yeah.
They're the players. We needed that. They absolutely did.
I can't believe
Tell
Trent
yourself
cleared
if
that
you
angle,
want to
bro.
build up a
Well
win
done
streak
by
like
him.
that. Get the scoreline they did.
Knew
We can
exactly the
absolutely
angle to
do the same
clear.
thing.
Make sure that they aren't getting like fully contained.
Buzz for now, just the classic, tucked away inside of the smoke. G2 playing this one very cautiously.
Yeah, no buy-ups to speak of at all for T1. Classics abound.
Kimber has the TP away here.
Just gonna go for the check-in here.
He can't
Big
peek
Bang
into him.
Actually able to find the shot. Cleans one up, stacks arriving. Baby Bang just a little bit faster on that
Marshall
turn.
is
Gets the
so
kill.
broken second round, man.
Taken low, but not taken down.
Like the thing is, the Marshall
G2
costs about as
has
much as a
reset for a
pistol.
flawless
A
anti-eco.
little bit more, obviously, but your win rate on the round increases so much having this gun on your team.
Consideration.
So broken,
Will now
man.
go for the plant.
Like you would just
Let
rather
the
have
earlier
your player
kills.
instead of having a sheriff on this
Finds
round. You
himself
just
over
always
halfway
would
towards
rather
that Nightfall.
have a Marshall. And it's what 150 credits more. Like, bro, it's so
Open to die to
cheap.
the spike. Throw Baby Bay out there if you want it, but he's already so far back. Starting to make his way forward now. Suspect he might
What's
be
happening
one
in the
to go
crowd, by the
and
way?
try
Now
to-
you swap the weapons, yeah.
Okay, yep.
Allow for Trent to do it. If you can get these kills,
Oh, I
he'll
like
be
that.
one off.
Trent's gonna start hunting.
Ton of sense.
3 off.
See if he can get rewarded. Obviously the hip fire. Take down either.
Thing is though, Fade ult is
A bit of
like
a 50-50.
you'd definitely rather have like
Just go
Yoru
ahead.
or Phoenix ult for your
Scout him out
attack.
with that haunt. Spot out the strafe across, and Izu will fall.
Keep going,
Trent
bro.
now sights towards heaven, but just doesn't have the time to close it out. But he can still back away, retain that Marshall, retain his regen armor. G2 taking a
Proud of
flawless
speaking.
step
They whistle when
in the
people
right
save.
direction. Still a 6-round deficit as we go into the bonus.
Yeah, a big bonus coming up.
Look at this.
An almost must
Balance gun. Hit him in the leg.
Turn there from
Oh,
Baby
nope,
Bay.
there's a body shot.
Readjust. Get stacks in the hip. You're gonna need more of that for
Marshall
sure.
is so OP, man.
Trent having a really nice
But just
map here,
flick and just
15 and 10.
left click, just pray.
A little shaky at the
GC
beginning, but
S fit.
recovered quite
Thanks for
nicely.
the follow, bro.
T1 gonna overstack A with this.
G2's got a lot of fucking work to put in here. That's the ISO vulnerable that we talked about, plus the shock.
It's all just a bit of a ruse here.
If
from
you
T1.
actually practice this
A little bit of response
shock plus
from
dart,
G2
or
through a
shock
flash.
plus
They're trying to
vulnerable
clear. They do.
in a server, you actually can kill this pathing.
Press their luck.
When people path this way,
Izu set
or if
up
they
a
take the
couple
fast
trips.
pathing here,
Instead, they're gonna take their time.
but you should, like, you do
consider
need
this. There's gonna
lineups
be
and
a
you need the
TP
proper
setup
timing.
Over an A-Link for Buzz to get over quickly.
But if you do place the
Izu does
util
come under
well, you
pressure.
actually can
Cam's
kill
tucked
players,
around the
especially
corner
half
here.
armor players.
Izu's gonna give up a little bit of space, try to rely on
Okay,
his
Izu
info
has
gathering,
double kill trips here.
try to make the calls as quickly as possible.
I will be very surprised if we ever see a kill
Bursting
trip.
onto the scene.
Like getting a kill.
Cam
I don't
out,
think we've
spot
seen
on
one yet
Baby
the
Bang gonna be
entire,
tagged.
all of kickoff and this tournament.
It's the removal though. Makes it safe. Doesn't give him the opportunity
Is
to
it a
find
bounce
that
start
blind
or a
punish.
perfect floor shock? The ones that
Thrown
we've
out
done
over the top.
was,
Spot on to 3 players.
actually I'll go over it after.
Spike does get planted. He's well from Jogamo, holds them back at connector for now. Curveball, looking for that timing. It's going to be easier. Dead first as Lee finds that kill. Jogamo on the swing.
Timing
Will find
peak.
Munchkin as well, but Buzz
Interesting.
fights back. Meteor good for 1 before getting traded out. It's now player
Off
disadvantage
chamber.
to T1. G2.
Bait out the setup.
Looking to convert this bonus.
Didn't bait out the setup
That
here.
is all in the hands of Stacks. And Baby Bay will shut him down.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
A massive start to the half.
We had a few
G2
days.
halfway to tying it up.
One was just a straight,
so
like for the fast
uncomfortable.
shock.
There's so much stall,
so
so
like
much
if
delay
this is
that G2 has
a
in their
main.
pit. When the flashes come out from Buzz over the top, Jogamo can respond with one of his own.
I
You
kinda
have
did
the
this
Astra
poorly.
util to gum up the works at
If
the
this is A main and this is the way to long, this is the way to
using
short.
that blaze wall
If
to
we
buy
had
some time,
we had
to
a
buy
shock
some
that would land
safety.
here at the corner,
All those little things
this
are gonna
was
make
not a
it really
bounce.
difficult here for
But the
T1.
one that
They're
goes
gonna have
here,
to spread the map,
you would
in
bounce
my
it off
opinion.
of the
They're
box.
gonna have to
You would
try to come
peek
at you
and
from a
full
bunch of
charge,
different
bounce it off
angles
the
with this
box.
composition.
And the timing would work out well
We're gonna take a
for
timeout
the
to
people that
discuss
tuck
just
into the
that.
corner.
That's the first one called.
You can see the
for
G2 guys
T1.
gaining confidence and believing in
Take a
real
look
team.
what the weaponry is going to look like in the Coinbase win
They can definitely
condition,
turn it
and, well,
around.
you know, it's
not
going to
be easy.
It's heavy pistol focus going for
But
some
they
of these
can do
sheriffs. The Meteor, considering a Marshall. Could be good for them at range, but you have to know.
Regen armor second
it's going
round.
to
I
be
mean,
that
regen
outlaw on
armor
the
is
opposite
good
side.
second round.
I mean, when it comes to the
'Cause
Marshall,
no matter what, you pretty much go into
Meteor
the
is
next
one of the
round with
best.
125.
But he has been pretty shaky on this ISO. Generally, he's kind of running people over. He's usually pretty sharp, but I've seen a little
Yeah,
bit of
it's
shakiness from him in
exposed,
terms of
but
also
the
not using
timings
his
don't
util
work
when I
out
think
in
he
a
could
bad
on
way
the
for you
pistol. I
unless
don't
you're
think he
playing
popped his
against a
double
Neon.
tap when G2
Like
was
you
making
have
their
time
move,
to
and
swing the
paid
angle,
price
throw the
because of it.
shock, and tuck
He
before
did it
anyone
just
can
died so
even
fast it
like
didn't
shoot at
matter,
you.
but he hasn't really fully come online like we
If you're
used
playing
to see
against a
him
Neon,
dominate
obviously a
on
lot
this
of that
agent.
changes, right? Because the timings will change.
He's
But
just gonna hold C with that
and that's why
Marshall.
Neon's so OP.
Easy with the Sheriff in garage. Munchkin with the Bucky. Maybe trying to get
Okay.
some kind of TP play up towards the top of lobby here.
Eco round here.
The heavy stack in towards that Marshall. Spotted on the one.
Oh.
TP
Did he
forward
hear the
from
omen close? I think he
Munchkin.
did.
Okay, Meteor able to
Maybe
find an
is
opening shot.
extremely
He's
aware.
gonna take it down. Looks for a little bit more. Double tap shield now going to be popped and cannot find the flick. A nice headshot from Trent. It's a shield break. It's the elimination, and it looks like Baby Bay has gotten the read. Heard the TP forward. Pop flash going to be turned away from Jogamo.
Okay.
Comes away with 2 kills on the C side of the map, and eventually Munchkin falls into Baby Bay's trap.
Cool play though. I like it.
The Stacks
Instant
now trying to see
TP
if he
here
can find
and then
any
take the
further
timing to walk
damage.
up.
Does
Pretty
seem
cool to see.
unlikely, and there you go. There you go. Has it confirmed. G2 starting to get uncomfortably close to T1.
Well, this is starting to almost feel like a must-win round for T1 already. Can't let this landslide continue. It's sick from Trent. He is really starting to feel it now. And yeah, again, a great turn from Jogamo. He's going to have his ult coming into this next round. He got to run it back off that plant.
What you doing, baby?
Trent's going to have his ult, so we are going to have an operator
you
in the
doing?
hands of Buzz. He'll try to find another good opening pick. He's going to be
What
posted
up,
up over
Crimson
at C.
Cali? Thanks for the follow, bro.
Early util out again to try to control this long A space. See if they could force G2 over, and they're already
The
in.
140
This
dart
is open
from
territory.
Stacks
Right
here.
back popped.
Very,
Smoke
very
locked
deep
in,
space
and Munchkin.
game.
Oh, okay.
Munchkin
Lucky to be
almost dead
alive.
there. He should have been dead, to be honest.
Back will just have him exit. Buzz at the same time. It'll
Buzz?
find one with that operator.
Buzz kills leave.
Jumps away over towards the spawn, and Izu still going to be
Izu's
alone
staying
here on the
alive
site
for the
for
flood
the
here.
moment. Cam goes out. Spot on the 3.
ISO's coming
Munchkin
in.
watching for a late lurk as Izu is just burning alive.
Molly is
Jogamo
so
has it.
good, bro.
Meteor dead as well.
How can his Molly be so good?
Buzz now on the floor, and Munchkin nothing.
It didn't
more
look
to
like
be
it
done.
full cleared the backside space, but he was just like
The ult
way
and
too
the
worried about
round
W keying.
lost.
Damn, bro.
This is just
Completely
great
stifled the
awareness
flood.
from G2.
Wow, man.
They know that there's going to have to be open space somewhere on the map, and they're able to find it through the garage.
There's a Molly,
Again, we
bro.
talked
Yeah,
about
I mean,
the problems that
that's tough,
G2's
man.
comp can have with only having a
He
chamber.
thought jumping up on the box would help it.
It depends
But
on
the
what
box,
you're doing with
somehow
the
the
Cypher
box
util. There
was
was none of
not
it there.
safe, and the
Oh,
angle he was
Mirage.
playing was not safe.
He's getting closer. He
Joe was
wants
trying to
another
crowd
ult
cheat.
charge. And I think that he should have it. There's the jump. There's the shorty. There's the 3K.
He was trying to crowd
And
cheat. You
there's
saw that?
G2 3 rounds away from
Kinda
tying
funny.
this up. T1 again having their economy broken.
Beautiful reactions.
The Molly's on
Izu
the top
there.
of the box.
Just way too late.
Yeah, yeah. He
Talk
had to
about
move right away.
Talk about cooling a player off. Put 15 and 3. Now 19 and 11.
has been
okay.
a very different
Another eco.
affair.
Fucking hell, man. Is this going to be a hard comeback? I mean, to be fair, when you play this ISO Yoru comp, you're not feeling that great about attack or about defense.
Be screwed from here.
Should just be dead.
You have to be really proactive, I think, around mid.
Trap just not getting set up the way that he wants.
They need to get extra info so that they're able to like properly stack. And I mean, to be honest, even that round kind of came down to the micro, right?
Too diligent, too aware right now. I think they're going to allow that trap to be sprung. In fact, they're already drifting in the other direction towards Izu, who's just got a sheriff. Buzz with just a classic, probably trying to get
T1 has 3 here.
into play.
The bomb is towards C though.
To bear fruit.
Contacting through short is so terrifying, by the way.
Look how aware they
Leaf's
are.
gonna hear this.
I mean, Meteor able to get the ult online, but I don't think we're gonna be seeing it here.
He's
in this
gonna hear
round.
all of this.
Gonna be heard. That might bait Leaf on this peak, right into Munchkin's hands. Plays it patiently in case there's anybody else there as a second layer. But
well, he actually got fished hard by the footsteps.
Vandal will get scooped up. Meanwhile,
whether intentional or not, right? He got fished by the footsteps.
But cannot find it. Jogamo turns back around, reacting alongside Valen to find that kill.
He's actually just walking around everywhere.
Now spotted. Volley over to the side. Valen with covering fire, finds it with Meteor. A very nice shot.
So many individual fights, man.
There's
no one playing in pivots. Literally no one playing at any pivot. This is the first time we've seen it. Team play.
Forward as Meteor will get melted. Trent.
All the way down to the 2v2.
T1 some damage dealt, but there is cash aplenty for G2.
Yeah, it's just so difficult.
These rounds are kind of funny, no?
Needs to get pretty aggressive somewhere on the
Okay,
map with this comp.
that was an eco for them though.
Because right now, this is the best thing you're getting out of this is, you know, Munchkin getting Leaf baited in by the footsteps of his teammates to get that kill to open up a little bit of space.
All right, here we go.
Finds one, grabs a gun.
They gotta start getting rounds, bro. They need to get rounds.
A ton of
G2's actually making this comeback happen.
Izu's for T1 to try to stop the bleeding.
A lot of ults on the side of T1. Okay, now when it's when you have a lot of ults, right, and they have a lot of ults,
very aggressive push.
like you do need to be kind of disruptive, but to see like to see it not be the Yoru that walks down mid who can like TP out, and instead be the ISO is kind of an insane risk. I won't lie.
Aware of this.
Flash out, quick little exit.
I'm glad that he was able to get out here.
Sprinting over towards Buzz. Quick exit will be respotted. No.
Whoa. He's good for this.
Just yet. Prowler.
Oh my god.
Shot ends up going wide.
They have to play retake.
Stays alive. Jogamo have that ult expire in the meantime.
Meteor gets
Grab
it.
comes in. Meteor.
This isn't a clone.
Finding Leaf, but can he win out the fight? The walls falling. The shield broken. Leaf has him outdone.
He lost.
Valen finding Buzz. The duelist now gone. Munchkin dinked. As they have to retreat, they have to scramble and save.
He lost. Oh my god.
T1 are getting absolutely massacred.
Why not timeout from T1? I agree.
It's catastrophic.
T1 needed the timeout.
All their ults except for
This is
Munchkins,
like they need to start getting some momentum, man.
And they don't
now it's going to be pretty much 10-10.
They don't find a single
They have
kill.
some amount of money considering they all get 3,000.
And Meteor.
They're all going to get 3,000 off the back of this round. Or 2,900, sorry. 2,900 off the back of this round because they lost the round. They have loss bonus.
Gonna be any more damage done.
But that's only going to be enough for like some hero rifles, low utility, some saved guns.
But look.
So this will be still somewhat of a buy, but it's not, you know.
Nothing but red.
Not great, bro.
This is absolutely.
And what is the T1 coach going to do now?
Right
now he has to kind of desperate timeout.
They are
right?
looking to outdo T1 as they force the final timeout.
Fantastic adjustment. Oh
Sometimes
my God,
coaches
Valen
don't want to time out if they're doing
of
something
that, and
aggressive
Buzz can't
in the
believe
round,
it.
though.
It's just phenomenal reaction.
That is
I mean,
sometimes
again,
the
just
logic that coaches
in
take.
general, a lot
For
of
example,
the
if they
time
pre-planned
today,
this
G2 has
mid
looked
walk
sharper in
and the
aim
coach
department,
agreed with
in
it,
the
thought it was
reaction
good
department
as an
than
adjustment,
T1.
then maybe he wouldn't time out as a result of
last
that.
hope, a last-ditch effort here.
That would be my
Coaching
only
staff
excuse that I could really have
try
for the
somehow,
T1
some way
coaching
to
staff.
find a defender round win.
And it's just wild to think that, you know, both timeouts invested so early on for G2 didn't turn into anything. No further round wins able to be had. 2-10 at the half. And they are looking to just trade that right back and outdo T1. One round away from doing
It is kind of funny though, in the like between map interviews, both times the T1 coach said, something about the individual decision making and like mechanics are like the reason why they lost.
Anything, you know, like I said, you have to think as T1 that you
It's
have
happened
to
all
start taking
three
space because
between
holding
maps
defaults
interviews.
isn't going to work against this
He said the same
competition.
thing. First time, our mechanics
and that's
and
exactly what Meteor tries to
individual
do, and
decision
it's
making was
just
not good.
red because they're just
Second
too
one,
patient. They
we
don't give
had
up
better
anything for
individual
Meteor.
decision making mechanics, and then third one now, he said the same thing.
They're gonna be
That they had
on a
bad
Guardian for
individual
Buzz.
decision making mechanics.
Still have enough to get rifles across the board at the very least here for T1, but the economy
Kinda
is
funny.
in tatters if they lose this round.
Well, Munchkin lines up, Prowler scouts.
Okay, so they did some garage
Real
pressure, but
aggressive
like,
scale forward, though, from
T1's
G2,
not going to
so
care
we'll
about it
find the
because
punish there.
there's still a
Didn't get
trip.
much util
They didn't actually break the trip.
Out of T1 on that. I think
They have
that
a
was bit
deep
of a
C
bait to try to
cam.
see if they could get the
Deep
paranoia
C
out or
cam,
get
garage
the-
trip is still
get the
there.
cross-cut
If
through,
I'm
the
Yoru,
uppercut,
I'm getting
and
ready for them to do a re-clear A or a B hit.
Didn't happen. So great patience being shown there by T1. They've still got everything.
That's
they
like what
need.
the map is
Meteor
kind of
can
telling
still
you right now. And now that they broke the trip,
potentially throw in
did he
some
break the trip
util.
with the wall, by the way? I was kind of not
Now
locked in on that, but the trip is broken and there's a wall
pulling
there.
in,
I think he did, right?
help out Munchkin, but
That's
nothing
kind of
being fully
insane, bro.
committed to by G2. Again, they're looking for responses.
Oh, there's a big one. See that op shot. Bringing out right through the garage doors. Buzz, I mean, he's got himself tucked in alongside this one, but it's just a Guardian in hand.
Yeah, as soon as they hear this B hit, what's the reaction though?
Two.
Reaction comes out, blind hits,
into the B side.
or
Munchkin going to be tagged by the haunt. Lead
only used to
pushing
stall.
forward. Timing's going to be found though.
Bit of
Munchkin on
ping
the swing
pong
able to find
here,
it, but now he
doesn't
gets
go
taken
well.
down, as does Stacks.
No smoke.
Player
for
advantage
G2
here in their hands. Buzz. And just
Meteor has a very early timing
Cleans
too.
up a second. Balin going to be taken down.
Buzz must
Meteor
run
in around the
huge, bro.
back is trying to hunt down Baby Bay. Just hasn't
So
been
many
able to spot
things
him
happening
yet.
quickly.
But there's the ping reveal off the
Bro,
neural
Izu's
depth.
perfect.
And it is just Trent.
Izu's perfect!
Spike
Bro,
planted
Izu's
into his
literally
favor.
perfect.
Low on bullets. Gets rerouted.
But also broke the info cam?
Has eyes
Nah.
on this position. He has been so damn instrumental for G2 on this map.
Bro, Izu's micro
Does he
there
have
is
the clutch?
legit perfect
He
until now.
locks on Izu dead. Meteor on
Walking
the
out of
other
action.
side. Taps the defuse. The swing. The Red Bull clutch. Trent is unbelievable. He demolishes T1 and ties it 10-10.
That
Trent?
feels like the backbreaker.
Wow, man.
That feels like the series.
Trent looking like me out there. Yeah, bro.
What
You look
a
like that.
glow up for Trent here on the fade. So snappy with these shots and able to isolate these fights 1 versus 1. The T1
Trent's
there,
looking nice this map.
not able to swing together,
Zig's
not
low.
able to overwhelm him. Great angles being taken by Trent.
Bro, watch the video.
An attempt with the Outlaw, not going to connect for Baby Bay.
Actually
Meteor
perfect
just
from
takes
Izu.
no
And then they
damage at
just
all, so
fuck it later, man.
do that A-OK.
Unlucky.
Munchkin
Trent played
again
it well,
with a
though.
bucky. Munchkin again.
Played it well to the
trying
1v2.
to trick G2.
Leaf pushing, but suspicious of this, and will be able to survive. 16 HP, the difference maker there.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck, G2.
Not
210
finding
comeback
their
is actually
play.
happening.
Looking
Full
for the
audio
aggressive push
rotate
forward.
from
The
Meteor
Volvo
as
gonna be
well
connecting.
gives Baby Bay the
Like you said,
easiest
Baby
timing
Bay
of his life.
swinging in around the back, looking for the catch.
Oh,
Fires out some shots, doesn't
fuck.
confirm the kill, tries to go for that nose
Yo, I
kill,
might be the
doesn't
goat
manage
of
to find
jinxing
it.
people, I
Meteor
won't
goes for
lie.
the kill apiece. Meteor now finding a second. And suddenly, it's player advantage, now equalized. We get into a 2v2, and the spray
Oh.
eventually with a fadeaway
Fuck.
bullet will connect.
Oh, fuck.
Easy left to do it all, to try to preserve a lead, but he is just outdone on the wide swing. Jogamo spots him, kills him, and for the first time, G2 are in the lead here on this map. The first time since round 3, I should
Man,
say.
as soon as T1 starts looking good, they just...
It's just, you know, sometimes the bucky giveth and sometimes it taketh. Munchkin that time gets his
That was
life
rushed by
taken.
VBA? I mean,
just another
yeah.
multi-kill round for Trent, who is absolutely on fire. He's doing such a great job.
You can see the stress level still there.
Oh, yeah.
Polish trap for
Despite
T1.
how miraculous and impressive this has been from G2.
I think they should play
It's not
1-3-1.
over till it's
They should play
over.
1-3-1 and kind of react
I'm
more
sure
to
T
what the
certainly
enemy's
knows that.
doing. Starting toward B. I mean, if the enemy team is playing slow, you can kind of get a feel for like what's happening on the map a bit more. Be ready for an instant B hit.
Clears out stacks.
Be ready to fast react C.
Cosmic Divide now to be invested, but
Play
easier
the
pushes
info game a
forward
bit
past
more.
the wall, but he doesn't disconnect back through it. He overstays.
Oh my psychotic.
Up into the smoke, Munchkin continuing to try to do
Yo!
some crazy stuff.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Get him back into this one, but has to make his exit. The space now given over to the plant can come through.
What did he just do?
Buzzes forward onto the site with an operator in hand.
He was for sure reading that they were sticking the fucking B plant, right?
It seems like Baby
He for sure thought they were sticking the B plant, and then he was gonna TP in the smoke and then kill the guy that's planting. But he was fucking wrong. I don't know how he lived that scenario.
Checking out the front of sight. If he continues to swing, Leaf should have him dead.
He took a very fast timing to get the backside C. But like, I feel like people always clear this.
At the same time, though, the double push in the backside. Munchkin finds the one. The catch
Oh
is
my
there.
god.
Trent again, having to do
Trent.
it all.
Oh my god, it's all down to Trent again. He's feeling comfy too. He's 28 and 11.
4K.
He's gambling. Oh no, he's
guy?
so confident, bro.
Can he be the hero? The swing coming in.
Oh.
Buzz denies him.
Buzz peeks close to the wall.
T1.
Oh my god.
Able to find at long last
Bro.
a round win in this half.
I'll be the one to say it.
They will keep it neck and neck.
The corner's here.
11
Corner's
to
here.
11.
Every aim guide tells
just
you.
felt like Trent was
Peek
gonna
from
do
back
it
here,
again.
guys.
And
The
I'm
angle
shocked he
disadvantage
didn't. I
is
thought
less.
he had it. Shoot,
Is less if you
chasing
peek
that
from far from the
prowler.
corner.
Easy
What does
to
Giga
go
Chad
in for the
fucking
hero
Buzz
play
do?
when I think you're
Relies
right,
on
he
his
needed
raw
to just
mechanics.
kinda
Peeks from the fucked up angle.
Take a pause, and that's got Munchkin fired up. That's got him back in the game.
Completely
but,
displacing
oh boy,
Trent's
did it take
crosshair.
a long time, and it did not feel comfortable.
One blotch of green and a sea of red.
Wow.
11 to 11. Trent 2 kills away from
Wow,
dropping
Buzz.
30.
So
We
we're
needed
gonna
that.
see Munchkin with the judge for the first time over in Garage. He's mainly been over on A with the shotgun, so this is him trying to change positions, change ideas. Vulnerable though, not doing him any favors because it hits the clone. And T1 responds, and therefore G2 going to be aware of that tricky position.
Buzz has got himself on a very deep angle.
That's true.
This angle is actually
Too much
nice.
time going to be remaining on
If
this
he's
gate
standing a
crash
little bit
either.
more forward, I think it's a bit better of an
Nebula
angle.
blooms in his face.
Oh my
Backpedals
god,
away,
I just turned the
flash
flash in
out,
real
has to
life.
clear
I'm
the haunt,
literally
makes his exit.
cosplaying as
Now
fucking Buzz.
G2 feeling comfortable in their
Jesus
control over
Christ.
A lobby.
They're doing such a good job of using their util to clear this space, but it's been a little bit longer.
This is a lot of
than
util
you'd
burns
like, so
on the side of
Buzz
G2.
Back into position.
Hex spotting out plenty with that drone.
And Buzz is actually taking the risk here with TP.
just
This is a
looking
lot
to
of info to be gained.
poke and prod, get
As
that
soon as
push
this
and
smoke
pull
goes
on the
down,
map.
he's going to dry peek the angles. He'll know that's not A.
Sense a big
This should be
potential
like
off of
just
that
gamble. Just gamble CB.
drone, so they want to try
This
the
is
other side of the
perfect
map,
by
but
T1. Literally perfect.
Already moving this way here. Smoke
Oh
through
my god, it's
already.
literally perfect.
Kind of have to commit to their hero or B at this point as G2.
Blind off contact as well being held.
Finds a headshot.
Meteor got a spam kill.
Now looks to
Oh,
back
it
out,
is
but Izu here in the
fucked
corner,
for
able to
G2
strike.
here.
Jogamo going to be taken down.
The one
the gate
decision
clash.
from Buzz here.
And once again, G2 going to be rerouted, but where they opt to go? There's a tripwire
The
on
one
B. You've got
decision
the
to
op
take this
still
aggressive
over at
peek to
A-long.
re-clear all of A-long. Just wins them
12
the
seconds
round.
remaining. Looks like they're going to try to sprint this one forward onto the B side. Haunts into the back. Gets the reveal onto one. The plant having to be committed to. But there's a drag away, and that's the
Oh
round
my god,
done.
he pulled the bomb.
Meteor's done it again.
He pulled the
Wins
bomb.
out the fight, runs down the clock, and T1.
Oh my god.
Start coming
T1
alive
finally
in the
turning up at the very
last
end.
moment in the 11th hour.
What's your vote,
To get
T1?
up
Yeah, I have
to
T1
map
winning,
point.
but to be honest, they haven't really been often playing to the level that they did in their qualifying match.
And this time they're hard
But this
committed
round was
towards
a
the
really,
C side.
really good example of
Tuck
like
Izu into an unexpected corner.
T1
That
actually
gets the
reading the
value,
map
get a
well,
spray through the
taking
smokes
the
that gets
proper
the
risk,
connection.
and then
Little
playing
lucky
to
for
defend the
sure, but
choke.
You need that right now as T1.
Like,
and Meteor
across
there.
the board
We've seen
insane.
it before, where he can
Across
stop
the board
you from
insane round from
planting with the
T1.
ult and win the round that way.
When you're not
I just want to see good Valorant, and we can go to map 3,
little
you know what I mean?
Micro plays.
Oh.
You often forget
Yo,
about
yo,
it.
yo!
And
Yo,
yeah,
God!
has spotted a hell of a lot.
Gold!
He's gonna see
Dude,
a hell
that's
of a
like...
lot more. Goes in with an eventual
He's playing
grip,
like a
calls, yeah,
horror
guys,
game or
there's gonna be
something.
3 in window. Start pushing into A. Hop has now been located.
This is honestly a really good round by G2.
It's located again.
Leaf doesn't die, he ults all the way through. They have to deal with the flood here though. Oh my god, it's about to get hectic.
Looking to lead the charge of C's. Gets a grab on the one.
Lots of stalling util from the side of
Molly.
G2. All of it is a little too early though.
The push forward.
So much space.
Exit, but Baby
Bay is so deep back that Buzz gets caught.
To close out the kill. There's no read of that one
Flood
whatsoever.
getting 0 value. They basically don't have a Flood anymore.
And he will be rewarded with it. As Izu now.
So much stall util completely won G2 the round alongside Baby Bay.
Finds a third. The neural depth going to be invested. Baby Bay, the shot ends up going wide. Would love to try to hold this one up to half, but he cannot. Joggamo taken down.
Bro, the
time,
mechanical
however,
ability of
from
Izu. Jesus Christ.
Here we go again. Familiar territory for these two teams.
And you just feel like it's going to come
my
down to
God.
who can get that first defender side win.
G2's util game was
what you're looking
insane.
At is who's going to be able
G2's util was great.
The brakes, or put the brakes onto their opponent.
NRG TL map 2 is kind of whatever.
It a hell of a go. Able to get
you got to
back
see some
into
Harbor
this
though,
map. I
like
mean,
Harbor.
Him and Trent have been
They had some really bad like util timings and stuff
Haven.
though.
Trent's
on that map.
one away from a 30 bomb, almost surely going to get it.
Izu is so fucking
close,
clean, bro. Look, it's the
early
battle of
here,
Thanos
last
versus
cannon
like other
for
Thanos.
Baby Bay. Everything
Thanos
else
for
pretty stock
Superman.
Standard. Nothing too unusual there. There's a lot of players hoping for an aggressive push out for mid. You got those
Double
flashes
flash being
there.
held.
The flash going to be flying, but Joggamo taken down first and foremost.
Oh.
Meteor a little bit late with a shield. Does have that double tap now pop, but does tag the 21, but still.
Remember,
The opening
this
volley
is the
goes
good
the way
side
of
for
T1.
T1.
Great
Both
awareness
teams
there
tend
from
to have.
T1. Remembered that play from the last time G2 played
Both
this
teams
map.
tend to.
Joggamo got huge.
We're
value
kind of
out
looking
that
for a
exact
defense
same
round
spot,
win. Whoever gets the defense round win is going to feel like
T1 who finds that opening kill.
insane.
What
They're
an
going to feel
aggressive
really
angle
nice.
here.
But now you're pushing, towards this glass
Okay, the
cannon.
only problem
The
with
double
Baby
tap
Bay's
shield is
position
not
here,
there.
they are coming into him. He needs
Do
to
you
get
suss
really
this?
aggressive here. Low
Do you
key.
drone
He
for
has
this?
no.
Or do you just blind face
Has no
into
TP.
Baby Bay?
Munchkin makes
They
a
do.
mistake.
He looks for a second.
Traded.
He cannot find it. Meteor
Getting
gets the
traded,
punish
by the way,
down.
does not
First
benefit
arrive on the
defenders.
scene, clears out the recon, but
Benefits
has been
attackers.
pinged. Push the corner one by
Great
one.
wide by
Buzz
Meteor,
on
man.
the follow-up is able to find
Good
it now.
micro.
Player advantage. Expounded upon as Buzz
Well done. Well done by T1.
finds Trent, and they find the round
Well done by
win.
T1.
Once again, up to map point as they look to push this all the way to split.
Oh boy. And even though Buzz, he goes huge here. Oh, Munchkin's just spraying. He gets full flash and he gets that kill. Unreal, unreal. But Buzz just again
Really,
taking
really
those
good
tight
wide
angles, taking
by
those
Meteor.
off angles. But he did not. He looked stressed after it. But okay.
Adding more
Immediate
team play
timeout ripped, and it's
into
gonna be
T1's
G2's.
play
The first one that they've
would
had
elevate
since,
them
what,
so
round
much.
6?
I'm not gonna lie.
So, we'll call this.
Their mechanics and like just individual decision making
they've
is
been
so
doing
good,
well
but like
against the defenses of Team
they have
1.
so many moments
Want a
where
sound strategy
they could
to
definitely elevate their
guarantee
play with
the
like
win.
a little
To
bit more
get that
juggle
reset.
aggro, a little bit more
To finish
pivoting,
this series
a little bit more
right
like
here,
solid
right
entering
now.
instead of playing for their own fight.
I think here
It was
as
like a
G2,
team with like a shit ton of
just
ego.
Be cautious, be safe in the beginning of the rounds. I think that's worked out pretty well for you.
Why no TP?
For
That's like
T1,
basic
it's
shit.
you
He had a
have to find
passive
that
TP, but he
early
reacted like
information so you can
mid round
make
walk
those
down.
rotates, 'cause once the plant goes down, this comp is
I think like
screwed.
once
You're just screwed.
you haven't heard them
have
for a
no
while,
real ability to
they
play
could
for
get
retake
into the drone
outside of
spot.
just
I like his
banana
reaction
shooting,
to slowly
which is
inch
not
forward
reliable
more
against the way G2 players in particular.
because
Trent
he
is
needs to
going.
kind of like force a fight at that point. He needs to try to
All
get
about that
to basically prevent them
ability
from
to
getting
be
the
in
drone
right
off
place at
here.
the right time to shut
The
down
Baby
the
Bay
hits
actually
before they
did kind of
really
inch
can
into
get
that
going
and kind of make
get
it more
those
playable for
early
him.
advantages as T1.
So decently
That's
well
why I
played
wanna
by
see G2
him.
play safe. I want to see them make sure they don't give that stuff up. Where they're
But
able to work
you know,
the
1 for
map,
1 is not
find
enough.
those gaps, 'cause there will
Fortunately.
be gaps here. Just a matter of where they will be. Trips, one in garage, one on the B plant. Again, the ops, both sides this time.
Okay, they are playing kind of like an info
Be a
default.
big change up in Buzz, about to peek in.
This
to
off
Leaf
angle,
here on the side, and
hard to
Leaf has
clear,
the
bro.
headshot right
Well
to the
done by
corner of the
Leaf.
wall. Early advantage in their hands. Meteor now going to be overwhelmed in mid. Joggamo to take him down. And it seems like we're slated to go to another round of OT.
Timing peak garage. There wasn't even
He's
that much
able to
like.
scale all the way down C long, but
There wasn't
straight
that
from
much
the opposite side of
aggro
that
anywhere
wall
else.
will hold him at bay.
I feel like that's like one of those strats. Like you just can't do that on random timing. It has to be like with purpose going out garage. Like you hear like heavy B noise. You try to like take the fast timing to like crunch them because they have to like scale into sight. Or like you hear heavy A util.
Stacks there around the corner.
Ay.
Stacked in with Munchkin, but the AWP is taking point. The shot ends up going wide, but
And
Trent
I'm not gonna lie,
has
there's like
aligned.
almost no world where double peeking A long is
Izu again.
ever really a good
Needing
play.
to do an ace clutch.
Marshall and
He
Outlaw
will make
comparison
noise.
for bonus
Jogamo
round.
will hear it, and he will strike him down.
I mean,
surprise,
Outlaw's
surprise.
definitely better on bonus
It's a
round.
flawless, and it's a reset.
But the whole point is like you buy a Marshall
see
because
this
it's like
from
950
Trent's
credits,
POV.
and then the next round you could just buy like a normal gun, or you can just try to do 100 damage worth of like chip damage.
Yeah, Buzz saw the shoulder.
Like way cheaper
and
of a
he went
gun.
for the swing, and I think Leaf might have seen him too, and was ready with the fire. Ooh, they line up for him there nicely.
I really want to see map 3, so do I.
Beautiful. From G2.
Such a sick
Doing
series, man.
everything they need to do. Patience, find that early pick, and that basically makes the comp crumble.
Back 6 to TL lose? Yeah, they did.
T1, now it's their turn for a timeout. We'll talk about the next couple of rounds for sure. I would have to assume that a lot of this is about the defender's side round, but the fact that you're calling it now, kind of interesting from the coach.
I will say I don't think that a timeout at this time makes that much sense for T1. If the hard side to win has been defense, you want to do it right before defense. You want to force G2. You want to force G2 to use their timeout on the defensive round. Right now they're giving G2 basically 2 defense round timeouts. Technically, you know what I mean? Because right now both teams are confident in their attack, so T1 pausing on the attack doesn't really make sense.
That's something I recall them doing at all.
Kind of a
On
blunder.
the attacker side.
It could ultimately not matter at all, but I think it is a
Catch
blunder.
him off guard, Valen. Playing into garage here for the moment.
Pretty big mistake. If I was Josh RT, I'd be like jumping with joy
Way to start the round.
on this
Just gets
timeout.
dropped immediately. They're playing close enough back though. Can drift away from it.
I like the doors being broken early
Caught by the wild
with the
spray at the same
intention of
time.
doing a
Leaf
garage
pushing
default.
forward. Baby Baby
Very
responded
important
in
detail.
sewers. So here's the trip set up in case there's a more aggressive push coming through. Con cleared out from the C side of the map, and T1 still playing very clustered together. Some damage exchanged.
Good pressure.
Jogamo taking a bit, but does have the capabilities of healing himself back up as Prowler. Confirming that there's still presence here in garage.
Now they're going to take a pause, take a reset themselves. Looking for a reaction out of G2. And again, expecting some kind of change up, some kind of differentiation.
But they are running this clock down.
Yeah,
45 seconds remaining.
Really?
probably has to.
Did the coach time out to tell him to do garage control then AFK for 30 seconds?
Strong side.
Trent very close by to try to come to their rescue. Jogamo here around the corner. The Nebula trying to force them to push their way out of this one.
This is really hard.
Forward, able to find one Meteor. Finds Jogamo as well. Stack's now going to be taking out
This
a
is
Meteor.
not
starting
an
to take
easy
over.
round for attack to win, I won't lie.
Does get blinded up with
This
Leaf
might be
Orion,
as
able to
hard
find
as it
Munchkin.
gets, but they won the trade
2v2
somehow.
now.
Crazy
Leaf and Baby
disadvantageous
try
like fights.
To get G2
T1 should
up
not be
to
winning
match
those, to be
points.
honest.
And Leaf has found Meteor. It's down to Izu. Eats some early damage, swings in, he's trying to isolate, but Baby Bay
Wow.
gets the better of him.
Is this series
And
better than the grand
timeout
finals
be
of Bangkok?
damned.
Nah, but this map has
G2.
been pretty sick. This
They
comeback
get
has
to
been pretty crazy.
14.
It's just weird,
This is
like
huge.
that
Huge
timeout is like
on the outside of the site. The win.
giving the other coach a free opportunity to have like a full set round in his head of what they should do to counter the enemy.
You know, this explosion here for T1, very nice. They're able to clear what they need to. They get the trades they need to. But that win on the Munchkin, absolutely brutal. Then he doubles down and takes down Meteor.
Deep A line
be damned.
held the entire round.
The
There's
individual
no pressure
skill
for A at all, so they're just
has
hard
given
stacked BC.
G2 a phenomenal chance to send themselves to playoffs.
And it does somehow come down to the 2v2, but to be honest, like it was a
Again, that
three-man
glass
C
cannon
stack that they somehow
on the
beat
attack
them
for
on
Baby
that
Big
exec.
Buzz. Not going to be going for it.
T1 had no business winning that
T1
round. Getting
Needed
even
to
close
elude
to
them
winning
so
that round
very
with the setup
much.
that G2 had.
Defender-sided round win.
And now somehow T1 has to do it. They are in the 1-3-1 with Sova Torde. I like this a lot. Because then they're able to have Sova kind of figure out what the info is. Have the option to walk down B. Because they have Yor there.
For the same thing that G2 tried to do to them earlier, and
they spread out a bit.
Also wise to that game.
I like it. They're not instantly walking down mid off of zero noise.
Move that T1
they want to do it as a reaction. Here, for example, while there's like a lot of garage noise, if Izu was walking down mid and Omen was holding his back, like his window, he would have caught a sick timing. Like imagine the world, Omen's holding this, he's holding a window, Izu walked down on the dog timing. He actually would have found a pick. Trent went kind of lazy into that angle.
G2 is trying to do in this round.
But they're staying like fully passive. Just trying to gamble stack read A.
There's the reveal.
Izu has to go massive. He has to get a multi somehow.
He's looking for a second. The fadeaway shot on the Trent. Spike still on the floor, but Baby able to win out that fight. Meteor going to be taken down by Leaf.
Buzz full audio.
Flash out of the garage.
Gets away with it.
Once again, puts the
wow,
on the floor.
Man.
20
Buzz actually made so much space.
Valorant to recollect it. Leaf. The bodyguard from behind. The swing in though, and Buzz wins out the
Man,
fight.
Izu and Buzz goes crazy.
1v3. The push comes in.
Oh my god.
He gets taken down. We keep going.
Oh. Oh my goodness, it's Buzz the hero again here for T1.
Oh my god. These rounds are pretty crazy.
He has come alive. And we are burning the midnight oil.
Izu going like beyond massive. Izu putting in God's work. Bro. No flash off dog, you're not wrong, FaZe. It will play forever. Bro, if this is what Purgatory feels like, I'm down. If this is Purgatory, like, let's just keep fucking going, dude.
Obviously, there is no
let's keep going.
Here. There is no more help from the coaching staff. Everything has been burned. It is just down to the players.
Instant garage default. While they walk short insta.
That operator lead lingering up, and Izu
okay, Izu's kind of like, I feel like he didn't get the memo here. We're going short. We're going short, guys.
That means you're losing the double tap. They popped it expecting that they were going to be able to clear through there, and they just can't.
Bro, him going that angle isn't good, like, in any scenario, I think. Walking out the left side of that cage toward long. Obviously, he doesn't expect the guy to be close, deep long, but
Valorant should have been seeing plenty there.
There's no world where that's like actually really that good of an angle, right?
Tucks back, Molly going to be lobbed forward, and Jogamo
kills two. No smoke.
Both duelists taken down. Now just Munchkin and Stacks.
No smoke on garage.
To try to see if they can clutch this out. A 2v4
no smoke on garage. We don't have to go instantly, guys. We can like wait a few seconds for the smoke, no?
She's got to work with here.
Double shocks, but no real way to try to utilize those. They have to play forward. And Munchkin going on a peek.
I like they're at least going for like some peeks.
Down all hell.
They actually didn't see Sova's position here. You can't sit still. You cannot sit still. You cannot sit still. You cannot sit still when you're down numbers. No.
Win out the round here.
Stacks needs to get more aggro, bro.
Once again, get themselves match point.
He has to get more aggro, like timing peak garage. Hope that they're like clearing default. Try to get some kills back, bro. Juggle aggro a little bit.
Losing Izu early there. I never looked that way. Just never saw him out of the corner.
Goblin crazy there on the shots.
Let's go.
Man, sitting still though, I don't like.
But an angle unaccounted for. Something that's been plaguing T1 at times in this series.
Man.
Once again.
2 defense rounds in a row. I know, man. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Dire position.
And just how far can we go with this? At what point does
shit, it
something
looked like Omen was throwing something at us.
Can one of these teams
kind of freaky
get those back-to-back round wins?
Okay, starting more in like a fast rotate kind of feeling as well for T1. We're starting more like 3 toward A link. They are instant reacting A, playing for the info here. T2 has to do more than just a basic round.
Over the top, looking for a spot, nothing going to be seen, but
T1 has leveled up their macro a bit. This flood seems way too early. Like the util.
Breaks the shield. It manages to break
the stall util with the blind does absolutely nothing.
Munchkin strikes him down. He needs so much more.
It's
he cannot
over.
Find it.
It's actually gonna be over.
This looks like it should be the moment for G2 to punch their ticket into the playoffs, and Baby Bay will get them there.
Playoffs for G2. Raps for Tier 1. T1. Dude.
From this America squad, they take down T1.
T1
once again and eliminate them from Masters Santiago.
That was a banger map. That was a good ass map.
Righting some of the wrongs from last year.
10-2 comeback.
Taking an overtime. Something
Rip the prediction stuff. Yeah, I mean, they don't always go your way.
So good. T1
they don't always go your way.
Gave you their best on Haven. They threw.
Don't type lol. If Bang is here, don't type lol. No.
It looked like it was going to get them over the line, but no. G2
don't type lol.
Right back, stringing together an insane amount of rounds on that attacker's side.
Next up, we have interview.
I mean,
look at my handwriting. Handwriting with the mouse needs work, huh? We have interview into draw.
For T1, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of nightmares.
So stick around for the draw show, especially.
Haunting them throughout the evening as they get ready to go back home to South Korea. But for G2,
bracket predictions? I don't know the rules well enough. No. Delicious.
Are in through to the playoffs. They once again are going to be in contention to find their first ever.
Because there is some random like special rules, right? Like you can't play the same team you've already played and this kind of stuff. Writing with Sliggy Pink, it's just the default color, man. Just the default color. Should I change my color? Should I have a color? What are we thinking? There's yellow. Could I be yellow?
Really nice chance.
A yellow kind of guy.
Furia and NRG there in the playoffs.
Do you guys know about the what has always happened? So in case you guys aren't fully aware of the format here, so the top 4 teams from all of the regions, so the first seeds, they haven't played a single match yet. All of the matches that we've seen are the 2nd and 3rd seed in the Swiss stage, okay? So whoever got, Jesus, my handwriting, bro. Whoever has gotten 2 wins has qualified, okay? So these teams, we haven't even seen them play yet. So we're going to be seeing the top 4 now, and it's always been a thing that the top 4 teams have lost in their first match.
My performance coach Robert, he's been helping me out.
Shout out Robert.
The small stuff that I needed in my life.
Team B yellow? Nah, Jakey, you can't be doing that.
That's it. Simple as that. Thank you, Robert.
Look, black doesn't even show up.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. Y bueno, le estuve preguntando qué le dio la confianza para poder subirse a ese stage y jugar así como lo hizo otra vez, como lo hizo en la partida anterior. Le da las gracias a su assistant performance coach porque lo ayudó muchísimo con todo esto, con problemas y todo lo que fue en términos de performance es gracias a Robert. So now, also for my second question, last year in champs,
First have at least better time to ante? Yeah, they do. But they don't know their opponent until the same time. Zix blue. Okay. I actually like blue. Blue's my favorite color.
What's different also this time going into playoffs?
I mean, when I see, honestly, it's just Baby to me. He does a lot for me. I mean, he's my brother in my game. We do stuff together, and when he stands up and he's hype, it gets into me, and I become that dog again. So yeah.
That's definitely amazing. That's a great habit you have going on your TV. Bueno, le estuve preguntando que cuál es la diferencia también con los playoffs del año pasado que estuvieron en Champions, que aparte de Baby Bay, ¿qué puede ser también ese factor? Y dice que definitivamente Baby Bay, porque el ánimo estar dentro
I don't think they have a color like that, bro. I think there's like 4 colors. I see blue, yellow, pink, and black. I think pink is the default.
Josh Archie's pauses. Talking about the first map, the second map, it's okay. You did that comeback. It was amazing. But what does he say? Because like you guys just go to that pause and come back really, really strong.
I mean, Josh is basically telling us why are we not playing our game and why are we not locking in. And when he yells at us, that means we have to do it. Simple as that. And because of that, that's all we need, bro. Honestly, Josh yelling at us is all we need.
Definitely. Y bueno, le estuve preguntando también en ese primer mapa específicamente.
Pink I am because it's not going to blend on any map. No, I mean, pink is definitely the best.
Pero, ¿qué les dice para que puedan volver y simplemente ganar esos rounds tan increíbles? Dice que realmente les comienza diciendo todo lo que necesitan para ganar, que es ese apoyo incondicional también constantemente dentro de la partida.
When was the last time you played League?
Ahí y simplemente es un apoyo
Actually, pretty recently. New season is pretty
You've been in Chile for probably 2 weeks. Have you learned any Spanish?
Me gusta completos. That's my favorite.
Did you try the completos? Did you actually like them?
I actually like it, yeah. I do like it.
Okay, perfect. Y bueno.
Main role? I played everything, bro. I was a League of Legends like coach. I played literally every role. every character in the game.
Increíble, Giacomo. Thank you very much for this interview. You have
But mainly, if I had to pick one, like that I climbed with, was like Bard support or Shaco jungle. Like only cheese characters, pretty much. Those are like my climbing characters. What is typical for a coaching staff? It's head coach. Oh shit. Head coach, assistant coach, analyst. I'm not gonna write the first four. I'm just gonna leave it as analyst. And then for some, they have a performance coach. Not everyone has a performance coach.
From playoffs, and this time we're gonna have a really interesting format. Can you explain it to us, please, Nick?
Hey everybody, so we're going to be beginning the draw show for the playoff bracket. It's just going to be a simple double elimination tournament. How the draw is going to work today is we're going to take the #1 teams who are #1 seed teams from each region who join.
Get excited!
They're going to be matched up against teams that have 2 wins in this Swiss bracket. How the draw will work is I will simply pick a ball. That coach will come up and choose their opponent. Then we'll place them on the board. We'll do in the following order. We'll have match 1 here, match 2 here, match 3 here, and match 4 here. As a reminder, regional matchups are permitted.
Thank you very much, Nick. Entonces, básicamente,
regional matchups are permitted.
Y esto va a hacer que cada coach va a seleccionar su equipo.
Choosing opponents is fire. I got to do this at Shanghai. It's pretty sick.
El coach se va a tener que acercar aquí, agarrar el equipo al que se quiere enfrentar y así se van a determinar los matches. Comenzamos.
Kind of nerve-wracking though. You're just standing up there on stage in front of everyone.
Okay, let's start. Go ahead, Nick, please. Let's see who's the first team that's gonna pick their opponent.
Bro, those teams, yo, Jesus, I'm not happy playing against any of those teams. You guys see that? Nongshim picks first. Oh my God! Like, look at these teams. M8, NRG, Fear G2. Like, why is G2 looking like the best option? Mate!
To have a Nongshim and Paper Rex matchup. Vamos a tener a Nongshim y a Paper Rex nuevamente el Pacífico enfrentándose. So, let's continue, please. Let's see
Mate's first pick.
Coach that's
honestly, all of these teams are hard to play against. I won't lie.
Sorry, it's Shadowmains. Okay. Quick
Danby versus Martinez. Oh my fucking God, bro! I'm about to scream.
A Pacific matchup.
That is going to be a hype fucking match.
So now, please, Nick, we can go ahead.
That's not easy. None of these games are easy, to be honest, but like if you have to pick based on like who looks the most like sometimes like kind of off, have to be G2. Okay, all gamers are picking G2, I think.
I will choose G2.
Okay. That makes sense. #1 seeds don't look as intimidating as these. You're not wrong. That's exactly how I was feeling. It's like, fuck, man. Like, bro, G2 is probably like fucking literally kissing the ground right now. So fucking happy. Like, they're just happy to be here. Seeing all gamers pick them. Fuck. Furia? They pick PRX.
If Paper Rex wants to play against us, let's go.
Paper Rex Furia va a estar siendo esa tercera partida.
Gulp.
We have BBL that's going to play against NRG. We know this. Vamos a tener
I'm excited though. That'll be a cool match. BBL obviously the last one remaining.
NRG. No tenemos matchup regionales.
BBL Energy.
Any regional matches.
Anyway, I was going to pick NRG.
Anyway, I was going to pick NRG.
Really well, apparently. So, this
exciting times. Honestly, BBL macro pretty good against NRG, I think.
Hey everybody, so as a reminder,
I think both teams are pretty happy, NRG and BBL.
Tune in to social media in about 10 minutes and we'll have the final schedule.
Wait, so tomorrow's a break day, right? Am I correct in that? Tomorrow's a break day?
Posteando también a qué hora van a ser estas partidas para que todos puedan saber cuándo pueden venir. This is all we got for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, coaches. Thank you very much, Nick. But we're gonna have one free day, but we're coming back for the playoffs of Masters Santiago.
Yeah, I agree, Catabasis. If you're all gamers, you always pick G2.
Gracias, Valina, and wow.
Alright. You guys think it's already up here? Man, they are fast. They are fast. Wait, they don't have it on this or what? Wait a fucking second. Okay, we'll do it from the actual. We'll do it from this. Okay, Nongshim Gentlemates. Oh my god. Oh my god, don't make me choose. Don't make me choose. Bro, I think Nongshim is the only team that I barely watch. I barely watched Nongshim. I barely watched Nongshim's because I didn't have APAC permission. You got an epic pennant? Yeah, you actually got me there. You're actually 100% correct. I will give Gentlemates the benefit here. I think that the fact that they haven't gotten to play on stage, is going to be only a detriment for Nongshim. Alongside Gentlemates, I've noticed Nongshim, some of their players, while they are insane mechanically, they had like it was like 85% win rate in like 1v1s with rifle or something. It was crazy mechanic. I will say, I noticed like Ivy especially, he will play extremely aggressive and keep peeking. He actually peeks a lot with attention and ends up getting away with it because his mechanics are insane. I think a team like Gentlemates is actually going to be able to like kind of punish that kind of player. So I would actually give Gentlemates the edge. G2 I think comes away with this one. All Gamers is a pretty good team. They obviously are the first seed of this region, but you have to like figure out to like okay, this is going to be on your screen for a little bit. You'll just have to bear with me. All Gamers, their qualifying match was against Shilai. And Shilai had a pretty bad showing, and I think that All Gamers, they can do some damage, but I just can't see a world where they're coming from the upper bracket with no experience on the stage, then having to play against a G2 that's super fresh. I think this is hard for them, but it's probably the best matchup they could have gotten. So I'd have to go with G2. And then it's hard to not give the advantage to Paper X here as well, just because of stage. And this has been the best micro we've seen from any team, Paper X. I think Furia's win con here is going to be basically abusing the op. Like, their upside is, like, if Paper X is having a bad day, and Furia can abuse the op and get a shit ton, like, generate a shit ton of picks, slow down the micro, there's a world where Furia's, like, slow-paced micro actually wins them out against Paper X. I would say that this is, like, a closer series, because the op is really, really high impact against teams like Paper X. And that's kind of how Furia gets their advantages. March 6th is when it restarts, Mateo, so in 2 days from right now. And then for the last series, honestly, I don't know too much about BBL. I've only watched one of their series, but I might give the edge again to just the lower bracket, man. Actually, let me go a little bit more in depth for this series, because I think this one's not as obvious. Let's look at the veto. We're going to keep that stuff on the screen. Sorry, you're just going to have to deal with it. Let's look at the veto between the two teams. Get an understanding. Okay. BBL have not played bind. NRG does not have a good bind. That's not a good sign for BBL already. Haven, BBL has been looking decent. Last, they lost to Gentlemates about a month ago. Upper final. They won that series. Split does not look good. NRG split also does not look good. When you share this many bad maps with another team, and you know that you're not going to have to play it in the series, that is usually a sign that both teams are going to be pretty happy with, you know what I mean? BBL, I remember liking a lot of the stuff they were doing on Abyss, but like, NRG's Abyss is incredible. So sharing good maps, but then being better on the shared good maps is kind of a worrying sign for BBL. And it doesn't look like BBL has any like power maps that they're like super dominant that are like maybe their pick is Corrode here. NRG hasn't really favored Corrode, and remember, they wanted to ban Corrode. They wanted to ban Corrode in that veto. So that's probably their map pick, if I had to guess. Huh. Bro. BBL were very confident they were going to win Masters. I'm excited to see it. I don't know who to give edge to. if I had to choose one, it would be based on the same thing I've been saying before. I think if it's that close of a match, like it might just have to be NRG. You know how common it is, by the way. You know how common it is for these teams in the first seed to lose? I think in the last like few years, it was literally only my team that won one of these. There has been so much debate about fixing this format because the first seeds do get a break and they get extra time to prep, but they actually end up losing this match more often than not. PRX for sure. Yeah, I had PRX with a slight lead. But I think like okay, like if to better represent this, I think this is pretty 50-50. Maybe like 55 on the side of NRG. Paper X I think is also like kind of 55. And then I think these are a bit worse. Maybe like 65-30 on the side of G2 here. And then this one is also pretty 55. I think this is the only really like super decided match. Gonna be exciting games across the board regardless, but it seems like the takeaway from a lot of these teams, don't forget, takeaway from a lot of these teams was we had to get used to the audio. We had to get used to the audio. That's what G2 said. I haven't watched BBL, so it'll be fun. BBL has a lot of talent. All of these teams, honestly, that are the first seed have a crazy amount of individual talent. Furia, I think, wins more so off the back of like op and like really good micro. So we'll see, bro. We'll see. I'm excited to watch these games. Very exciting. We will have a break day though. So I'll probably try to edit 2 videos to be honest and actually treat it as a official break day so that I don't burn myself out from content, but break day tomorrow. Here guys, I'm gonna link socials in both Twitch and YouTube. Check those out if you haven't already. And then Discord as well. What I'm going to be doing after Santiago is I'm probably going to do a little bit of like the casual coaching stuff. Santiago ends on the 15th. Santiago ends on the 15th of March. And we don't restart stage 1 until about the 10th of April. This is going to be a long month, guys. A long month. So during this time, I'm probably going to be doing some of the casual coaching. If you guys are interested in that at all, join my Discord. It's really bare bones right now, but eventually I'll start organizing stuff and getting it kind of fully figured out how I want to do all the casual coaching. So join up. Maybe I'll do some free reviews on stream kind of thing or paid stuff. I have no idea, to be honest. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to do it. But I appreciate your guys' support as per usual. It's been amazing to see you guys come out. Getting some subs today. Obviously, fucking internet issues were a bit of a headache, but I think we figured that out finally. Thanks for chatting.